Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The college one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
What?
was
Yeah,
fucking
have you
weird.
seen the spinoff?
She shrinks down, and this dude's got this other superhero guy or whatever the fuck. I can't even remember what his power was. He's got like a,
I can't remember.
he wasn't blessed down
Yeah.
below. So he
He's
really,
got a fucking penis.
yeah.
a
So,
micro
Now when
he's got a
she,
teeth.
I
But
mean,
she
when
shrunk down.
She shrunk
to make
down.
it look
down.
huge.
That thing
Yeah.
was big.
Damn.
Yeah.
She's-
Perspective.
she's
Perspective.
fucking two-arm fucking grabbing that thing.
And it shows this
Yeah.
graphically.
She's like
Yeah.
kicking the nuts.
Yeah, kicking
like
him in the
she's-
kick me in the nuts.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking graphic, dude. Yeah,
It's
crazy.
funny.
I mean, you've watched The Boys. You've seen that.
Yeah, but
Remember
it
the
shows his
exploding
dick.
penis? Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, like full-fledged just... I don't know. Was it real or CGI? Either way.
It was probably prosthetic.
yeah, it was still,
Prosthetic
still,
dick.
you could see the whole hand and everything.
Yeah, it was pretty gross, dude. They do not cut back. That inside the penis thing
That was crazy.
was.
What do you do? Sneeze or something and like fucking...
He did a bunch of blow and he had to sneeze.
It's fucking gross.
And with that, welcome to Brackish Bandits. Episode 10.
11.
10.
9 was yesterday.
Nine?
Mm-hmm. It's 10.
Oh, I'm on 10.
Oh.
Double digits.
You're right.
Episode 10, which just so happens to be the St. Patrick's Day special. So happy St. Patrick's Day. Have a green beer for us.
We're just jumping
yeah.
the gross ass green Chicago River.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bless yourself.
Seriously. Gross.
That can't be good for the environment.
Yeah, I know. You don't see the libs freaking out about that, right?
Yeah, what food color number is that? You know? Is it cancerous?
It's number 6.
Number 6.
know what I mean?
Those
Wow.
fish probably freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
At least it's not blue, I
This
guess.
happened again. This happens every year. What the fuck is going on?
Spawning
Oh my
little
gosh.
mutants.
Friggin' dying, sweating, trying to get everything set up.
It's all in your
doing
mind.
We're doing a daytime episode, which we like never do.
It's my fault.
But my boy Rudd's in town, you know, so we wanted to squeeze him in here and get an ep out. We
I'm
talked
excited.
about doing one for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
As a matter of fact, we talked about doing a podcast like before you moved.
yeah,
we're
yeah,
gonna-
we did. We were trying to get it together. Never
Catch these palms.
catch
I
these
remember that.
palms. Yeah.
And we're gonna
That's
do.
way better than Brackish Bandits.
We're
I
gonna
wish I could
do,
give it to him.
Like, just have palm trees, which I'm going to add into this one as well.
Heck
But like
yeah.
that was the whole thing. That's as far as we got. Really, was just like we're gonna
The
have palm
idea.
trees. We're gonna sit between the palms, catch these palms. You know.
Yep.
So
I also came up with another one. It was called 2 Glocks and an armbar.
2 Glocks and an arm.
That's when I was carrying 2 Glocks and I was doing jiu-jitsu.
Oh, so you were gonna do it
Oh.
for yourself?
Yeah.
2 Glocks and an armbar. See,
Yeah.
that makes it seem like 2 gun guys and an MMA guy. or
Oh, that'd
something.
be sick.
That's what I would be thinking.
Yeah, but I would have
We
to
just
like.
lie and say Austin did MMA, which, by the way, I have to get him on here.
Which
you have
would-
to meet him. He's
Did you say
Oh,
Austin?
Bambi-
he's a
Bambino?
fucking specimen, dude.
Astino
This kid-
Bambino.
I thought you were talking about yourself because I was hoping that I would get to see a clip of you doing some very. What's the crazy actor who's,
No.
he's not very good at karate, but he thinks he is. God damn!
What's his name? He's the long
wait,
hair,
wait.
long
Ponytail,
hair,
ponytail.
ponytail.
Oh, damn, dude! It's right on the edge of my tongue.
I know, I
Steven
can't-
Seagal.
There you go.
I would
Yeah,
love
hell
to
yeah.
see you do some fucking Steven Seagal ass shit in the garage, dude.
Absolutely.
He
could
made
be
up
doing
his
that.
like own thing. He
Like
trained
a
with
form of
It's
Krav
Seagal
Maga
team.
or some
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, he trained with like experts and everything, and like his stuff. He's apparently legit. I just don't know.
I don't fucking. Have you seen those demonstrations?
I've seen the videos.
I don't buy it either, dude. I don't buy it at all.
Yeah.
He like grabs the guy's hand, he just fucking crumbles.
He's like, yeah, he's just like pulling them different ways.
It's a pressure point. If I touch it here, he comes.
Hey, you know what though? That guy made a successful career out of totally bullshitting everybody.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
God bless him, dude.
I
You
think
know?
he shit his pants in public one time too.
You
Actually,
were gonna have that, dude.
Yeah.
When you're one of the leading martial arts,
Was that when
experts
Van
in the
Damme knocked
world,
him
you know?
out? Or choked him out or something like that? Yeah,
Really?
he
Something,
legit,
yeah.
like, shit his pants.
You can't choke me out. Yeah, I bet it was something like that.
It was. That's exactly
Not
what
me.
it was.
No.
He called Van Damme like a fake. Oh, that was like the whole
that's
thing back
bad.
in the 80s and early 90s. Like, Van Damme's a pussy. He doesn't know karate.
Fuck.
And Van
Damme
Damme was
choked
like,
him out?
all right,
What-
dude.
What a bad
Shit his
decision.
pants. That's fucking hilarious, dude. That's amazing.
I love Van Damme. He's good.
He's a fucking unit. Dude, I don't think there will ever be another generation of better, like, action movie people And like Van Damme, Schwarzenegger, Stallone.
Yeah.
Statham's kind of up there too.
Yeah, Statham, he's like our generation, I guess.
Yeah.
What about Wesley Snipes?
Wesley
He
Snipes.
actually does
He was
real
short-lived,
kicks and
though.
stuff. Yeah, he was short-lived. But
Cool.
man, Blade.
Prison, evading taxes.
Oh,
That'll do
I
it for
didn't.
you.
I only knew about Blade.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
he went to prison.
Oh, really?
Well,
Yeah.
he went to like
he didn't pay like
rich white people country
Oh,
club.
beautiful.
Yeah, but still, it's hilarious to me that he thought he was fine just because he was famous. He didn't pay like any taxes,
Like ever,
Like
since
any.
his career.
They're like,
like
hey,
made all Blade and like all these, very successful actor.
you think
in
you would
his
have
time
someone
period.
to like?
You think? I mean, I'm sure someone said something to him.
He's like, nah.
Gosh, how much you make on that after taxes? We buy what taxes? Yeah. Taxes? I ain't paying no motherfucking taxes.
What are taxes?
I'm famous, bro. We don't pay taxes. It's hilarious.
What's that other
Yeah,
guy?
didn't work
Michael.
out.
Michael, the other black guy, the one that did the. He was like in a prison movie. He was like a
Oh,
badass.
I know who you're talking about. He's legit.
He's
Yeah,
sick. Yeah.
he's He's got to be roided up. That dude's. Is it White? Is
Michael.
Is it
Yeah,
Michael
actually,
White?
that sounds right. The guy who does like
Oh,
the
that's
no,
not right.
Yeah.
tele-
No.
no
like,
teleporting or not teleporting. One of the
He's no teleporting. That's for sure, dude.
He does not teleport.
He
I don't
was.
think it's White.
That's weak. It's confirmed. He doesn't. Yeah, it's Michael White or I want to say Jay.
Michael J. White.
Yeah,
That sounds-
Michael J. White or something like
That
that.
sounds
We're
right.
probably
We're
fucking
butchering it,
this.
dude. But us three are on the same page. They have no fucking clue what we're talking about. But we know.
Someone out there
He
knows.
Yeah.
played Spawn. He played Spawn.
Oh,
Yes,
dude.
yes.
I think
But,
it is Michael J. White. I think you are right.
But what he's most famous for, at least the clip that went like viral, and a lot of people figured out who he was specifically. He did like the no.
He was doing it
Help
with the
me out here.
big.
Telegraphing. Like when you move your shoulder to like rotate into
He
a
was showing that
punch.
to Kimbo Slice.
Yeah, he was
There
showing
you
like
go.
how to
That's the
not
one.
telegraph a punch.
Way too much time on the
Yeah.
internet.
Yeah.
But we all three know the fucking
He was like,
video.
"All right,
It's
Kimbo."
very famous.
Yeah,
Hear me
he was
out.
like, hit me. All right,
Yeah.
slow. Oh, okay. I see what
Yeah.
you're doing there.
He
It's a
fucking-
superpower. I don't know.
Yeah, well, when you're black and ripped and gorgeous,
I didn't get to intervene. So you said 2 Glocks and an armbar.
Yeah.
You did, you said jujitsu?
Yeah. Jiu-jitsu, MMA.
How bullshit is John Wick? Do you think you could actually do those grappling
fuck.
moves with a gun in your fucking hand?
I think if you've done enough training, yeah.
You think you could fucking one hand, 2 leg, just
Fucking just like rack that thing back and fucking.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You could definitely.
I mean, I think
I might
that
need
was
to
like.
start
But
going,
he
dude.
also
I'm gonna have to go to jujitsu.
he also has custom guns. Like those are like legit guns, I guess, but they're custom made.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so the amount of like force that you actually have to use on that compared to like a regular Glock, like I have 243Xs, and I mean pulling those back and pulling that trigger, it's like a 5 or 7 pound trigger. It's a
Yeah.
5 pound trigger, stock, I believe. But then once you start customizing that thing, bro.
All the Terran Tactical shit, I'm sure, is just fucking top
Oh,
notch.
yeah. Very
Yeah.
expensive
Oh, yeah.
shit. But yeah, I mean that was like the whole pool with that movie, though, right? Like it was outrageous, but like at least they kept the details realistic. Like
He
the
tried.
jujitsu
Oh
moves
yeah, the choreography
were
was
realistic.
fantastic.
The gunplay too, like he practiced a lot to make it like look and feel
Oh,
as
did you ever see
realistic
those
as
videos
possible.
of him doing the
He's
fucking
so
3-gun
good.
He's
competitions?
actually good.
He's crazy.
Yeah,
so good.
yeah.
I'm curious if Keanu Reeves is slightly conservative.
I
He's
think
definitely
so.
pro
I
Second
think
Amendment.
so.
I think
I
so.
think he
yeah,
is.
he's yeah. I've never
Imagine
heard
him.
of
He's
any-
like, no, fuck guns. John Wick though.
Yeah, John.
You should
Wick
go watch
style,
this. You
Yeah. No, I mean, he
Keanu
seems
Reeves.
like it, man. Because he doesn't do much press, but anytime
He
he
does
does,
not.
he kind of just has this undertone of like, that's all bullshit
Bro,
anyway.
he's-
You know what I
yeah.
mean? They're all full of shit.
He's down
I don't
to
listen
earth,
him.
dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you see,
That
he
and a
has
little out
motorcycles.
there.
He also
yeah,
has
he
motorcycles.
fucking makes them. He's got
Yeah.
that company.
Yeah, he does. He
What's
cuts
it
them.
I
called?
want
Arc?
one. It's like $53,000
Yeah, they're
for
crazy
like
expensive.
just the basic one that he does.
Damn, for a bike, that's
But-
nuts.
It's
They're
for
sexy.
other rich people to flex and be like,
Oh, yeah.
fucking John Wick made me this bike.
If my
You know
credit
what I mean?
limit was that high,
I was
I'd be
about to
fucked.
say, or
Yeah.
someone with very bad financial decisions.
Trust
wanna
me, I
fucking
bought a
Keanu
Harley. yeah, I bought a Harley and it caught fire New Year's Eve.
Oh,
That was-
yeah.
No, so let me tell this story real
He
quick
set his
because
Harley
it's so
on fire. Dude.
It's so funny.
Actually, the neighbor kids did, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't. Please, No, it was New Year's Eve, and I was all by myself up in Cedartown, living it up. So I bought me like these little mortars to play around with. I started drinking, and there was these kids that fucking lit off a fucking bomb. And later on, I find out it's tannerite because they ended up doing it after.
Oh, Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
So it's like fucking boom. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? My dogs are barking and shit. And I go out there, and it's just this field just caught fire. I'm like, what the fuck? And then by the time I went out there, it was like it was probably when it started. It was like a 20.
Sorry.
It was a 20-foot diameter fire or whatever.
Holy shit.
By the time I got there, so I decided to drive my Harley up there like a dumbass because I was like, I'm a firefighter, I'll put this out with like my blankets and stuff. And so I went out there, parked on the edge of my property, and by the time I was putting shit out, the fire caught up to the Harley, and the Harley was just engulfed. And I was like, fuck. Like, I was pissed in the moment. And their mom actually came out and got everybody to actually pick up the Harley out of the fire. She's a badass. And we were able to pull it out. So it was just burnt plastic and stuff. It was whatever. It really didn't matter. But firefighters came out. They put out the fire and stuff. And the kids were like, oh, yeah, it was just a firework that, like, laid over and, like, shot off. I was like, okay.
Bullshit.
I mean, that kind of makes sense. And then after the firefighters left, they just started going at it again. They were shooting whatever the fuck they were shooting, and they were shooting tannerite, blowing it up.
Little dickheads.
Little bastards. I fucking hate
So
them.
they must have put flour in it if it was catching fire. That's interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you put supposedly, this is what I was always told, if you put flour in a mix of tannerite, it will actually cause a flame.
Well, that makes sense because
Does
of,
it
like,
not?
fires in kitchens.
It's non-flammable.
Huh.
So it
It's-
just
it's-
expands rapidly,
it's
and that's
like,
what creates the explosion?
I'm trying to think. What
So
is
it's
that
friction. It's friction that sets off tannerite,
Yes,
right?
yes, friction, and I think even like sound. Like if you have a loud enough, next to it,
Really?
I think it
Shit.
can blow.
God
You're just, like,
damn,
bumping,
dude.
dude.
But I think it is.
Getting like 2 pounds of it on the way home. Yes. Turn the subs up.
Hit a
Yeah.
fucking pothole.
Oh shit! Love this song. Yeah,
I might be
that's
wrong,
Crazy.
but I know it's primarily velocity, and I think it is. What would you call it? Like harmonics? I don't fucking know. Something will fucking cause it to explode if it gets shooken up a little too quick.
Sounds good to
Okay.
me.
So no flames, really. But, like, once you
yeah.
put flour, that makes sense.
So they'll put flour in it to make it like a big
Do
fireball.
a big fireball.
to have more,
That sounds cool.
be
I
more
blew up-
aesthetically pleasing.
I blew up a bucket full of tannerite next to a fucking giant propane, not giant, but a big ass propane tank from like a big grill. And it
Like
just,
on purpose?
Yeah, I thought
Oh,
it was
okay.
funny, and it just launched. So like, the fucking propane tank was to the right of it. I shot the bucket of tannerite. It blew up. The fucking tank did not blow up at all. Just got launched. Just straight out to the right. I was like, oh fuck. Stupid, dude. Tannerite's fun though.
I bet. It's not fun whenever your Harley
Kids-
sets fire.
Kids should not be playing with it.
No.
I'll tell you that
Yeah,
much.
they definitely should
Well,
not be.
these
fucking
guys were
with it.
okay. I say kids, but I mean they're like 19 or whatever. Still kids in my opinion, right? I mean,
Still
I think we
retarded.
could.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Once you're 26, I mean that's probably where you can kind of be called like a grown
You
up.
can
Yeah,
be held
you're getting
accountable
there.
for your retardedness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But these guys were so one was going into I think the Navy or something. Another one just got out, and then another one was doing reserves. And so I don't know. They're homegrown, corn-fed white boys that were just like hanging out, doing cool shit. It
They
was
could have been doing
fun.
more
Blowing
stuff,
shit
I
up.
guess.
Yeah, and
Burning crosses.
It was.
That's right. Yeah.
Thank God I did not see that
That'll
out there
be-
because my
that'll be
Harley would have
next,
been
dude.
saved. But honestly, I'm just
wait
staying
for
indoors.
Easter.
No, but it was a godsend, honestly, because that Harley was just. If you're out there, you're thinking about buying a Harley, do not buy it unless you're actually going to pay cash or if you have a good job.
Why? What do you mean the payment was
It's
too expensive?
bro. It's just that. So that Harley was. I got it for $21,000, and then I got the VIP
That's how
package
much they
and
go
everything.
for, bud.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And it's a fat bob, so it's nice though. It was a nice.
It was very nice.
I loved it. I loved it very much. It was a fat bob 114, and got the
It
VIP
is the
package.
Harley I would get.
It was sick.
That or like one of the baggers, but if
The-
not a bagger, that's the one I would get.
The,
Street
uh,
Bob.
Road Glide. That one has the fairing that like stays.
And
in
those are
place.
like 30 fucking grand or some
Yeah,
crazy
but
shit.
those things
Yeah.
are
ridiculous,
nice, though.
dude.
They're yeah, but
They're nice,
30
but yeah.
grand. Fuck. Get a
Exactly.
truck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So don't do that unless you got money. But VIP package, everything brought it up to 29,000. So I got free maintenance and stuff. I got free tires because it was a brand new bike. Excuse me. And it ended up being 42,000 in 7 years. In 7 years, it would be 42,000. So double of what it actually is worth. And then by the time everything happened and I got my quote.
Are you saying with the finances, or there's just miscellaneous repairs in between?
Yeah, like, so you could go in for like oil changes like every 500 miles, regular maintenance
But
every
you're saying like
1,000.
total cost to own plus the financing, it would have been like 40
everything,
something.
Yeah. So like at the end of 7 years of paying it off like normal, it would be 42,000. I had a 14%.
Goddamn JOO's at it again.
14% APR on that thing,
JOOs.
dude.
Goddamn juice boxes.
It fucking sucked, bro. But honestly,
Just kidding. Sorry.
don't get a Harley.
You
Don't get a
did
Harley.
say that. You did say you're.
I know. I was like, tone it
We've
back.
decided that we're gonna try and chill a little bit on talking about Jews.
Not,
Jews.
Not just. We said everything across the board. We're like, probably need to tone it down a little.
I thought we were talking about gays.
Oh well, those are.
I feel like that's
those are
free
fair
game, yeah.
You know, if you're gonna be a sexual deviant in this fucking climate right now,
Yeah.
with our boy back in office,
Yeah.
you better be ready with what that comes with. Let's go bash some gays, boys.
Dude, let's go
Nope.
gay back.
No butt fucking here.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's not going well right now though. You know?
What do you mean?
I just hope all this stuff is kind of like the growing pains for like better shit to start falling in place.
About economically?
Cuz like I feel like at the end of the day we are kind of kidding ourselves because we all knew Biden didn't run shit. Biden's not in charge.
No.
So really like how much at the end of the day how much power does Trump actually have if he wanted to really change things?
I think a lot.
Like, do you know what I mean? Though I'm talking like on a deep state level, like
Yeah.
not even just the people he put around.
No,
him.
they might be working.
like-
they might be working against them, but even then, we have the House. Like everything that he should be throwing out. That's
So you're
that's
confident-
reasonable. I'm confident.
You're confident
I
we
am.
should be able to
There's
move things.
There's growing pains.
Yeah.
2016 wasn't fucking sweet. It wasn't.
That's
Till
true.
2017. Then 2018, everything was great. 2019 was fantastic. Then COVID happened. Thanks, liberals.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Obama.
Wuhan,
Yeah.
looking at you.
Hey, that's not a real thing. You guys are being racist. You guys are being really racist.
What do they call it? The Asian,
The
Chinese
China
virus.
The
Yeah,
China
the China
virus.
virus.
The China virus.
And then he was what did they call a person who's
Xenophobe.
Xenophobe.
Oh, I love that.
That's a great word.
Yeah.
I had never
No,
heard
I
that
immediately
before
thought of like
COVID.
Alien versus
I was like,
Predators. I was
what?
like,
yeah,
Always, yeah.
What the fuck are we
Who are
talking
I
the
about?
fucking hate
Xenos?
Xeno. Yeah. Xenomorphs
those
are.
Xenos.
Yeah, fuck
I'm a
those
big
guys.
xenophobe, dude.
Yeah. Them things are scary.
Scared to death
Oh
of
my
him.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good movies,
Tell you
by the
this.
way.
You want to know a really weird thing? Was it Ridley Scott? Yeah, he made the original. When he was doing that, he said he wanted to come up because like there had always been movies, I guess, where they kind of toyed with the idea of like women getting raped. In, like, the horror movies.
yeah.
He's like, I want men to be fucking afraid too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's got to be a creature that can pretty much fuck
Rape anybody.
Androgynous, yeah.
I was like, wow,
Yeah.
that's weird to think of.
That's
And
that's
scary.
actually like
and scary as
And
fuck.
very scary.
that
dude.
was actually like the meaning behind that.
Yeah.
Like that whole chest burster thing was like
Against
you
your
being
will.
violated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Was he liberal?
He was penetrated.
Was he liberal? Definitely.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't think there's a Hollywood.
He's a
director.
good liberal though. I love his shit.
I hope so.
Ridley Scott?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I don't know. He does like a lot of historical films too. I don't know.
I think
I
he
haven't
has-
watched any of those.
He did that Napoleon one that just came out. That honestly,
Meh.
it was meh. Same with that one with the fucking Indian, the Scorsese, the last Scorsese movie.
Joaquin Phoenix is really good at overplaying roles.
Yeah,
That's my thing.
I agree.
And he's a little too serious sometimes.
Oh yeah, he was Napoleon. I didn't
Yeah,
watch that
Napoleon.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's new. Well, you have to have fucking Apple
Well, that's the
TV
other
to
thing,
watch
too.
it.
Oh yeah, I
He's
don't
like
do Apple.
That whole bullshit.
He's a pretty big
I'm
guy.
good on that. That's stupid.
Yeah, exclusively Apple.
Exclusive Apple, like what?
I would have watched it if they had Danny DeVito playing Napoleon. I would've been like, oh, fuck it.
That would have
go.
been great.
They would have made money.
History,
Probably closer to
historically
accurate, too, yeah.
Fucking
'Cause he
6'4"
wasn't like-
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, they have him as this like.
That's
brute-
how tall
like,
he is.
No, I don't. I think
Oh,
he's like. I think he's
still
I think
big.
He's pretty
No,
tall.
he was
Taller than Napoleon.
Napoleon was
Yeah, he was a
famously
No,
short.
I'm
yeah.
saying Joaquin Phoenix. I think he's
Oh
actually
yeah,
pretty
he's
tall.
tall.
Right.
Yeah. Well, they try to make him seem short.
Wait,
in the
wait.
movie,
So
but yeah.
didn't they have like a saying that came from Napoleon? Was
Yeah.
like the short fuse, or I don't know,
Small
short
man
man
syndrome.
Small man syndrome,
There
but
you
like
go.
literally they call it Napoleon
I
syndrome.
I have to deal with that shit all the time.
Yeah.
no, what do they call it? A
Everybody
Napoleon
below you
complex.
is.
Well, no. Dude, short people do not like tall people.
No.
Yeah, I don't
it's
like
a-
you, man.
Yeah, fucking.
not
I'm
What the
fucking
fuck?
standing next to me
Can
all
we-
the
yeah.
time too. This
Do
guy
they
likes
know
to get
what-
right next to me, so I just look like a I look up at him like he's my dad. You know.
Do they know what you guys look like standing up?
I mean,
Yeah,
everybody
I
that
think
actually watches this, I think they know us in real life.
I've only seen. Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's you can't tell because the table's so fucking high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I purposely gave him the short chair, so it puts him level with
Eye to
us.
eye.
It
This thing
levels
is
us
on the
out.
floor right now.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, yours might go up a little bit more. His is maxed
I
out.
think it's on this side.
Oh, I'm about.
Well, if I do it, sorry.
Nah, well,
Just
I
drop
think this
him
is good.
Sorry.
Barely looking over the table. Yeah. I built this goddamn table with my own goddamn hands.
It looks
dude.
good
I
with
used-
this thing.
I used.
When you have it completely covered,
Yeah.
it looks great.
Yeah, it looks great covered. Yeah, it's fucking zip board for like roofs. So it's like literally like roof sheathing.
Gonna last a long
Oh, you got this
time.
from the dumpster.
Yeah, well, in a house. It's
Yeah.
just leftover material. And then this is pressure treated.
Hell yeah.
Like super overkill for a fucking table. But
That's
hey,
sick.
It's waterproof.
Yeah.
Water
Waterproof, dude.
resistance.
That's right.
Resistant.
Is it monster resistant?
Let's find out.
Shit.
Don't do that. That'll give you ants.
Oh,
That's sugar.
fuck.
There's
Yeah, that
already
one's
ants in
sugar.
here
Dude, what the fuck's
You got
going on
ants
with
here?
that?
with my house.
My house is getting raided by
My
ants.
house specifically. It's
I
that
don't
time
even
of year.
have 4 kids.
It's that time of year.
I guess I'm the equivalent to 4 kids.
And
I'm
you
pretty
got it,
messy.
dude. It's Florida. You have to spray or like put shit in the yard for ants. You
Dude.
have to.
I do that shit once a week.
I had a goddamn
doesn't
spider
stop
on my
anything.
head the other morning, dude.
Did you
A
really?
what?
Yeah. Friday morning. Yesterday morning.
You had a
I
spider?
dude, that's how I woke up.
Jesus.
Like I was like itchy, like a tingling feeling on my face and then down my shoulder, and I'm like, what the fuck?
cracking
I mean,
these
it was
bad
like a little
boys.
spider, but like,
but still gross.
yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? And I just saw like a spider on my pillow. I'm like, what the fuck? And like, you know.
Smushed it on it,
Yeah.
turned it over.
Then I walk out here, and I fucking go to take that out, and like somebody drops like my daughter, I'm sure, probably like on the driveway. She
Yeah.
like dropped like a piece of food or something from a snack. So when I'm walking out to take the trash out Friday morning, friggin', I'd step right in the ants. Right after the spider, I step right in red ants
Oh.
and get like lit up. I'm still, wiping the sleep out of my eyes. It's still dark out.
Those are pleasantly
like,
melted.
Oh, really?
They're what?
I'm surprised because I put
liquidy.
them in the
The
fridge.
icing's melted.
Yeah, like almost slid off.
That
like,
goes to show, dude. See,
Don't put
these
it in the
guys,
fridge.
They're just sweat resistant. I'm normal. I'm sweating because it's hot.
I don't even want to touch it.
But we
right
are
now.
brackish bandits.
Well, no, it's because you're like we were just saying, you're like 100% white.
I'm as
You're pure.
I'm actually 98% white.
I'm 2% black.
Oh yeah.
Say
I
the
know.
word, Austin. I dare you.
I'm 100% beaner.
Say it. I dare you.
And I could if I wanted to. I could say that word.
I don't think that would go well.
I think you could say that word.
I think you're allowed to.
Even with that red head of his.
I think the freckles negate the 2%.
They definitely cancel it out. But I mean, it's still there.
Like Morgan
know?
Freeman. might even
Ancestry
have a
told
hard
him it
time.
was there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Ancestry.
Yeah. Ancestry.com.
I
That's
thought
when
about
found
doing
out.
it. Would you do it?
No.
I think you said no, yeah.
No,
but
yeah.
you
Come
said your blood's
on,
already in there
dude.
somewhere.
Yeah, my fucking aunt did it, and I was like, dude, don't do that. They got in trouble for selling people's fucking DNA shit because they were looking up what people are predisposed to for illnesses.
Yeah.
I feel like
and
they're
probably
selling it to-
addictions, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Imagine that.
I feel like they'd be able to
Absolutely.
get it regardless, though. I don't know.
Well, I
mean,
think
it is what- if
We
they're
talked
gonna-
about that.
Yeah,
That's
you-
They're
crazy
gonna
you
clone
just
us.
said
They're
that.
gonna
Oh, yeah, I
clone us,
watched
dude.
it. I watched
You actually
yeah, I
watched
watched.
this?
Yeah, it was 3 hours long, and I was like, fuck yeah, I love this.
Why don't we ever address him? Why don't we say nice things about him? You know,
Everybody
Now you
comes
will.
up at some point, you know? I mean, you know what I mean?
But imagine that DNA stuff where they're able to go ahead and like send ads to you, like, oh, you might have diabetes, you know, so here's an ad for
That's true.
whatever, or
That might help me out.
or if you're,
But
you know,
hey, we saw that you're genetically predisposed to get diabetes, so you better tighten
well,
up.
they did that with
you know?
cats, with that, I believe it's cat litter,
Cat litter.
so it turns like different
Make sure
colors.
you're speaking straight into it, by the way, too. These are very annoying, and they won't catch you.
Oh, they won't catch sideways.
Right here.
yeah.
All whisper,
You
sweet
gotta be
nothings to
staring
it.
right down,
And it
the
won't
barrel
catch a
of
bit
it.
of
Wait, so they can't hear me if I say beaner
Yeah.
right here?
They literally can't hear anything you're saying.
Wow.
Isn't that wild?
I like that.
Yeah.
You could say
It's,
some
like,
fucked up.
directed.
Like,
Yeah.
listen, I got a shit
Yeah.
right now.
You could.
I hope you
Yeah.
don't. I hope you
No,
don't.
no.
Like
No.
literally, like you could do this and be like, "Hey guys, I gotta take a fucking." shit." They can't hear any of it.
No, there's a cat litter that turns colors or whatever to let you know if your cat has cancer or something
Really?
like that. Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
It's pretty cool.
Cancer.
Something.
Oh,
Well, my
Cats
thing,
can get cancer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Once they get
Dogs
that-
too.
Wait, Animals can get cancer?
You didn't know that?
Yeah, it's blowing my mind right
people
now.
go to vets and they're like, "Oh, your dog has
Are
cancer."
you fucking with me?
Cancer?
Yeah,
How
cancer.
the fuck would they know it's cancer?
I don't. They have.
How do
cancer.
they get cancer?
I think
thought
it's.
that was a
I
human
think it's the
thing.
kibble stuff.
Dude, everything gets cancer.
Yeah,
I didn't know
anything we
animals could
make.
get I know dogs would get like tumors, but that doesn't mean like it can't. That's just like
Which-
a clump of
No, they get cancer.
Which
a
reminds
mass
me.
of
Yeah,
whatever.
I think they get glaucoma too, so you have to like feed them weed. So
Nuh-uh.
pretty sure.
Dude,
That
my
would
dog has eye cancer.
be hilarious.
But I'm
You get a
saying like
prescription for them, but you know they're not using it.
so then these are people that take their
Just fucking
animals to the
knock on
vet.
door. What's going on, man?
hey,
But see,
My
like
dog.
these type,
Medication's going
you,
great.
you guys who are like responsible pet owners,
No, I
I've
am not.
always like laughed at because like
Yeah.
it's just not the way I grew up, but it doesn't mean the way I did things growing up was right.
I
We
think you
just-
told me about like your dog was like
we just
about to
had
die in the
dogs
field.
die all
Yeah,
the
you were
time.
just like,
Which
yeah.
one? Gator didn't.
Well,
lived
Gator,
forever.
yeah, Gator and Malachi were probably the only two dogs that we had that were like
Dude,
outside
they
dogs
had
that
a
didn't.
Doberman that lived 18 years.
Yeah, he was old.
18
holy shit,
years.
Yeah.
a Doberman.
The fucking
Yeah.
big dogs last like 8.
We put him
A
down.
good dog.
Gator, we put him down.
Fuck.
Yeah,
He got,
probably
well, he
could've
got
kept
so
going.
bad he could barely stand up.
Couldn't walk,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was like just arthritis.
So did you
and
just
shit.
like took him behind the barn?
No, they actually had a vet come out for him.
Oh.
On that one. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait,
other ones that
on
make
that
you go-
one, what does that mean for the one?
There was other ones.
Right.
There was other ones that were.
They
put
got
down
the lead.
more traditionally.
I'm going to tell you
say.
this right now. I put my dog down a year ago that I grew up with, and
You're-
that was fuck. I would have much rather have shot it because that was terrible. Going to the vet.
They just put a shot or something
they
in
put a
it.
shot, and you just watch them fade out of
Yeah.
existence.
Gross.
So you think blowing his fucking brains out?
Yeah.
Well,
would've
you
been
use
lot
a
less
22. You
traumatic?
don't use like a 45. Yeah.
It's done.
22 behind the ear.
I watched Chloe
Like mob
like,
assassinate your dog. Dude.
Just look out into the field.
put fucking 3 in the back of a
It's
head.
always your best friend.
Of mice and men, right? I mean, that's how you're supposed to treat them.
Yeah, I mean, I
just
guess.
look out that way, Bernie.
Yeah.
Benny.
Just look
Lenny.
that way.
Lenny.
Lenny.
They used to call me that.
No shit. That's hilarious. Dude, Of Mice and Men is a mob movie?
Well, I
That's
mean,
a mob
It was a
book, mate.
mob hit.
Yeah.
that was a textbook. Go look at that at the end with Lenny.
Yeah.
And then go to Joe Pesci and fucking Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Same thing.
God.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So good.
Mother. Oh.
Yeah, I love his reactions. Like, he knew. He's like, motherfucker. Fuck. They got me.
Oh, that was Goodfellas?
Yeah.
Goodfellas, yeah, where he
Oh,
walks
I gotta
into the
watch
room.
that,
Where he
dude.
gets fucking
Yeah.
destroyed
They
in
tell him-
casino too. I think they like
Yeah,
beat him to death with
dude,
a
they
baseball
beat him
bat.
to
Jesus
death.
Christ.
Bury him while
Bury
he's
him.
still barely breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Fuck.
one was a rough one.
It never ends well with Pesci.
And Casino and Goodfellas are supposed to both be like mostly true.
yeah.
Like they added shit, to stretch out a movie or
Yeah.
whatever. But
I'm curious,
All
what
the
do you
major
guys think
elements.
of, like, what's inhumane? I'm just thinking about that. Like,
To
the
an
most
animal?
the most human thing to do to another human is, like,
to kill them,
beat them to death or,
Or
something,
mount
I
them.
guess. But
to dominate them sexually.
yeah.
Yeah.
Inhumane.
But humane is just an ejection?
what do
Or-
you?
Okay, so what are we at? What are we?
I'm
to
thinking
kill a
like
person?
I guess yeah, for a person, but then it also translates to
What is
an
the
animal.
most inhumane thing you could do to a person?
Yeah,
Have you ever seen the movie
God.
Human Centipede?
I love that thing.
I think that's probably one of the most
gonna-
inhumane things you
I'm
could
going
do
to tell
to
you
a
right
person.
now. I've
Force
seen some
feed them
cartel
somebody else's
videos that
shit.
put fucking
Ooh, yeah.
human centipede
Yeah.
to shame, dude.
My dad actually showed me one of those whenever I was supposed to go into the
Cartel.
Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want this to happen
No,
to you?
he's like, you're gonna be exposed to this, so let me just show you right now. I'm like
wild,
17. I'm
dude.
like, all right.
dude,
How
white
bad could
dads
it
are
be?
fucked up, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, it was a dude getting decapitated slowly. It wasn't like a clean
like a
like.
yeah, they
dull
took their
machete.
time. He was just
He
hacking
was
at
just
it.
like chopping, dude.
Another
I think it
great
was like
one
a saw or something.
Was I guess it's something that they like regularly do is they cut your eyelids off and then they cut your entire face off and pull it off your body while you watch.
Damn.
That's fucking
Fuck.
crazy bad.
yeah.
And then what was the other one? Oh, they put you in like an oil drum and they like ransom you to like your rival. If you're like a rival gang, be like, oh, I fucking caught, Jose, and I'm gonna fucking he's in an oil barrel. I'm gonna light it on fire if you don't fucking pay me
Yeah, that
X
one's
amount of
pretty
money.
rough.
And then and then you're in there for like a day or two going, am I gonna fucking die? Just stuck in an oil drum, and then sure as shit, someone drops a match and
Yeah.
Jesus.
see ya.
Where do I find those videos?
You don't want to find these videos, dude.
Faces
I was
of
exposed
death.
to those at like 13, and it's fucked me up.
I forgot what was that. I guess don't say it here, but there was that one website that you would go to. It was
That's
like
fucked.
Red something or
The one that I used
www.facesofdeath.com.
to see was That's Fucked. And it was just the worst shit you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And me and my boys would stay up till 3 a.m. just watching things that we should not be watching.
saw a dude got stoned
LimeWire
to
back
death.
in the day, too.
Oh my
used to have
God.
I
some really
saw that
fucked
on
up shit.
Instagram. That's crazy.
The stoned to death one? Yeah, they were just like throwing rocks at this
He
dude's
was
head.
lifeless
Was he
after
gay?
like 5 seconds, and they just kept throwing.
No,
Was that the deal?
I don't know if he was gay. He
Was
he
this
looked
in-
brown,
over
so
in the Middle
probably
East?
not.
it was
Yeah,
for sure Middle East.
Yeah.
Middle East.
Well, don't let that fool you because they are very gay. But
They're just hidden.
They're not out there about it.
Yeah.
You know? It's very.
That's
cool.
how it should be.
It's like accepted. Again, the boy love
You
thing.
can't marry one.
But this is how they
That's
came up
their
with the
thing.
rules.
It's a
What
big
the
deal.
Think
fuck?
think about the cultures that are like super crazy
Jewish?
strict about the gay stuff. Right?
Jews, right?
Yeah, Jews and Muslims. I mean Christians too. Yes, but I'm saying like
Let's
that.
not
would,
talk about the Catholic
that-
Church.
well, I mean like put gays to death. Like still.
Boyhole
right?
loophole.
The Jew thing actually is interesting.
Well, that's,
because I actually don't think that
they
they
celebrate
are that
it.
hard on the gay thing.
They celebrate the
Gays?
No. So the Jew kids, they have their party, right? What is that called?
Bar mitzvah and
the bar
bat
mitzvah. Isn't
yeah.
that part of like where a gay thing happens?
So yeah, so that's in the Talmud. So the whole explanation for why a grown man can fuck like a young boy is because he's not a man yet, so it's not gay. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
It is gay. It's actually worse than banging another grown man because now you're fucking this kid up. But you know, that's their rule for it. So the Muslims were like, that's actually a pretty sweet rule. I only have.
guys, but
I mean, yeah, I only have 8 fucking wives. You know, I gotta have something to fuck here. You
God,
know?
that's
I
so
mean,
weird.
I mean, like it's gay. It's gay. It's like
well, the women
like
don't want to do butt
suppressed gay feelings.
But
Is
why?
that the only reason? I don't know if I'd want to do butt stuff with anyone over
know-
there. These people shit in alleys
Yeah.
and clean up
What is it?
with what?
You're being racist.
Do they
right
pack
now.
some sand in there and keep it moving?
Oh
Like, how
well,
do
Mexico is kind of the same way, or it was.
they, shitting in the street.
Not shitting in the streets,
Yeah, I
but
mean,
shitting in a hole or
these-
flushing with a bucket of water, like
Flushing
Yeah,
with
but
a
that's
bucket
what I'm
of
saying.
water.
Mex-
like that's a
and-
little like that's like second. So what is it? Second world
Yeah,
stuff.
I'd say Mexico's second world.
Yeah.
Mixture between first world, second world.
Depends what cartel's in
Yeah,
charge.
like Mexico
Yeah.
City is like a fledgling.
Oh, I bet it's
like-
beautiful.
Like it's like a
I-
high tech. Like,
Yeah, I
city.
visit the small
Vacationing
cities
Yeah.
spot
or
for
towns.
quite-
That's right. You've been to Mexico a lot, right?
Yeah, I visit a small town, Las Chuapas. It's over near Tabasco, Veracruz. Yeah, it's a small town, or it's growing now, but it's still dirt roads and everything. Google Maps hasn't mapped out everything.
But the people aren't like uncivilized. They just
no, not at all.
simpler. They don't have the
Actually,
same technology and
if I go to the ranch where my uncles and stuff live, we actually have to walk like probably 2 miles into the bush to get to one of my aunts that lives in a hut, like a straw hut.
my God.
Nothing like yeah, it's like old school.
How do you keep in touch with her?
I mean, really, you don't.
she has to walk to her brother's house to make a phone call.
Yeah.
So, you know, I heard a rumor too that like down there, the whole cousin thing, it's not as taboo as it is here in the States. Is there any
Ooh.
truth to that?
Did we have a conversation?
We did. I
Yeah,
just
that's
wanted
why you
to-
brought it
Just
up.
wanted to walk you
I
into
just
that.
want to hear
one.
you say it on fucking YouTube internet.
There
stuff,
are
you know?
cousin fuckers in Mexico.
Ooh.
100%.
You're
play
telling me it's
that.
not just the whites.
No.
It's not just whites. Dude, where do you think
It's
we
not
learned
just
it
the
from?
whites.
They showed us.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh,
yeah.
that's only your cousin, bro. That's
yeah.
cool. Wait, we can do that?
Really?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
fine,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
She got big titties and shit, yo.
You're doing that a little
Jesus
too well, buddy.
Christ.
It's like,
Since the dawn of time, mankind has struggled with one of the most grueling tasks known to man: digging. It's backbreaking, it's exhausting, and worst of all, it takes forever. There's got to be a better way. One man has asked that very question, and he has paid the price. While digging a trench, construction worker Adam Rod suffered a double hand breakage, a worker's worst nightmare. Oh no, my hands. But Rod wasn't like other men. During his rehabilitation, he had a revelation. What if, instead of my hands, I had bucket hands? And thus, Rod's revolutionary bucket hands were born, introducing the future of digging. Rudd's revolutionary bucket hands, the world's first and only personal excavation system. No more shovels, no more blisters, just pure digging power. With advanced patent-pending bionic design, these exosuit arms will turn your everyday hands into digging machines. Tired of struggling? Say goodbye to sore muscles and wasted hours. And you can have your very own pair of bucket hands for the low, low price of just $19.99. But wait, there's more. Order in the next 10 minutes, and we'll throw in the special Rudd's Edition Bucket Hand User Manual, absolutely free. If you've got a job to dig, do it with bucket hands. Call now, Rudd's Revolutionary Bucket Hands, because why dig like a mortal when you can dig like a machine? Call 155 Bucket Hands today. That's 155 Bucket Hands today.
Well, buddy, it's like you've been practicing it.
Dude, Cholo voice? Come on, dude. You gotta have a good Cholo accent, man. Yeah. No, Mexico is always a place, even since I was a little kid, I've wanted to visit. And it would be cheap to do. Like, it would be accessible. It's just, now I'm scared. I am legitimately worried. Like,
I
dude,
don't think they care about red hairs, though.
Okay, I hope not.
Yeah.
But they're just like, oh, he's from America, obviously. Oh, yeah. Let's snatch him up and call his family and get some bucks. Canada. Because when I was in Texas, there was a guy that I worked with, same name, by the way, Jaime. We just have a guy that works with us now. And that's why every time I met a person named James or Jamie, I would call him Jaime, yeah. But he had family in Mexico, and I don't know why I remember this, but it was in the state of Chupalacan. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. But I guess that's like heavily got like a lot of cartel presence in and around that place. So every time they go in and out, they have to bring like extra money. Like they basically have like roadblocks where they're like checking people coming in and out of that state. Yeah, and you have to like pay them. And they're Mexican, like they're from Mexico. So he's like, if you're white, he's like, I heard a story about this preacher going down there. They were doing like missions or something, whatever. And he took the preacher and his wife, and just because he wanted the truck. And I guess like the preacher could have just gave him the truck. And he was like, no, fuck you, I'm not giving. So then they took them too and had like all the people from their church like throw in money to get this guy back out of Mexico.
Jeez.
Just because he gave an attitude about the truck.
You know what's crazy is like
I just bought this damn truck. You ain't getting this truck off of me. Now we're getting everything off of you, dude.
They should bring that into Righteous Gemstones. So that'd be a good little episode.
I know. They're on the last season now.
I haven't watched it.
This is the last?
It's fantastic. Yeah.
Oh, you got to watch it.
What?
Yeah.
Righteous Gemstones?
Yeah, Righteous Gemstones. If you got
it's
HBO,
really good.
You got to watch it.
HBO Max.
It's about, so Danny McBride, the guy who played like Eastbound and Down and shit, love him. It's like a family, and the head of the family, who's played by John Goodman, is like, they're like mega church preachers. So they're like super, super rich. All the kids are spoiled pieces of shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like dad's just trying to hold it together, you know. But it's cool. It's honestly a great show.
It's so funny.
I love Danny McBride.
That show.
He was in Aliens movie too, Covenant.
He was.
Watch it.
Yeah,
Really?
that's right. Yeah, he was the pilot.
Wait, who?
Such a good pilot.
Danny McBride.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He's been in the game a long time, huh?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta get back up the ship.
That's hilarious.
So
He's
good.
so fucking funny.
He is very
So
funny.
good.
He's very funny.
Him and This Is the End.
Oh,
That's exactly
yeah.
how I imagine him in real life.
Jeez.
Come wherever I want, man. You can't tell me where to come.
He's the one that had Channing Tatum on a chain, right?
This is my bitch now.
Yeah.
Yo, and I actually
Slide up in that.
I watched on a podcast they did with Shane and Matt.
Yeah.
Just Danny McBride with Shane and Matt. And they asked him about that. They're like, how the fuck did you get Channing Tatum to do that
Just
part?
casually emailed him.
He's like, honestly, we totally thought he'd say no. Like, we thought his manager would probably get pissed off. So it was a joke to us. And we just emailed, hey, would you do this part? And he's like, yeah, that sounds cool. And he just was like totally about it. Like, you know, came out.
So
like,
wild.
He was like asking for more shit to do because they only needed him for like a day or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, that's pretty much it. That's all we got for you, dude.
That was so wild. Yeah, they had him in that leather.
I call him Channing
He, like,
Tate
pulled-
Young.
Slide up in that shit. Very funny. Yeah, he's fucking hilarious, dude. But yeah, great show. It's on HBO if you have it, man. Check it out.
Yeah, I'll check it out
Righteous
for sure.
Gemstones. They're on the 4th and final season now.
Is it the final?
So, yes.
That's sad.
yeah.
He never does them for that long.
No. Honestly,
I
it's
respect
a
it.
tactic, though.
He ends on a high note.
Yep. Same.
Vice Principals was fantastic.
Only
Eastbound
2
and
though.
Down.
They should have done a couple more seasons on Vice Principals. That was
The
fucking. Have you ever
story-
seen that one?
No, you gotta
Dude,
watch it.
That one's great too.
Well, the best thing about that is that's like the first funny role I've ever seen Walton Goggins
Yeah.
play. Do you know that name off the top of your head?
No.
You ever
You'd
watch Sons of
recognize him.
Anarchy?
A little bit.
You ever see
The
the
tranny.
episodes with like the tranny?
The
No.
tranny
The
from
weird
Sons of
tranny?
Anarchy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude.
Did you watch the Fallout show on Amazon?
Yeah.
That's Walton Goggins. He plays the ghoul
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Oh, he plays the tranny and.
in Sons of Anarchy.
Wow,
Yeah.
he's so good though.
Dude, fantastic guy. But he is so
He's in a bunch of
goddamn
shit.
funny, dude.
Yeah.
He's
I love
so
him.
Funny.
Yeah,
He's in Vice Principals.
Magnificent Seven.
Yes. Yes, he
Right?
is.
Yes, he is. Yep,
Yeah.
Or-
that's right.
Hateful Eight.
Hateful
Hateful
Eight.
Eight.
Hateful Eight
Yes,
with
Hateful Kurt
Good
Russell.
catch
Get
on
these
that.
snakes
Good
off
catch
these
on
damn
that, yeah.
planes.
Magnificent
Oh,
Seven is
fucking-
not the
yeah.
same.
Yeah,
as
that's
Hateful Eight, both great cowboy movies.
Why
not
am I
the
yeah.
same.
forgetting the biggest
Samuel
blackest-
Jackson.
Yeah, there you go. Jesus Christ. It's like, why can I not
Tired of
know
these
this guy's
snakes.
name? The most
He
prominent
was-
black figure. Come
He
on.
was
So good.
in Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
And then it was
Yeah.
Denzel in Magnificent Seven.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I was just saying.
No, I'm just trying to
Oh,
remember
yeah.
for myself.
because fucking Hateful Eight had an all-star cast.
He was so good.
Yeah.
Tarantino.
What's his
Kurt
name?
Russell's another
What
one I forgot.
Goggins?
Kurt
Walton
Russell's
Goggins.
Walton
fantastic,
Goggins.
dude. He's literally Kurt Russell's literally one of my favorite actors
And
of all
he's
time.
conservative.
I'll
Get
catch
on
him.
out of here.
I'll fucking catch him.
Walton
Dude, there's
Goggins
always a bug in
is
here,
a
and it's-
very weird-looking guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
but I
very-
love his look. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Is
It's
he
just
in Django too? I think he is.
Yes,
He-
he is.
yeah.
Yep.
He looks like a guy from that time period.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he does.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a
I
very
don't know why.
cowboy-esque look to him.
I love anything that he's in.
But yeah, he's
I
in,
never looked
he's
for
in
him,
Vice
but-
Principals.
Yeah.
He's like the second lead,
Yeah.
I guess you'd say. Like they're both like
So good.
they start out fucking hating each other, and then
They work together.
yeah, and then they both want the principal job. Who's fucking Bill Murray? They got to play that.
Oh,
which is
isn't he?
hilarious.
Isn't he
Yeah.
always like an asshole in there? I've seen shorts.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a super dickhead.
Yeah.
He's actually
Metro- he's
really
like super
he's like
metrosexual.
Gay. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like not gay, but he always does gay shit.
Metrosexual,
Yeah,
perfect.
Exactly. And then he's also
Old
in
term.
Righteous Gemstones. He plays
super old.
he plays
Old
Danny
term.
McBride's uncle,
Yeah. Is there
Baby
any?
Billy.
What happened to the whole metrosexual? I was cool. Like that was a cool term.
Those
I
guys
thought,
just came out
you
of the
know?
closet.
Oh,
Yeah, they all
okay.
came out
They
once it
all
was, like, more
decided to suck dick.
acceptable.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
Does
once
it
gay
seem-
marriage
once
got legalized.
trans people came out. They're like, this seems like a pretty safe
Yeah.
time to just tell people.
Just say I'm gay.
Nobody's
I'm
even
normal
gonna
gay.
care. Yeah.
Normal gay.
I'll tell my dad I'm gay, but I'm not trans, and I
be
might
like,
be able to spin this.
"Woo,
Yeah, thank God. So you're not gonna cut your dick off? All right.
Woo.
Well, when you adopt a little Asian baby, it is what it is.
What's with that, dude? These gays, they love these Asian babies, dude. It's like an accessory now.
Dude, did I tell you? Did I talk about this before? My girlfriend's coworker.
Is an adopted Asian
She
baby?
adopted an Asian baby, and she just constantly
wow.
drops the most subtly racist shit.
About Asians?
Gotta love that.
She just loves Chinese food. She can't stop eating it. It's like, you fucking cunt. You adopted an Asian baby just to say shit like that, didn't you?
That's
dude.
hilarious. She's good at 1 + 1.
Yeah. She's so good at math.
She's
I don't
picking
know
up
what
math
it
so
is. Yeah.
fast.
Yeah, just keeps dropping it.
She picked up chopsticks the other day, and she just knew how to use them.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Dude, my kids are quarter Asian.
I completely
And
forget
I
about
try
that.
to
Oh, yeah.
I try to teach them about their own shit, and they could not be less interested.
Really?
Dude, if I
Well, I
was
mean,
a-
kids with history is
But
just.
Japanese
I feel like that's.
is so cool, bro.
Yeah,
You
but
like
history
all
for
down
kids-
Their excellence with your white mediocrity.
Yeah.
If anything,
That
I
is true.
enhanced it, I feel like.
I don't know.
I feel like I took my Viking, Scottish heritage and enhanced
Pillaged
it
them?
with samurai heritage.
You
So
might have
now they're
gave
just
them-
the ultimate.
You might have gave him a 1/4 inch on your son. That's probably all you gave him. I'm talking about height, you fucking weirdo. God damn it, dude.
I was-
Poor bastard, dude. Yeah. No, I don't know. I just think it's funny. Same with my wife. She's half Japanese. Could not be less interested in Japanese culture or food she likes sushi, but you know what I mean.
That's
It's
about
like-
it. That's a white girl
Like
thing,
the
though.
whole history of Japan. Like fucking samurais are dope as fuck.
They
dude.
are.
That whole like Bushido code and like there's just it's so original. They were the only ones doing that.
Could you
Everybody
imagine?
else
That
was
was
like
wi-
China.
The worst way to kill
I
yourself.
know, but what was funny too is they transitioned from that to like kamikaze planes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Pretty wild.
They have a very open. We talked about this. They have a very open view on suicide.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
fine.
you guys talked about the Logan Paul thing and him fucking going over there disrespecting them or
Still
whatever.
wasn't that big of a deal, I guess.
I don't know why people. It's what it is. It's the suicide.
There was
forest.
a dead body hanging there. I mean, yeah. It was,
Oh,
Yeah.
is that the first dead body on the internet?
I never
just
got to see the video.
fuck
Did he
up.
like laugh about it?
I don't know. I mean, I saw
nervously.
that there was like a blur. I didn't see the like
nervously.
actual
He
video.
didn't notice
Did
it
he,
at first.
Did he like slap the feet? Like
No, they didn't even get. It was like
No, that would be
It
wild.
was like in the background, and then I think somebody filming or with him was
Spin it.
like, "Yo, yo,
up there, start digging
yeah."
around. This
so
is
bad.
cool, dude.
So bad.
It's like a tire swing.
All right, I understand the outrage now. Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah,
I get
that
it.
would be pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
I was like barely in the background. Somebody told him, he's like, "What? There's a dead body over there right now."
Fuck.
You know,
Yeah. What about those people that jump off the buildings and like land in the nets? Don't they know there's
I
a
think
forest?
that's more
Or
of
is
a
that China?
Chinese thing.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They need a forest.
yeah. The Japanese don't put nets. They're like, if you have dishonored your family,
They should
you
put signs
jump
up
out that
there.
window.
Say that right.
You only got
Say it again. Say it the right way.
dishonor your family. Oh, you do so
You
bad.
rock a discipline. You must
Yeah.
kill yourself now.
Jesus Christ.
No, I feel like with the Japanese
You can
thing,
do
you gotta
those,
do
dude.
it like
You can do those.
You got to do
That's
it
fine.
sharp and
Shane
aggressive.
Gillis does it. We'll
you
be
know?
all right.
Oh, I love him.
Oh my god, I have watched that clip of Trey Parker doing the Asian voice when he does the Chinese when they opened up Shitty Sushi next to Shitty Wok.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, Shitty Sushi is just better Chinese food, you know? And they're like, no, it's not the same. And so they do like the whole thing. And they're like, did you know that Chinese and the Japanese are actually different cultures? Oh, really? I was like, yo, dude.
South Park Elementary.
Yeah, ni hao ma. Yeah. So fucking good, bro.
Oh, jeez. You know, Asians were the ones that took Saint Patty. They were the ones that took him from the Romans. St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, break that down for us, man.
Yeah, so I mean, there's
holiday of St. Patrick's.
Mr. Patrick, 380 AD, I believe, or something like that. He was over there on the coast of Rome, I guess we would say,
Italy.
right?
Sure.
Italy. Yeah, the Romans ended up backing off because these Asians were attacking them, Asian tribes.
The Mongols.
Interesting.
I don't
Was
know.
it the Mongols?
You know what's
I don't think so.
What's
They probably weren't
interesting,
around
though-
back then.
It's around that time.
let's switch over to that though,
Genghis
because
Khan?
Genghis Khan
Yeah.
was apparently the one that did he's actually the one that put stirrups on horses.
Yeah.
Is what I hear. Yeah. And there was like each men there was like
No one ever said they were
150,000.
dumb.
Yeah, I think
They're very smart people.
very smart to conquer
Mongols?
like that whole land.
Oh, all of them.
Yeah. Well, I think he was just like hard on for conquering. So
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird. I actually would like to do a little bit more research into the Mongols because it seems like they just kind of rose up out of nowhere.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
that's kind of he said.
They were nothing.
He started
They
with
weren't
like
this big,
12
powerful
or 18 guys, ended up going to about 150,000, and that's like when they all had like each person would have 3 horses. And so like you could just ride as fast as you can, switch over to another horse and just keep going. And so I think that's how he just conquered fucking millions of
Yeah.
people. Killed a lot of people.
Yep.
A
Fucking
lot
wild.
of people.
The
Wild.
only Asian country that they did not fully conquer was Japan.
Oh wow.
They
Island.
fucked them up. They raided and they came over with ships, but they never got a solid foothold.
Damn.
I
Which
watched
is
something about
loosely
that.
based on what that video game's about.
It was
Ghost of Tsushima.
Ooh.
Which I've been playing,
That's a
and it's
good
fantastic.
one.
I didn't know
Yeah.
Yeah, it's loosely historically
They
accurate.
had issues with ships, I believe, was their main problem. They couldn't get like a big enough fleet to get
Yeah.
over there.
Well,
They
and
needed
the
to talk to
strait-
the Portuguese.
The strait between China and Japan, I guess, it gets very rough.
Yeah.
Multiple times a year, and it just so happened every time
They
would try to
tried.
go over was during like typhoon season, so they would lose like a shit ton of people on the way
what the
over.
fuck?
Yeah. God damn it. Yeah.
Spell
So-
you built this shit.
But I guess they would just lose a shit ton of people on the way there. And so they would just fuck shit up and then be like, we got to pull out. They're going to. But I mean, the samurai were, extremely formidable.
Yeah.
You're talking like, so it could only be noble, like people with noble blood, like what they considered lords, right? So it wasn't, you couldn't just be a samurai. You could be a fighter, you could serve under a samurai and you'd still be like very good.
But you couldn't
wouldn't be
be a
considered.
sitter.
This is literally the same exact thing as like a knight. Like you had to
Yeah,
have
you're
some
noble.
kind of noble connection to be a knight. So, but yeah, they were very formidable. I mean, Mongols were just like at a certain point were just numbers.
Yeah.
They would just bombard with numbers, and then the whole burning everything the fuck down in their path.
So how the
You know what
fuck?
I mean?
Yeah, what was the downfall? I guess.
Again, they just kind of
They
went
put
back.
that wall up.
That's maybe
Could
part
be.
of it.
Here's my thing. It's not stopping Mexican people. So
Yeah,
The
but
Wall of China.
yeah, well,
The
there is
wall
no
of-
Mexicans over
the
there.
Wall of America.
Well, that's
Well,
the
that's
thing.
that's a what is that?
I mean,
It's not even
they-
a wall. You've seen the
it looks
pictures of those
weird.
things.
the
It's
Spanish.
just like
It looks like some crazy fucking artistic person designed it.
I would agree with
the
that. Yeah.
slats.
Yeah, it looks very strange.
Yeah.
So it's for like wind or whatever, so it's not. So
Doesn't
the wind
crumble?
can pass through it. Yeah.
Build a giant brick wall.
Yeah, why don't we
Yeah, it
get
would
some
fall.
Chinese? You know, we had a whole bunch
There's
of Chinese
nothing.
people
You
over
know how
here.
windy it gets out there. There's nothing
Yeah, we
there.
did.
Yeah, we did. Like they should have.
A lot of them got blown up by TNT during the railroads.
Yeah, that's a bad thing. Ran through our Chinese people.
Yeah, we ran through them pretty good. Well,
Blew
you
that
know,
one.
I mean, there's like clusters of them though. They all like live together. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of them on
That's
the
a
West
stereotype.
Coast.
I won't stand for that.
There's what's a stereotype? That they cluster together?
Yeah.
They do.
That's ridiculous.
Dude, every major city has a Chinatown.
No, it's the truest thing I saw in college. Like literally, all the foreign exchange kids did not. They would talk to you if you went out of your way to like, hi, like my name's Grant, but like they only fucked with people from their fucking country.
I can't
at
say
that
I
school.
blame
They
'em,
segregated
dude. I don't.
themselves.
Oh,
They
you-
didn't even change fucking time zones. They would, you would.
They were running on Chinatown.
What
the
time is
bars
it?
At like 3 a.m. and they're like out in the fucking halls studying. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Make it do it.
Oh,
I just want to see what time it is. Okay.
4:31.
What
I
time
don't
do we
remember
even
what
start?
time we started. I don't know.
When do you have to be gone?
I think we
think
started
5.
around 3:30.
Oh, we
I
got
think 5. I got to be at
Like
a Brazilian
absolute
steakhouse.
Latest you have to leave here.
Where are you
by
going?
5.
What is that place
Yeah, where
called?
are you going?
Texas
dude?
Day Brazil.
It's
Texas Day Brazil.
Yes.
Bushido Rodicio Grill.
Ooh, I've never been there, but it sounds really good.
It's apparently
a Brazilian
good.
steakhouse. I've heard that shit's good.
Yeah.
Dude.
Are all Brazilian steakhouses like you pay $50 up front? You can pretty much.
That's
eat
what I heard for this one. So probably
You eat
That's
all the
just-
steak.
it's gonna be my first time.
fire.
Yeah.
Well, they come by with like different cuts. They'll be like, "Hey, do you want some of this?" And they just take it right off the skewer.
I'd like to go to an
good.
Argentinian steakhouse if they have it.
What
as
is that?
well.
Brisket?
I mean, German.
German.
They
Yeah.
they do. I think they really do everything. Because I used to go to Texas Day Brazil in Tampa. Like all, it was like $40, and you can all the fucking steak you can eat.
Really?
put
Hell
burger
yeah.
I will fucking. I'll be there all day too.
Filet wrapped in bacon. Fucking scallops wrapped in bacon. Fucking they'll come up with goat. I'm like, I've never even had
Give me that
goat before.
fucking
Give me some
goat.
fucking
Yeah.
goat.
I
That
love
sounds
goat.
Great.
Andrew's
Yeah.
family.
Oh, that makes sense.
Islanders, they love that. They love goat, curry goat.
Goat.
Very good.
You guys
It's
ever-
actually, it actually is very good.
You guys ever see that video of the frat boys killing the goat with the samurai sword?
Fuck no.
What,
You
dude?
guys ever saw that?
And you wonder why
Oh,
these
that's
fucking
fucked.
foreign exchange students.
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
You wonder why these foreign exchange students were scared of you guys.
yeah, they fucking they
That's
hung
what he's doing.
Jesus
They're all out
this
there
goat
fucking sexually molesting
one of
each
his-
other and beheading goats and
the
shit.
elephant walk.
Jesus Christ, these Americans are fucking crazy.
Elephant walk.
And it's like a bunch of, it's like a human centipede
But with dicks.
thing, but with dicks, and you just grab it and you gotta walk and you're bent over holding a guy's dick. I never did any of that.
Wait, I
shit.
saw that
Hold
on a
on.
movie somewhere.
Like just one guy's dick?
Yeah, well, it's a chain of guys and they're all holding.
You're
up
holding
one.
it from underneath?
Yeah.
Wait, so you're between his
From
legs?
behind. I think that was on a movie with Zac Efron or something. I feel like.
Oh, it could have been. Oh,
What do they
was-
call it?
What was the movie?
It was Zac
called?
Efron and the dude that laughs at
Was it
everything.
Oh,
Neighbors?
Neighbors.
Neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Sausage Party.
Dude, did you guys watch the Sausage Party show?
No, I.
They made a show.
Man,
I watched
couldn't
2
get into it,
episodes,
man.
and it was so gaily liberal, and they
Of
So
course.
they
sad.
purposely made like one of the foods look like Trump, and then he started doing Trump shit, and you're just like, Seth Rogen, really? I gotta hate you now
I
too?
know.
Like
Come
you're such a
on,
pussy.
though.
I think I started hating him a while ago. I think he was talking some random liberal shit that was just annoying. So
I mean,
I used to like him a lot.
Yeah, same.
let me play devil's advocate here for a second, though.
No.
You can understand the immense pressure they're probably under, right? Like
On his
everybody
tank.
around them, you want to get work, you want to get projects, you want to like, you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
part of that is to posture outward. You can't even be like quiet about it. Because then they just assume he's probably fucking conservative. Because
Yes,
I haven't
yes.
heard him. He didn't say shit at the Oscars like everybody
a guy
else.
that's that big does not need to kiss anybody's ass.
No.
So he could get his own movie made if he wanted to. Get his own show made.
Well, there's this guy Zachary
I
Levi.
mean, I guess, but dude, just imagine. Like,
That name
see how
sounds
much
familiar.
they freaked out on everybody else for everything. Seth Rogen comes out and goes, "I don't think Trump's that bad." No more Seth Rogen movies, dude. He doesn't have like his own shit. Like Adam Sandler could do that if he wanted to, because he's
I
got
think
half
Adam-
an
yeah.
accent, so he
Adam
can do whatever the fuck he
Sandler
wants.
is conservative.
Yeah.
He's Jewish.
He does some good movies. He's doing good movies right
Well,
now.
I think.
Wait, what the
We
fuck?
know a conservative.
What does that
Jewish
mean?
person.
I just mean I think a lot of
Money
those more
grubbing.
famous Jews are like somewhere in the middle. Of,
Larry David's very
like
liberal,
they're not
which is sad.
they're not like like a lot of them aren't like full total libtard, but they're not fully. You know what I mean? They just kind of stay out of it.
Larry who?
David. He made Seinfeld, and then have you ever watched Curb Your Enthusiasm?
No.
He's an old bald Jewish guy. He's
You'd
fucking
recognize him if you saw
hilarious.
him.
I
He's
bet.
very very funny. He's written other shows too, hasn't he?
I think he's helped on a bunch of different shit. But who are you saying?
Zachary Levi.
Who
he's
is that?
he's the guy that played Chuck. You remember Chuck from like early 2000s? No.
Oh, yeah,
my.
yeah.
He's like the
I remember
CIA agent
Yes.
from like a Best Buy.
Yeah.
Bro, so sick. He's
What?
he's Shazam.
Yes, he is.
That
That
made
is the
less
same
sense.
guy. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Shazam.
He's super Christian. I know that.
Super Christian, super cool
Zachary
guy.
Levi.
I was just watching a podcast, George Janko with Zachary Levi. George Janko's good, but yeah, they were just talking about it. He's creating his own. He was talking about the whole Hollywood industry and saying like, it's basically a monopoly, right? And then you have to do whatever those guys want you to do. So like all this like bullshit with the gay stuff and whatnot. And he decided to create his own like artistic university community type of thing where he wants everybody to be together, work together, and just like build a community. It's not really just a company. It sounds like a cool idea. He's like creating a whole campus and
I
everything.
still can't picture
Pretty
this
legit.
guy at all.
What else did he work on? You never saw Chuck, man?
How'd
I don't
never
even know what
see
you mean by
Shazam?
Chuck
Chuck.
is good.
I didn't even watch the Shazam.
Shazam.
Shazam's
Shazam's
like,
the
eh.
Shazam movie, but
Yeah.
I still know
He's
the
the
guy
voice-
from-
he's the
keep
voice
saying that.
actor
I'm thinking of
on
fucking
Tangled.
He looks like a slightly less
The one
handsome
with Shaq.
John Krasinski. They could be brothers.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Actually, they really could.
Okay.
Zach,
not
here we go.
ringing a bell.
You'll
dude.
see this picture and be like,
Yeah,
okay.
pull him up. Pull him up.
He does look like he's
Really?
related.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not doing anything for him. I had no idea who that guy is.
He was the voice actor on Tangled.
You know what's
Harold
hilarious?
and the Purple.
You know what's
Crayon.
hilarious? All those movies. You know, the only one I've seen is
Yeah,
Tangled.
he's done a lot of like
All those
The
movies that were
American
just
Underdog,
selected
I
there.
think that was
I've
a
not
Christian
seen a
S
single
one.
one of those besides Tangled.
Yeah.
Alvin and the
That's
Chipmunks.
hilarious.
Was he the guy? He might have been the guy.
No,
No?
that was the guy from My Name Is Earl.
Oh,
Who the
That
fuck
guy
did
was
he
good,
play
too.
Fucking Alvin and the
oh,
Chipmunks.
I guess I could click on it.
Alvin and
Did
the
he voice one of them?
Chipmunks.
He might have. Let's see.
Yeah, he probably did.
Oh, but my name is Earl guy. Who's that guy?
Jason Lee.
Yes,
Toby
Jason
Savell. I don't know. Oh, that guy
See,
was
I knew
good.
that one.
I thought of this the other day. Have you seen Entourage? I know you have. You've watched Entourage. You ever watch Entourage?
No.
Oh my god.
A lot of things I've watched.
Man,
Not that.
You gotta watch this one's like it starts off a little like but there's this character. He's an agent. His name's Ari Gold, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
says the most homophobic, racist, crazy, funny, like just top notch, hilarious shit, and has these crazy freakouts. Probably the best performance I've ever seen somebody do. And that guy completely fell off the face of the planet
Yeah.
over the Me Too movement.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, he got me
He
too.
got hit. Their girls were saying he was very Ari Gold in real life.
Oh no shit, huh? Yeah.
Who would have guessed?
Came so natural.
Yeah, it's like who
Who
would
would've
have guessed
guessed
he played
it?
it so well that he was kind of like that.
What a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Jesus. Love playing with this thing.
Dude, you would have been shitting bricks during that whole
would've?
fucking Me Too movement if you were a
Why?
famous
Whoa.
guy. Oh, please.
That
Oh,
doesn't-
please.
That
dude.
doesn't.
Let's not pretend, Grant.
That doesn't include men, does it?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, this guy's a habitual honker, dude. Walks around the office honking
Honker.
everybody.
Honk.
That's men.
Fucking hand in a
That's
honk.
hey,
You can
what's
still.
wrong with that?
They got Kevin
a
Spacey.
little bit
Whoa.
of mushroom tugging. What's wrong with
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey.
Pinch, walking around pinching tips, dude.
Dude, Kevin Spacey's coming back. I got news for you.
He'll be fine.
Another year, he'll be back.
He didn't
major
do
roles.
anything illegal. He convinced straight dudes to like jerk him off and suck him off.
Jesus.
That was his gig, dude.
Wouldn't take me a lot more convincing.
He
Oh,
would come up
proud.
to you. He would come up to you,
Give me-
Rudd, and he'd
give
be
me
like,
a couple
"Whoa,
grand, I'd probably do
I
it."
love your look.
Oh.
You could go places.
Oh, wow.
I'm
Soft
Kevin
hands.
Spacey.
Hi.
Yeah, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, obviously I know who you are, Mr. Spacey." Be like, let me give you some pointers. Let me give you some tips.
Hey.
I'll give you a tip.
One in particular.
Yeah.
Thank you,
know?
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. You'd be like, "Hey, how about you come?
He would just throw money.
Let's
at
take
them.
a ride. Do you like this car? This is an old car, a 1950s Bel
I'll
Air,
let you
beautiful
drive.
car. Come on, yeah, we'll take a ride."
Wow.
You know, and then he'd just pull his dick out and start jerking off while he's driving. Like, "Hey, how about you finish this off for me? You know, it's no big deal.
Just put your hand on
one
it.
guy helping out another guy. Just yeah. That's how we do it.
Wow.
And then all the guys that are getting interviewed are just like, I mean, I did it, but like I didn't want to do it. It's like, I'm straight. I'm not even gay.
Yeah, I don't think you can force another man to do that unless at gunpoint.
Yeah, gunpoint's different. You know, that's your life. I get it.
I would grab a
Even-
steering
even
wheel
if,
and
like-
crash the car.
Even if like a couple,
All right, buddy,
dollars,
this is going public.
couple $1 million cash in a duffel bag right in front of you.
I'd do it.
Hold up.
Contemplate it.
I wouldn't
Solve
even-
a lot of problems.
I wouldn't even think about it. A couple $1 million. Are we serious right now?
Yeah.
To touch a penis?
Sure,
That's not
someone
yours?
Honestly, I think I'd be really shitty at it. I don't even know if they'd want to pay me after it was all done.
Stop
I thought you guys were conservatives.
Stop fooling around, dude.
I'm not kidding.
Stop fooling around.
I can barely brush my tongue in the morning without.
He reaches for that feeling every morning.
I'd have
talking about
I'd have
sucking
to work
them
the
off?
hell out of that tip.
Where are we going with this?
Yeah, I thought.
I thought it was just a hand, dude. I'm not talking about. I don't think I could do mouth stuff. I could definitely do hand stuff.
Couple
That'd be
million,
easy, dude. For
$3 million cash on the table.
to blow someone.
Yeah,
God
start to
forgive me.
finish.
Sorry,
he's-
mom.
And he's not giving you a warning. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man.
He's getting his $3 million worth.
He's also taping it, by the way.
Yeah, that's true.
My inner Christian would be very mad at me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. How do you explain that to the Lord? How do you sit down and have a conversation?
Well,
with
you
God
can't
after
you
that
can't
one?
say like, oh, I was greedy.
I know
Yeah,
you said money's the root of all evil, but
You were right, Lord. I learned a lesson today.
I'm gonna go spend this right now to feel better about myself.
give a little bit to the church.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Tithe 10% of it. You're good.
Buying a jet ski today.
Catholicism.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you were Catholic, you'd be fine. You could just pay
Oh.
penance on that one.
Oh yeah, how many Hail Marys for sucking a dude off?
Yeah, I know, right?
And thy
don't know.
fathers.
We should get a
I-
priest on here.
I was gonna say, I
Oh,
imagine
God, that
it
would
would
be
be
perfect.
somewhere around, maybe less than they probably told the priests that were putting in work on those poor boys.
Oh, I think they just kept moving them right along. But
You don't think they had to
I don't
get
think they
punished
had to-
for it at
I
all?
don't think they paid.
No,
They
they
said no Hail Marys for that. Are you kidding me, man?
It's a butthole loophole.
You talking about the
It's a
priests,
butthole
right?
loophole.
They
Yeah.
they just move them to different churches or whatever.
No, but I mean, like with inside the church, do you think
Oh,
that
hell
they
no.
got the same? Like, you need to say 50 Hail Marys and
Not
do
at all.
this good work to like burn this off. It's like calories on your soul.
Did you
Yeah.
see that meme that I sent you?
I saw a couple of them.
Did you see the one that I sent to you about the Catholic Church?
Yes, that
It's
was
like-
fucking hilarious, dude. It's two altar boys and one of them's in a wheelchair. And it says like, how you know your priest is hung like a horse.
That's so fun. That's so messed up,
The kid's in a wheelchair.
bro. Their cathedral thing is scary though.
What's that?
The snakehead thing.
Oh, you're talking about like the actual Vatican?
Yeah, the
Oh,
Vatican.
yeah.
And then what is it? They have Christ with like demonic.
Yeah, it's like
things.
black, like it
Weird.
almost looks like snakes or like branches all
Yeah.
over. Yeah, it's fucking weird. They have a lot of weird, like occultic
Weird
type,
shit.
The Black Madonna and shit.
Oh, fucking scary.
That's the Black Mother. That's like
Watch
that's like
what
an
you're saying,
old.
buddy. They
Why?
will never find us. All these videos will get taken down.
Catholics? No, it's cool to shit on Catholics.
Yeah,
you
we
gotta,
can't
you
talk
gotta be
about
careful shitting on
Jews.
Oh, really?
That's
Oh,
where
yeah.
they get you. Yeah,
That Kanye was talking about
they
that.
don't fuck around. I know.
He's doing
and
just fine.
he
Let's
is
not kid
fine.
ourselves
Did
here.
you see his Super Bowl ad? This guy is fucking
Kanye?
hilarious. Yeah,
It's just a recording of like him on the phone.
Yeah, I spent all these money on these teeth, so I had to shoot it on the iPhone. And he's so the link he gives, you go to that link.
Just a swastika.
It's a white T-shirt with a black swastika
Oh shit!
for like $100.
That's
or something.
wild.
Yeah.
Is it,
That used to be the
And
peace
guess
symbol.
what? He sold out.
It
Those
did.
T-shirts sold out.
That's funny you say that. Nobody, I swear, nobody knows that. It was Indian or like Hindu culture, right? That
Peace
was a
symbol.
symbol of peace. But when you
The swastika, yeah,
when you
Indian.
spin it just a little bit,
Well, that's when someone takes something, right? Cultural appropriation, and that's why we
Yeah.
love
Well,
liberals.
Hitler was super into the like cabal and like occultic type.
Yeah, he was trying to find like
symbolism.
magic stuff too,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
his whole secret experiments and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Doesn't that involve
One
the
of
Red
their-
Skull from Avengers or something?
one of their
Yeah.
one of their heaviest investments. Well, that's where they got the the plot lines for Stan Lee to write that story. But one of the heaviest investments they made was going down to Antarctica.
Oof.
So then immediately after, in the late 40s and early 50s,
completely shut it down.
we started running operations down there.
you
High
can't
jump
go there.
Operation High Jump.
Well, yeah, you can't do anything on that land, right? Antarctica is kind of like that whole there is no war here, no one owns this land. Everybody can kind of like.
You're not allowed
No.
to be there.
Oh.
Yeah. You
They'll kill
will.
you.
Yeah, you'll be. It's
They won't. I don't know if they'll kill you, but they'll fucking seize your boat. If
I
you
was thinking of
try.
trying, but yeah.
They
Gonna
might.
row
I mean,
down there. see
think
what
about it
it's
though.
like.
If you were flying a plane over it, they would shoot you down.
Oh fuck.
I mean, there's
How
weapon
could they?
installations. You didn't see that Joe Rogan thing,
No.
dude? They got a like giant like weapon systems all over Antarctica.
Why? What are they protecting?
Snow
do they not want
giants.
you to see,
Cthulhu's
brother?
frozen in that ice. Man.
Snow giants, Cthulhu.
Cthulhu's. Yo.
There's some crazy shit, dude, that we don't know.
Yeah. Or the Earth could be semi-flat, and that could be the ice wall.
Yeah, they don't want us to
That's a
know.
running theory.
Semi-flat.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, it wouldn't obviously be as flat as this table. There is
It's a
some
little
curvature.
dilapidated.
There's
Yeah.
well, I mean,
Wilson's brain.
there's obviously curvature, but it's not what they say it
How
is.
obvious is that? Do we know?
With our eyes, you
Yeah.
can see that there's curvature.
There was a guy talking about that where they were doing it on the big lakes or whatever, and he was like 60 miles. We should see like this
Yeah.
degree of angles and blah blah
Mhm.
blah. And he proved
that was Lake Michigan. So from Michigan, you can see Chicago, and like if you just zoom in, and they're like the curvature
can you
of the
see
Earth.
that?
There's no way you'd
yeah,
be
but
able
that's
to see
so
that.
minuscule that the actual I did the math on it. I can't remember what it was, but it was only like a few inches.
But again, it's on. You do their formula, and you figure that out, and it's per however many miles. It's like 8 inches or some shit like that from your view. So there's no way.
Think
8
about-
inches, that was
is
6.
huge.
That was
Well,
like
yeah,
That's massive.
massive.
8 inches is huge, dude. Okay, it is.
What's crazy is that they learned that a long time ago, right? Like some
left that here.
people that don't have any.
I'm glad I did. I'm fucking dying.
I have water. Do you want some water, man?
Oh man,
Would you like a water?
I would like a water.
Yeah. So
I'm out.
discuss amongst yourselves. It's true. It's
All right,
real.
man.
Where'd evil come from?
Where do what?
Where'd evil come from?
I'm just saying, space might be gapped.
It's either the gays or the Jews for sure.
Gays or
It's
the
not-
Jews? I agree.
Just kidding.
He's not.
No, if it's gonna come from anywhere, let's be honest. It's gonna come from the Muslims. Let's be honest here.
Let's be honest. No, I actually talked about this with Bear a while ago. It's like, the first. Yeah,
Isn't that weird though?
I love Bear.
It isn't. It isn't. It's a very befitting name. But it's also funny.
Bathidian?
Bethidian.
No, befitting name.
Oh, fitting. I thought you were
Well,
fucking.
buffeting.
I was like, whoa! I don't even know what that
Fancy.
fucking means.
Fancy.
Yeah, that was a crazy.
I used to.
word you
They used
broke
to
out
call
on
me Grizzly Grant because I dipped grizzly and I look like a fucking grizzly bear.
Bro,
Yeah.
Bear and
sense.
Grizzly Grant?
Yeah,
That's pretty
I'm-
sick.
I always considered myself
It's a little gay.
North
You can't
American.
have two bears. It's
Yeah.
like
Two bears?
What are these guys doing in their off time?
2 bears, 1 cave.
They wouldn't touch us with 10 foot
Yeah. Maybe if we fuck up hard enough, we could be one of Tom Segura's cool guys. Talk about smoking meth and jerking off on the internet. Might get
crazy.
interviewed.
That was the guy who talks about like sunbathing his asshole, right?
Oh,
Was
yeah,
that the same guy.
Tom
Oh.
Segura?
No, no,
No, I was
no.
like,
he
what the
brought, He brought this crazy hippie guy on, who's just like
Really
a
weird.
fucking weirdo, and he was saying all this shit, and he's like, "Yeah, I've been trying to get my balls big, so I started looking up. There's like this microbacterial thing that you can take, and it makes your balls bigger. That's
Yeah.
why it's important when you have a kid." You don't want them to come out at C-section. You want them to go through the mother's vagina because it's got the same bacteria and it makes their balls big. It's like, what is fucking wrong with you?
What are you
No,
on?
this dude's super. Dude, this is the same guy who posts videos of him
Jerking off.
jerking off into his mouth upside down.
And it
Like,
wasn't
he
Joe
lays
Biden?
on his back.
Or I'm sorry.
Is there a link to
Hunter?
this?
Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You could go watch.
He has an
I'll
OF?
find the episode.
He has an OF? It's pretty sick.
I believe so.
I don't think so. I think he just posted on fucking X.
But it's
What
all
an
it's
idiot.
all like medicinal though. He's not doing it like sexually.
Yeah, sexual gratification or-
Like he
No, of
says
course
that,
not.
Like it's the
Right.
He's not enjoying that
Again,
masturbation.
No,
yeah, he's
not
not
at all.
enjoying
No,
that.
no, no.
That's
Medicinal
purely
purpose.
medicinal, dude.
He wakes up and he goes, "Fuck,
I gotta do this
Gotta do this
again.
again?
I'm gonna jerk off in my mouth."
I gotta come all over my own face.
Damn it.
I gotta lean up against this wall, I guess. Fuck.
Yeah, he like somersaults basically like on it, like so he's like his head is like crunched, and then he puts his butt like up against the wall and just like all over his.
I know we're cutting it semi-close, but I did have something I want to ask.
I actually have no idea how long we've been going.
I
I
had some,
have no idea what time we
got
started.
like 10 minutes. Well, we can go a little bit further. If,
Hey, as long
if-
as he has to leave here
Well,
by
I'm
5,
saying
make
if-
it do the thing.
we could do like what we did with Chris.
Oh yeah, 10 minutes. Yes.
Yeah. So this might take up the last 10 minutes, but I just got to ask. So we kind of went over this, and racial slurs are the most weird thing ever.
Here
I
we
don't
go.
understand them. I don't. But like I specifically said, like I don't think Hispanic people care at like really like I don't think you can really piss them off with
They
like
care.
one.
What are we doing right now? Where are you
I'm
taking
gonna
this?
ask.
I was called
what-
a beaner.
What is the offensive? Does that really bother you? Like if
It was
I
a
guess
it was a
would-
redneck white boy that called me. That was like a
said
scrawny.
white boy. See,
Yeah,
you said that.
he was
That's our racial
he was a
thing.
cracker, and he was very annoying, very scrawny. Like he was just
a
like
piece
picking
of
on
shit
me.
Peckerwood?
Yeah, he was just
Yeah.
an asshole. And when it comes to that, I'm like, man, fuck you. But if it's like out on
the old job site.
on the old job site, you call me a beaner or
It's one of
whatever.
your
It's like,
boys, too.
yeah, it don't bother me. But when
So-
you're trying to be a dick, I just don't like you because you're a dick. I don't care about the racial
Is
slur.
it specifically white people? Like if it was like if a black
Typically
guy
is.
said it, you'd be like,
I would call him the N word, yeah. But not with the hard R. Look, listen, I grew up with the N word, okay? So everybody just
you
realized.
hit below
Hey,
the
you
belt.
started it.
Yeah.
I just finished it, motherfucker.
Nah, but typically
hilarious.
it's not a big problem, man. It's
think-
you know what's crazy though is beaner and cracker. I mean that kind of goes together, right?
Beans
Crackers and chilies,
crackers,
like
right.
yeah. So like we're kind of brothers in that sense.
I think we always have been. That's what I always try to say to people too. Is that the Spanish and the whites have always been the closest.
Yes.
We were both at the top.
Adversaries.
Yeah.
I mean, we were warring with each other for a while, and then we basically, if you really think about it, between the Spanish and Western Europe, we'll say, right, the English and German and whatever, Dutch, we conquered the world together and split it up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Who else is? I mean, the Asians just stayed put.
Yep.
And we're like, you're cool. You can just keep that shit. You
We're
know?
gonna go find
But even
new
at
shit.
That, the Portuguese ran.
Those
Japan
guys were
for
badass.
Like a while, dude.
And I don't mean to make things
They
weird,
did great ships.
but I'm just curious because like I grew up with a good amount of black people playing football, but we didn't really have like many Hispanic people in Punta Gorda. So like I never had like a Hispanic friend that I could ask these questions.
No, yeah.
So I was just curious what you thought.
Yeah. No, I mean, I also played on a team with a whole bunch of black people. And there was one white guy. We all called him Cracker. yeah.
And that was my thing is like I couldn't care. Like it almost became a term of endearment for me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Cracker?
Yeah, you're the only one there. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, cool. Thanks, guys. Oh, my friends.
Like God forbid the roles were reversed.
Oh, whoa.
Holy shit, man!
Get your ass beat.
Seriously.
Yeah, no, beaner thing isn't no big deal. I mean, wetback was like, oh, okay, I get it. Jumping over, or like the Panama Canal or something, swimming.
Is that what it is? They would
It's
be
like
wet?
swimming, yeah, wetback.
Where did the? Can I say a word? Is that okay?
Is that directed
I'm
to
not,
me?
No, fuck no.
Like,
no,
we're getting on this?
The question is, but I'm not calling you this. But like, where does spick come from?
Oh, spick. Hispanic, I'm assuming, right? And then
I
like,
always
ah,
assumed
them
that
damn
too.
spicks.
Hispanic. I don't get.
I think it was just a dumb white guy that was just like couldn't comprehend or couldn't
that's-
say the word.
that's
you
Well,
know?
think
Exactly
about
what
where
came
the
up with.
N word comes from. That comes from the Spanish word for
Negro.
black.
Is it that
Negro.
or is it Nigeria?
I can say that.
No, it's for the Spanish word. That's what they called them.
That's what black.
And
Again,
negros.
remember the Spanish.
But how does
Between
it
the
get,
Dutch and the Spanish, they did the majority of the
trading?
slave trading.
Yeah.
So
Who was
that's
selling
what
those
they
black
called
people
them.
You're
too?
guilty, too,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, but there's someone else
got
involved.
blood on your
There's
hands.
someone else involved. There's other black people
Bro, you're
involved
fucked. You
with
got
that.
double the amount of blood on your hands.
Yeah.
Your reparations
you
are
got-
gonna look crazy.
I know. I got a lot to pay for. Yeah, what about the other
Hilarious.
blacks though? The Africans should be paying all the. the
ones that
reparations.
sold them
But
into
yeah,
slavery.
they got much
Yeah.
bigger problems going on right
What's
now.
crazy is they
I always
didn't
used to
figure
think
out
that
how to
as a
fix
little
that
kid
stuff.
too. I'm like, how the fuck did we catch them?
We
You know?
didn't.
We
no.
did not.
We're
It
just
was-
like, hey,
yeah.
can we get some of
Yeah.
those
Hey,
that
go
you got?
Catch a few of those. No problem, boss, or whatever they said. You know?
Imagine the stories though. You
Yeah.
go over, you go over as a British guy. You're like, fuck, I gotta catch these guys, and then someone just comes up to you. He's like, we'll sell you a few of
we'll
them.
catch 'em.
I
And he's
can
like,
catch those guys.
yeah, you go back to Britain or wherever it is, and be like, I caught them. I didn't buy them.
Yeah, I caught. These
I caught
guys
these
myself.
guys. Yeah, look at me.
And we're looking at, he bought them for like 25 a head. He's like, we're looking at probably about 50, 60 for labor. So sounds fair to me.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Poor
guys.
people, man. If anything, we should just send everybody back to where they belong and leave this land completely open for the Indians. What's left?
I don't
What's
think it
funny
would
is
work.
they came from anywhere. They
I
came
don't think
from.
it would work out though, because like there's. I mean, they would grow back in numbers, right? But they've been like spoiled
Oh yeah,
by
they-
American culture.
Oh, they
modern
wouldn't survive.
culture. Yeah, they wouldn't
They
be able to
actually
figure
have
out the
it
infrastructure.
Pretty sweet. Those checks that they
Kinda.
get
They
are
all
kinda
live in.
wild.
I was always
surprised
jealous
that they
of
live so
Immokalee, bro.
shitty.
Immokalee, everybody over there has ATVs and stuff. They got a casino, like
So
get
they're doing
monthly
good
checks.
then.
they're doing good in
So the
Immokalee. I know that.
Seminole reservations are doing good because I feel like every
Are
time
they
I
Seminole?
yeah
I think they
Florida's like
I
almost
thought it was just North
exclusively.
Florida.
I don't
No,
know.
like all of Florida is almost exclusively Seminole.
Yeah, no, but we had
Seminoles didn't fuck
we-
around.
we
They didn't
had
have a lot
somebody
of other
else-
people.
We had somebody else in Punta Gorda. I just can't remember who they were.
Maybe, but like a small tribe. Like the Seminole were
Probably.
like a huge.
Yeah,
They were
connected
fucking
tribe.
shit up
Yeah.
before the
fought us-
Spaniards
Yeah.
got
They
it.
fought us off from fucking taking over Florida for a while.
They sure did. Well, they let us hang. They let the
Osceola.
Spanish hang out. Yeah, and then the Spanish cut his fucking head off and kept it in a jar for a
Oh,
long
I
time.
never learned that.
Sure
Damn.
did.
That's pretty crazy.
I learned that in St. Augustine. There was a doctor, because Osceola, something happened. They sent him to death. He was held in that. You've been to St. Augustine, right?
Yeah.
The Spanish fort.
Yeah.
He was held in that Spanish fort for a while.
Wow.
And when he was executed, the doctor asked if he could keep the head.
Jesus
And so he
Christ.
did, and he put it in like a jar of preservatives, and he would take that head out and like put it on the edge of his, like stick it on the edge of his kid's bedpost if they were bad.
Wow.
And the daughter, the oldest daughter who grew up once the dad died, inherited the head, and she sold it like as quickly as she could to a museum because she's like, I fucking hate that thing, because their dad would literally torture them with it.
Jesus.
And they say Osceola's headless ghost still roams the streets.
Wow.
I mean, I would too.
Obviously
I'd
not.
be pretty pissed. You
Yeah.
know,
Trying to find his head.
being stuck in some little white kid's bedroom.
Well, because they shipped his body, Osceola's body, off to like wherever his tribe
Probably
was.
Spanish.
But
That's
they-
crazy.
but
That's
they
his
kept
name.
the
I
head.
didn't realize that's the dude's name. Osceola.
Yeah, the Indian chief, the Seminole chief. Or whatever,
Damn.
Yeah.
And then we named like some land. It was like, that's Osceola.
Yeah, it's Osceola. Yeah, yeah.
That's wild.
No, he
Cool
was a
guy.
good guy. He was a good guy.
Great
yeah.
guy.
The Spanish were like, cut his fucking head off. Off with his head. Yeah, fucked up. Are we at time?
We got 3 minutes. I would
That
keep.
Wind down.
That would be wild. Everybody going back to like where they actually originally came from. That'd be pretty
Oh,
cool to see.
That'd be
Imagine-
fine. As a matter of fact, the British Crown owes me and you some fucking land.
They do.
Fuck,
So-
where do I go? The mixed breeds.
You're
Where do
coming
we
with
go?
us. Your last name.
You got the best bet. Yeah, you can choose.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're coming with us. Although Spain seems fucking dope.
It
Like, that's
does.
one place I've always wanted to visit. It seems
I've heard it's a
beautiful.
little-
It's clean.
I heard it's a little
There's super-
communisty now.
Well, you mean like very liberal?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it all is over there, buddy. But
I feel like if white Americans got put back into Scotland and the UK,
that liberal shit would
some
not
really
ride
bad
very
shit
long.
would happen.
There would be a revolution
Probably
over
wouldn't
there.
be good.
100%.
it'd probably be the same
100%.
thing with
Yeah.
Spain.
You think
I
we'd
imagine.
go over there and they would be like, "Oh, you actually posted something that offended somebody on Facebook.
Ooh.
We're gonna give you 6 months jail time."
Yeah, you're going to
you
jail.
think that would ride?
My 30-round mag says something different.
Yeah. This AR-15 of mine says something different. Yeah.
Jeez.
No, it wouldn't work out. If not, their whole lives would change.
God,
And
that'd be
that's-
amazing.
That's what I'm saying
That'd
about
be
the
amazing,
American
though.
spirit is like beautiful. And that's why I just don't get it. Like these other countries that are so oppressed.
Fucking ice in this. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, that fridge is fucking insanely cold. It's set on like medium. Like, it's not even the highest setting.
Why is it that liberals are so stupid when it comes to that?
I don't
When
know,
they
I
say
don't
that
know.
there's better places to live in the world, sure, let's talk about like the Iceland or Norwegian.
Yeah,
or
the Nordic countries seem to be pretty cool. But again, they're socialist and they're ass over end. Yeah, I mean, they're broke. They're broke.
They've also been taken over.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Poland's probably one of the last places you could go. And Switzerland. I love how no one talks about Switzerland. They haven't taken hardly any refugees. Probably, I don't think any.
It's
They're not getting shit like Poland.
very rich white people. They don't.
Swiss banks.
They don't
Yeah,
wanna do
well, it's
that
all the
shit.
banking. Everybody
And
keeps their money there.
They
So
made
they're
a lot
like,
of
maybe
money.
don't send them there.
They made a lot of money during World War II. I'll just throw
They
that
sure
out
did.
there,
Off
too.
both sides.
Crazy.
Hey, we're just the bankers.
Yeah.
We'll just hold on to this for you. Yeah. Yeah.
What a great gig.
Yeah. Awesome. No, Switzerland is definitely a place I would go. That's like probably, I'd say, honestly, number one on my list of if I had to go. Between Iceland and Switzerland, definitely. They're the two most free.
I don't know.
Switzerland is like totally, you're cool
I
with
could
guns.
really see
Hey, dude,
myself.
They don't have a
living-
Second Amendment, but you can literally have an
Really?
AR-15 in Switzerland.
There's mountains in Mexico,
Yes.
right?
Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah, there's tons of mountains
I
in
could see
Mexico.
myself living on Mexico, like a bunch
Oh,
of land.
dude.
That would be fucking sweet.
Yeah, but you would have to go back to like Afghan or something, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's
I don't want to go back to Armenia.
Dude, they're sending you back
They're,
to
they're
Armenia.
a little too close to the Turks, and they don't like us.
Yeah.
They don't like us at all.
You're right in between the Turks and the Jews, and they both
fucking hate us. I don't want to be
both
any part of
hate you.
that.
Isn't that crazy, dude?
It's-
Nobody talks about that. His people were literally massacred,
Yeah.
genocided
It's 50%
by the
of the
Jews,
population.
and everybody's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's not a big deal."
Fuck.
Yeah. Yes.
A lot of that shit
millions,
happens, yeah.
Millions and millions.
It's always, honestly, it kind of cracks me up. I think it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Because, like, Israel, like, straight up said, we're not acknowledging that as a genocide. And
Yeah.
Turkey's like,
You
"Neither
guys
we."
are fine.
It's like,
Yeah.
all right, man. That's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, yeah.
Like, okay, whatever.
Come on, we barely left a mark.
Guys, there's no shoes to even count how many we killed. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
here.
Jesus.
Yeah, they made sure to throw out
Come
the
on.
shoes.
Oh, the
Yeah.
shoes. Yo,
gonna make
Mexico
that
has a
mistake
real
again.
issue with the whole immigrants like moving through there, illegals or whatever.
Israel?
No, Mexico. Sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
like,
they're all
there's,
getting
like-
stuck there now.
There's over 100,000 like missing apparently.
And I'll tell you this: if there's one thing I know,
100,000.
Like people, like just like I guess I don't know if they're Mexicans or if it's just immigrants. I'm assuming they're just calling them.
Like they're getting killed or like they're
They're
coming?
missing and most likely dead because of the
Unaccounted
cartel. Unaccounted for. But they found like ranches where they would dig up like there's human fragment bones or whatever remains.
Just mass-
There's a whole bunch of shoes
mass
and
graves
clothes.
and shit.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of fucked
Damn.
up shit.
I'm curious.
It's easy, right?
Yeah.
A whole bunch of people that want to.
I mean, dude, you're not going to sit here and tell me what as bad of the cartel problem is that the government's not also
Oh, yeah.
extremely corrupt.
Oh yeah.
To where they're just like, what do we do with all these people now that they're stuck here?
get
You
rid
know
of
what
them.
to do. Yeah,
Yeah.
No one's
Yeah,
gonna miss them.
yeah. The government doesn't
Fertilize
want to
them.
talk about it either.
yeah. Well, of course not. And the president now is a Jewish woman.
Oh, really?
Did you know this?
No, I
yeah,
did not.
Mexico, yeah.
In Mexico?
Yeah.
¿Qué pasa?
How many was 32? I think assassinations
It might have
on
been
that
40
last
It might have
election.
been 42.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she won. Yeah, total bullshit. I love it though, because now Trump's like, maybe we'll go down there. Maybe we'll send some.
What?
The guy said, yeah, they're gonna send tier 1 operators now.
Yeah, but
Start hunting down.
I mean, it makes
It's
sense.
literally gonna be wildlands.
Oh, I
small-
love that.
Small groups disrupting.
We're talking about the game, right?
Yeah.
Ghost Recon
yeah,
Wildlands.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I'm saying like we're about to
great
see
game.
real life wildlands,
So
dude.
good.
We're about to see that because he cleared it. We're good. We're done.
I played
They're probably
200
already
hours of that
Oh,
easy.
it was- Yeah, it was
They're
fan-
probably
dude,
already have
sniping out of the
people
fucking
there.
helicopters in that game. That was my
Dude,
favorite.
it
thing
was
to do.
awesome. It was a great co-op game. Great.
Let's get back
Might
on
have
that.
to revive
yeah,
that. Yeah,
I
hit
was
me up
thinking
on
about
that,
that.
dude. I might download it if you're on it.
Hell yeah.
Do you stay in pretty good contact with your family in Mexico?
A little bit on Facebook. They also have. What do they use? It's an app that like everybody that's
WhatsApp?
yeah, there you go. Yeah, everybody's using
I don't
that.
know why.
I don't have
Why
that.
is that a thing?
Such an
It's because
international
it's so
thing, but
easy for them to
so many
talk
different
internationally.
foreign countries. Yeah,
Because if you
'Cause
have
you don't
to
get charges and shit. It
Exactly.
uses the internet.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because
Yeah.
you still get charged money, or right the interdomestic calls,
Oh, yeah, that makes
international
sense.
Yeah,
calls.
international
That makes
calls. Yeah,
Yeah. So WhatsApp is like
literally
perfect for
everyone but America.
So
I
what
feel like no one here uses WhatsApp.
only
for,
only
like,
to talk to their people.
or pedophiles.
Oh wow.
Do they see, do they
God.
see any sketchy things as far as people coming through Mexico? Because like Mexico's just like
You talking like people
It-
coming
well,
from South
there.
America?
Well, my
dude, there's
my
Asian
people.
people coming.
Oh, yeah.
coming to
yeah, and
Mexico,
Indians. What's up with all the
crossing
Indians?
the fucking border, and then they go,
So
yeah,
many.
I'm from Brazil. Yeah, Brazil.
Yeah. Yes.
yeah,
Yes,
you're
yes.
Brazilian
Yeah.
for sure, man.
Yeah, military age men, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
all
exactly.
military age men.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That's
There's
bullshit.
a video of the
It's bullshit, Grant.
the Muslim guy who's an extremist. Who's like, oh, you're gonna hear about us soon. It's like,
yeah.
that's
Cool.
That's
Yeah.
a great thing to say on the internet. Like,
Yeah,
that
there-
girl, that lady said, she's like,
The
there's so
150
many cells.
terrorists.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like, there's tens of thousands of
It was
cells.
the blonde lady
They-
on
that they know
oh,
about.
yeah.
the Sean Ryan
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Dude, she did an episode with the guys at fucking the gun shop in Sarasota, Shark Coast.
Oh, really?
yeah,
That's pretty cool.
They got her.
wow.
Yeah.
They have a podcast.
They have a
It's an
podcast.
oversaturated market.
It's definitely an over. They have a
Oh, the
legit dude. Their shit is sick. Yeah, that's their.
They got the
backdrop
fucking-
is the gun wall and
Hell
shit.
yeah.
And they do like range day episodes
we can
and
do
stuff.
that.
That's
I just
dope.
Don't really want
We
all my
could.
guns to be at your house. It defeats the purpose.
Bring them every time. Just gotta put them up.
Get tired of
Transport
this
'em.
shit.
Yeah. No,
Well, just
we'll figure something out.
get like
I'm
a
gonna
whole like a
change shit up
poster
little bit.
board, you know, 3D printed. Nobody can tell.
Oh, don't get them another
Cardboard. Hey,
Dude, a
this
lot of
hobby's
people
cool
3D
though.
print drone like frames.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that.
You would 3D print a fucking Glock lower. That'd be the first thing through that bitch.
Hell yeah.
Let
Is
me
that-
see what I can do.
Is
with
that
this.
illegal to do that?
I don't think it's.
What was funny was there was a gun buyback. I don't know if you guys seen the story,
What?
but this guy a while ago, right
Oh.
during the kind of COVID era or whatever,
printing them.
and he was printing them because the reason
They
why
just pay 'em.
is that they were paying him for
No
the
questions
yeah.
asked.
So yeah. So he was just
That's
bringing.
hilarious.
he said- he was
fucking
making
hilarious.
bank, dude.
It's sad
God
how
bless you,
stupid
sir.
I am because that guy just what a genius.
Absolutely
smart.
genius. Yeah.
And that's
Anyway.
you could probably just give them the lowers too, and they'd be fine with that because that's the only
Yeah.
part that's serialized.
Yeah,
on a
whatever.
pistol.
And it's non-serialized, so that they're like, man, we're getting a lot of these ghost guns off
You're
the
doing
street.
us a huge favor.
Yeah. Thank you, American.
It's like still hot to the touch. Yeah, no problem.
don't touch that too
these
much.
Sticky residue.
Yeah.
Like, oh. Yeah.
$2.50 a pop, baby.
All right. Well, this was a good one, man.
It's great.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Also, go buy some John Deere, some Sunbelt, and
yeah.
what do you got there?
Bullshit dog.
And just fear the beard, dude.
Fear the beard.
Just fear the beard.
That's
That
my
actually
dog.
looks a lot like your dog.
That's
yeah.
that's pretty much my dog. Yeah.
Oh, sick.
He's
Good looking
What
dog.
is your dog? What is it?
He's a
He
wire,
likes dogs.
He's a wire hair pointer.
No big deal.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's a fucking
Purebred.
He's an idiot.
Purebred.
He's the dumbest dog I've ever owned.
Does he point at anything?
All the time. Can't catch shit. He tries.
He tries. God bless him.
tries.
It's in his blood, dude.
And I zap him.
Get back here. The
Jeez.
fuck you doing?
He's the first dog I've ever had to actually get like a shock because like
He don't
He'll-
listen?
well he won't run away.
He lets his nose
but
lead
dude,
him.
the second
Yeah.
he sees a
Oh.
we have bunnies, rabbits all over the place. The second he sees a rabbit, dude,
He's
not
gone.
listening. He's not.
No.
So you got
One track
He's on
mind.
the fucking hunt, dude.
Nah, that
well,
makes
he's
sense.
literally a hunting dog, right?
I know. I fucked
Yeah.
up. I did. I did. It was my fault.
Though, like that type of dog, though, is like a very popular working breed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Well, they're supposed to be
What were
very
you
hard
thinking?
to control.
I had to get something that was somewhat hypoallergenic, so it had to be like the fine hair or whatever.
Why are you allergic to?
No, but Frankie's whole thing is like, well, what if we have kids and they're allergic to dogs and we have to get rid of the dog? I'm like, that would be
Oh, I
terrible.
didn't
You get
even
rid
tell
of
you, Grant is
the kids
gay.
first.
Well, that's what it was.
Grant's
That-
gay.
Whoa, Grant's gay?
Yeah.
Frankie?
Dude,
Yes.
why you got
Francesca, right?
I just thought, nope.
No?
No.
Frankie.
Oh,
Franklin.
Father's
super
name
gay.
is Frankie. Her mom's name is Len. This is the dumbest name you've ever heard of. I
Frank,
still like
Franklin.
it. Frankie Len is her name.
Oh, Frankie Lynn.
Franklin.
Nice.
People call her Franklin.
Nice.
He's dropping little breadcrumb trails
I-
of gayness. Dude.
yeah.
He's hinting more and more.
She's a very convincing
yeah.
trans woman.
Is there
Very
Yeah.
convincing.
is there prolapse involved? Is there? Does he
Oh,
have?
Grant's not prolapsing anything.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Don't let the big
Prolapse.
shoes fool
Oh,
you.
he does not know what prolapse is.
Yes, you do.
He does know. He has to, right?
You don't
Out of
know.
all the gay shit you guys talk about,
Right? Yeah, I feel like we literally
Talk
talked about that.
anal pro.
Yeah.
the red candy
That's why
apple.
I said, don't worry. Grant's not prolapsing anybody.
That's
yet.
that shit that you would see every once in a while scrolling through the old
Pink
fucking
sock,
hub, and you'd be like, ugh.
That made me quit.
Yeah.
I am sober. I'm actually off of that. I've been off of that.
Porn? You too,
for
right?
a very long time
I
now.
gotta. I mean, I'm not like an addict, but I sometimes
Sometimes
I say to
you
myself,
like,
I'm like, I gotta stop watching this shit
It ruins
altogether.
your
man.
imagination.
Yeah.
It really does. Actually,
sure.
my
You have no
imagination started coming back.
That's what I'm saying. I have the craziest dreams now.
Yeah.
Really?
I swear it's
I
because
miss
I stopped.
those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's got to be.
It-
Actually, don't really
100%.
have dreams anymore. It's probably
I mean, it's all the drugs in
there's
your
probably
brain.
a problem.
They've
You
been
know?
stolen from you.
I
been.
suspect that I'm not sleeping well.
The Sandman.
I think I'm now officially to that level of fat guy that I
Jesus
probably
Christ,
need
I
like
knew
a
this was coming.
sleep apnea mask or something. You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I don't know. Why don't
I would rock
I
a
have
sleep
dreams?
apnea mask instead of losing weight.
Yeah. I'm just adapting the lifestyle, you know.
Damn it, we
Probably
didn't
going to get myself a rascal
we
here
didn't
soon.
get to talk about those people. That's who I wanted to go after.
gotta-
today
we
was
gotta
fat
get off.
people.
Let's
gotta
keep
get
going.
off.
Let's keep.
You gotta go.
Let's
You
keep
gotta
going.
go, dude.
Fuck the Brazilian place, bro. We're going to Rusty's after.
What's Rusty's?
That's a bar.
Ooh,
I've never heard
is
of
that
it.
Fort Myers?
That's in Cape, at the end of Cape, I think, near the other bridge by Daniels.
Yes, yep.
It's over that way.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I've been to
Yeah,
Rusty's before.
yeah,
It's fun.
yeah. Rusty's is cool. They got square dancing, I believe. Yeah.
Where
It's
are you
pretty neat.
staying
Very
while you're
rednecky,
down here?
yeah.
Forgot that.
My mother's house.
Oh shit! Back at the fucking
Yeah,
Hizzy Bop, dude.
yeah,
Was it
been-
cool to see the old neighborhood and shit?
No, it feels like I'm back in a cage.
Yeah, fuck this place.
Yeah. No, I
So
got
glad
up.
I'm not here.
So let me talk about the way to the airport to Atlanta from Cedartown. That's where I live. It sucked so bad, and it was like during the time where everybody's getting off work, so it was super shitty.
Fucking
Going through
dead
traffic.
stop traffic.
Yeah, no one's. I don't know why they're not driving. I'm not passing by any fucking
No,
car
there's no
crashes.
accidents. Yeah, it's just
yeah. People are just.
too many cars.
I don't
I'm gonna
want to
slow
go
down.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked the
I've never
8-hour
understood
shift.
that either.
Sarasota's the same way.
Yeah.
I have no idea what causes
Deadlocked
that
now.
traffic jam, but it's just you can't get through there at 5 o'clock.
What doesn't make sense is they have all this AI stuff. Why can't they figure out the lighting situation, right? Like I feel like sometimes the red lights and green lights and stuff, like they don't fucking make sense.
Oh no,
Yeah.
not at all.
Like how long some are versus
yeah.
other ones. That
They
are
have
like way too
They
quick.
have like the trippers. I'm sure
Yeah.
they're counting how many tires are going over it or
Yeah.
whatever.
I'd
Are.
much-
I think they just fuck
They don't
with
give a
us.
fuck, yeah.
I'd
they're like-
much rather wait
yeah.
30
Push a
minutes
button.
to get onto a highway than wait 30 minutes to get off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd rather have traffic getting on the highway than getting off.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fucking retarded. Like
Yep.
it holds up way more people because like that's what happens in Sarasota is like the exit line is so fucking backed up and there's so many retarded people driving. They try to like cut.
Yep.
So then they fuck everybody else. And it's just like, just let that be a continuous flow of traffic.
Oh,
Figure
yeah.
it out.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
They try to do that on Colonial, I
Yeah,
believe.
they try to merge people in.
Merge, just have it be 2-lane, then run a third one just right off of that fucking
Well,
exit.
Elon proposed,
Ooh.
especially in Florida specifically, that you do double-decker highways.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's kind of crazy.
I
So
don't
build
know.
a
No,
highway.
everybody down here
on-
would not know what the fuck to
No.
do.
You just build another highway
Dude,
on
I'd
top
freak
of the
out at a
highway.
roundabout. Are you
They'd
kidding
be
me?
so scared. Bro, going to Miami, like, I'm like,
Oh,
where
God.
the fuck am I?
City sucks.
You see,
dude.
like, so you go to, like, one of those spots where everything's, like, weaving and crossing. You're like,
Yeah.
which one?
Yeah.
Have you driven on 275 in Tampa?
Yeah.
Is that going into...
Dude, the exits are so confusing.
It's the.
I try to stay away from it.
275, like,
you go over the Skyway Bridge.
yeah, you're talking about
Yeah, I
16
go over Skyway.
Yeah, you go over
And then you keep
Skyway,
going.
Yeah, and that's all 275. So like literally when you get off of Skyway, if you're on fucking the fourth right lane over, right?
You're getting off.
You're getting
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
It takes you
Yeah.
40 minutes out of your way.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. It's like
Bro, when I was working in St. Pete,
My
I did
music's
that like
turned
3
off, I'm
times in a row.
just
Yeah, you're so focused. I know.
my brother's like trying to turn the music. Like, shut the fuck up. Turn it down. You're distracting me.
Yeah, my girlfriend almost broke up with me doing that one
drive.
time.
Oh god.
Well, yeah. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I need to focus.
Just yapping. Yeah, my day wasn't that good. I missed the
About to get
goddamn
worse. It's about to get worse if you don't shut the fuck up.
Jesus.
exit.
So bad, dude.
It's all fun and games.
That's good.
Yeah.
Wait, what about fat people? That's
what about him, dude?
Yeah, what about him?
I keep seeing these fucking. Sorry. So there's this video that I've seen like 4 times now on Instagram. Dude, I grew up short and fat.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
here we go.
And I sprouted up, and now I'm tall and chubby. Okay?
Cultural appropriation.
Just because he got it better than us.
What does that mean? I don't have it better than. Dude, okay.
He's better than us.
Dude, he's tall. He's
Can I tell you
fully
about
bearded guy.
You're fully bearded. Yeah.
fully bearded.
I'm jealous of both
That's
of
a
your
struggle
beards,
alone.
actually.
You don't understand how many men out there in the world
Oh,
just
it's
want to
so
grow
hard.
a full beard.
So hard.
Does it not go up for you?
Mine goes like in patches, you know. So like I have a dimple here, so I have like a weird little patch in the dimple. Looks like a big ass mole sometimes. You're like, what the fuck?
Our buddy Colin, he'll forever be patchy.
poor boy.
Yeah,
Hey, he
I've
started. Did you see him lately?
He's been growing it out.
He's been growing it out. Yeah, he's been looking good.
Yeah.
Taylor,
I think his grows.
his
in
is pretty
full.
nice.
Austin's though is kind of
Oh, patchy. Sorry, Austin.
My brother.
You think he'll watch this?
Literally
He's gay.
up to his
He is
eyes.
gay. You're gay, Austin.
Wow. He has the Middle Eastern gene so bad.
Where
It's crazy.
his
Yeah,
beard
you've
goes
seen
up.
my
Got
brother.
a whole bunch of hair.
It's gross. Oh, yeah, and that's the other thing. Like
Oh yeah, you guys get the.
the thickest head of hair you've ever seen on him. I
Okay.
get fucked.
Well,
Before
isn't
you-
that like?
but he's short, dude.
Isn't
Well,
that
he's
the-
not short?
5'10",
But he's
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 5'11".
average.
Isn't that the dichotomy though of like your people? Is like either you have like
Your
all the hair or your
How's it feel,
people.
It's
Grant?
either all or none, dude.
Oh, I'm loving this. The audience is loving this right now.
Dude,
How's it feel?
I love that the tables are turned right
How's it
now.
feel?
I'm being put in my place. I'm
Aren't
being
you
humbled.
people all like that? Though?
I was one of those white trash guys we were talking about last week, where the only thing I had that I was holding on to is that I'm white, and that I'm slightly better than everybody else that's not white.
Yeah.
Not
Yo,
anymore.
no, yeah, that's what we were saying. It's like it always seems like the people who are like the most like racist and proud to be white are like the people that
poorest,
live in trailers and
dumbest
shit.
white
You know,
people.
it's
The white
like,
trash, the
it's not
Theo- the
working
Theo
out great
Vons.
for you,
That's
dude.
the
Yeah.
one thing they got.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm white.
Yeah. I'm better than one of them.
They
Tell
sit
you
there
what.
with their wife beaters,
On paper,
Budweiser.
sir, you are actually
You're doing
not
terrible.
white.
Yeah. You're doing really bad.
Yeah, if we only
Yeah.
did the numbers,
You're
right?
very black. You're very black, actually.
Oh God, kind of racist.
That was very racist, but it was kind of funny. But the fat people thing, this lady got fucking pissed off. I guess she went to a carnival.
Oh,
Which, first of all, don't ever ride rides on a carnival because they're not
so
safe.
sketchy.
They weigh
Especially
people.
if you're pushing
And they
the
straight
weight
up told
limit.
them, if you're over fucking 250, you can't
Yeah.
ride on this bitch. Like, it's not
I mean,
possible. You'll
at least
die.
they're trying to be safe.
You'll kill everybody else with
She's
you.
like, nope, this is fat phobic. I was like, I wish you'd get on that fucking roller coaster. I really wish you would. I would love to see what happens.
Split in
Probably
half or something.
nothing, but
And just
yeah.
like,
Just fucking crush
Well, there's-
3 little kids.
is it the the gravitron? She just like starts rolling on everything.
just fucking flattening people? I don't know if there's weight limits on the
30,
Gravitron.
30 dead.
there should be. Yeah, for sure, dude.
That thing
That
is
actually
wild.
would be pretty funny to be the guy that's like operating it and put all the fat guys on one side, so it just like keeps tilting the same way.
Oh man. Yeah, and then I saw another one where it's just this lady, her ass takes up 3 fucking rows.
That sucks.
And she's
That's
like,
a
I
big
have
lady.
to buy. Oh, she was
Oh, my
easily 600 pounds.
No way, and she's flying.
And she goes, I have to buy 3 fucking seats every
Mm-hmm.
time because they didn't make these for people like me. It's like, no shit.
They didn't make them for
I
people like
wonder-
me either.
do you- I would probably have to buy
Hey,
2 seats.
Hey,
huh?
assholes.
Bro, you know how
Yeah.
it feels.
Oh my God. That's
What?
what I'm saying. It's
Yesterday,
not great
last
to be
night,
tall.
it sucks. Well, yeah, the tall thing, but like just being kind of average size. I was like this with another average size guy with another
On the
average
plane.
size guy. Yeah,
Aw,
it's a
they'd
it's a
make you
flying
buy 2
fucking
seats.
bus,
It
dude.
was made for people that were in the 1960s that smoked and drank and they didn't eat, and that was it.
I wish
That's
they
what
at
were
least
made
let you do that. You know,
If
that
you
would
could
be
smoke
better.
on planes,
I was
that'd be great.
I was crunched up, bro. It sucked. I got off. I said, I hate Fort Myers. I hate everything. I want to be back in my little town. But yeah, if I was fat,
you should try to smuggle the vape on to your flight.
you
back.
know, I did.
put it between your butt
wait,
cheeks.
smuggle.
Oh,
you can bring
no.
these on.
great. You can smoke them?
There's
No,
no way. You
well,
can
I
bring
smoked
that
it
on.
in.
You brought that in your carry-on?
Yeah.
There's no way they knew that.
Oh, yeah.
That was. They
Yeah.
looked at it. They're like vape.
No,
That's
they
fine.
didn't look at it, but
This
one of the
thing with
times,
battery. That's fine.
one of the times before they
That's
did,
cool.
they checked my bag one time before I got on, and this was a few months ago. But they pulled everything out. I have a laptop in there with a battery. I
That
have
is true.
I have
Electronics.
my tablet,
What's the difference?
2 phones. This.
But
I'm-
that's my 3-player, dude.
Let's also think about the people who run.
I also
TSA.
vaped this in the restroom. Oh,
On the
TSA!
bathroom?
Thank you, Atlanta TSA, for letting me fucking cut through the line because
Oh,
I
really?
I would have been late, dude. I wouldn't have made my flight. Yeah,
Very considerate.
I was literally the last person.
What did they look like?
Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, most of the people there are black.
Yeah.
Which is wild. A lot of
They're
black
doing
people.
fine. You know what? Atlanta is actually
They
a pretty
love
good
staying there.
example.
Funniest shit
Yeah.
ever.
They don't migrate very much.
This is how racist I am. I was driving through Atlanta one time, and the only gas station that was open, because it was during COVID, it was like 4 a.m. I'm flying through Atlanta. And I had to get gas. So I pull over to this gas station. It's the only one open. And I'm like, oh, man, I'm going to walk in here. They're going to be looking at me funny because I'm white. I can kind of tell, like, this is a rough one. They have fucking advertisements for menthol cigarettes. Is like, not a good sign. These people aren't going to like me. So I walk in there, no mask on. It's just the white, trashiest, fucking, the shittiest people you've ever seen. And they're all just sitting there talking about COVID. Like, man, this shit's wild, man. Things are going to be bad. People are going to be looting and shooting coming up next. I was just dying laughing. I was like, I thought for sure this was not what I was going to see.
I was expecting a lot more pigment.
That was be a little dark.
Yeah.
That was be a little dark in there.
Did they have like the plexiglass wall?
Oh.
No, they didn't. The
They
register. Whoa. You were
Wow,
on the-
that's
you were on the
really.
outskirts
That's
then.
only the Arabs, though. I feel like they all have that.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Well,
I
they
feel
don't
like if
play
you're gonna
around.
run a gas station in Atlanta, I'm gonna have plexiglass.
Yeah.
I don't think
sure.
That doesn't
Is it
stop
really
a
that
bullet,
bad?
though.
Yeah.
I've
Is
seen.
the crime in Atlanta that bad?
Yeah.
I've seen
Really?
so I went to like
I
4
actually
gas
didn't know that.
stations in Atlanta, and they're all like that.
Atlanta's
Like
bad.
4 of them. I mean, that's only 4, but still.
Atlanta's bad. I don't know where it ranks, but it's definitely
Does that
top
correlate
10.
with the population? Is that what you're trying to do?
No,
I don't know, but every time I went, there was always a homeless black.
no, crime rates don't correlate with the population.
O Block? You're telling me O Block? That's got nothing to do with
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was riding in
you know what it is? It's a socioeconomic thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's economics, dude. It's all it is, really.
You know what's weird? Is I drove a BMW Z1 into like basically the hood of Atlanta.
Oh, you're crazy.
And you were fine?
I was fine. I was scared though, but they so there was 2 homeless people and they saw me pull up in it and they immediately came up to me asking for money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, look, I just got card. I had like a $5 bill and I gave it to one and then the other one came up and I was
fuck,
like,
man?
yeah, I was like, it was a lady and I was like, I don't have any more money. I'm sorry. Can I buy you like something? So she like put in an order for like Funyuns, the hot Cheetos and I forget what the drink.
To me, that's like, no, like sustenance.
Can I take a wild
Yeah.
guess here? When you said flaming hot Cheetos, she was a black homeless woman.
Oh yeah, she was. She was talking about.
Damn, really? You don't see a lot of
She
black
was like,
homeless people.
well, what was crazy was she was like,
you don't.
she was like, I have to pay my mom's home. Like she was in a assisted living home.
Oh, geez.
She's like, I have to pay my mom's home bill. Like they have these crazy stories, right?
Yeah.
They always do.
They always have
Not
a
not
story.
just black people. I'm
I
talking
wonder
about
who
homeless.
Came up with that and like spread it around. They're like, yo, if you go up to these people at the gas station
Sympathy.
and say that your car just ran out of gas 2 miles down the road, they'll give you money.
A lady
Yeah.
got me with that one time.
I just give
Or
them
the,
gas.
the military ones. That's the one that honestly gets under my skin a little bit.
Oh,
I've had
yeah.
that happen quite a bit.
Go to the
They're
VA,
like,
bro.
Oh, I'm in the military. I'm in between. I need to get to my bus ticket so I can get back to my bus station
Wow,
or
that's-
whatever. I've had that happen like a lot. And he'll show me his military ID. I'm like, I'm good on that, man.
Wow.
I have no problem being a
Thank you for your
dickhead to a
service,
white.
but I'm not paying for
I
your
didn't
bus
even
ticket.
say that.
Well, you know what's crazy is a lot of those VAs or you don't call them VAs, veterans.
Viettes. Oh, okay.
The vets, they kind of aren't worth shit. A
Yeah.
lot of them aren't. They're not
Yeah.
really actually. They were in the military. They got whatever medically discharged. Yeah, they use it.
like it's something, and it's like, dude, obviously you should have stayed in there, man, because you.
Yeah, you're
this whole
fucking
doing
up
it on
out
your
here.
own thing's not working
Yeah.
A
out.
lot of
Yeah.
my friends
Go back.
get fucking disability checks. They don't have disabilities.
Yeah,
They're getting almost the same as my salary.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I had a friend that.
That's fucking nice.
That's bullshit.
nice.
I'll be honest with you. You serving 4 years as a goddamn mechanic
If I hurt my back
or a fucking oh dude.
on the job,
Aw.
serving this great nation,
In California,
While I
doing
was
drugs.
tell you
bending
what's-
over at the hip, picking up a doobie I dropped.
Can I tell
I
you
get fucking paid for that.
I tell you what's much worse than being in the military? Working for a fucking company that does not give a fuck about you at all whatsoever and doesn't pay you fucking disability when you get done in 4 years.
Is that where we work at right now?
Absolutely for
Is
us.
it?
But
Wait, I have disability.
I
Do you
mean,
not
the
have
previous
disability?
employer that you guys talked about didn't seem
Oh,
super great
Bandy,
sometimes.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Bandy.
God. Fucking
Live and die,
Bandy.
baby.
Yeah, Bandy was wild, dude.
Aesop. All
I
the
was
way.
about to say,
That's
that
true,
sounds
though.
pretty
They
sweet.
do have the ESOP. Hey,
I'm waiting 5 years.
Okay, so it is 5 years. So
It's
I
about-
still have to
you
wait
know,
a
you know
couple
what's
more
funny
years.
is that you can actually come back now and they will reinstate it. So before it was like you have to be
I don't know
6
if I
months.
want them to do that.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I want to cash out on it, restart.
Well, I'm saying if I come back to Fort Myers, which I fucking hope I never do,
I know that's. How
I
I'm
will be
feeling
working
right
for
now.
Bandy for the rest. I told Tay I would get that tattoo if I came back. I don't know on my forehead. I don't think I said that, but live and die, live and die.
dude. That was like a thing when we were working on that really shitty job at FGCU. We're like in the mud every day. We're just like live and die for BNI.
Oh yeah.
We almost did die.
That was the best because Austin tried to kill us a few times.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
and this guy,
Someone called
Is
him
that where you
pussy.
got zapped? Where you got zapped real bad in the trench?
I got zapped.
Oh, he got zapped
not-
a lot, though.
That was in
Oh.
Bradenton, but you get every time you're welding in water, you're gonna get zapped.
I love that
Like a lot.
story.
But yeah, no,
that
that
guy thought he was fucking around with him?
Yeah, Brandon.
Brandon.
Well,
He actually said
Come
to
on,
me,
man.
he's like, dude, he kind of reminds me of Brandon a little bit.
yeah. I thought you guys were related.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
No, so
Is he
I was
bald and bearded?
And the funny
Yep.
thing
Oh,
is
see,
I wasn't
that's-
even welding. Like when I got zapped that bad, there was underground flanges that we were capping off,
Yep.
and so we put help me out here, the plates over the
blind flange?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
making
basically
it a
the
blind
cap.
flange,
Yeah, yeah.
the cap. And I was doing that with like the heavy duty 1/2-inch driver,
Yep.
and it was corded. So I had a cord on it. And again, it's the ditch. It's not like soaking wet, but it's wet. So I'm wet. I'm sitting in the water and I'm doing it. And I go to grab the cord to like move it out from under me because I'm moving. And it had like a nick in the cord.
Yeah.
And the welder that we were running the extension cord off of, the GFI was broken. So the GFI didn't go off like it should have. So it grabbed me and my hand curled around. You know, when you get.
Got
Like
stuck.
fell over in the ditch. I'm like, just making sounds. Can't do anything. Brandon comes over and I fuck around a lot. You know what I mean? It really is my fault. And I remember he's like, "What are you doing, man? Quit fucking around." You're like yelling at me, you know.
That's
Cut
not
it
funny,
out,
dude.
Fucking stop it, man! Like he's like yelling at me, and I remember like thinking, I'm gonna die. Like, this is how I fucking die. This is how I die. I did fuck around too much, dude.
Fuck around and find out.
Swear to God. Yeah. Like you told me, yo, you fucking played too much, dude. I did. I fucking played too much, man. And finally he gets it, you know, he's like, oh fuck, he's not picking it. Runs over and shuts the welder off. And I'm like, oh fuck. Just like laying in the mud. And I'm like, God damn it. Yeah,
Take a break after that one?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Brandon's like, Jesus Christ, man, how long was that thing grabbing you? I was like, as long as you were yelling at me. I was like, what the fuck? He's like, you fuck around too much.
This is why we don't fucking play around.
Play too much.
Yeah.
God.
You know what?
I had
Never
a similar-
stopped, dude.
I had a similar-
I didn't
No,
let
he
that
didn't
stop me.
because that was before
Yeah,
we
that was
worked.
before, yeah.
And then he would fuck around whenever we're working. I was like, you fuck around way too much.
It
He told me
doesn't
that
surprise
story.
me.
I was like, yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
He always, dude, he wakes me up with a phone call and he knows I'm like fucking 15 minutes late to work. Dude, where are you?
Fucking director of
15 minutes
construction's
out.
here right
You
now,
hear
dude.
me in my car. Fucking our CEO is
Big
here
boss
in
is
the fucking
here.
office, and he said he's gonna fire anyone that comes in here like 1 minute late. Like, why are you doing? It's fucking 7:30, dude. I don't want to hear this shit. Like,
It
leave
just
the
makes
fuck
me
alone.
happy to know that he's like waking up in a panic.
He's like,
oh fuck, you know, getting his shit, like, just fucking
Such a-
around.
Such a
I had a
bastard.
similar experience with a very dry piece of chicken. And
What?
well,
Oh, you choking?
let me tell you something.
You comparing me to a dry piece of
This is the other
chicken?
thing
You
that sucks
fucking
about-
piece of shit.
You are white.
That's like the worst.
Let's be honest here.
If you really think about it, though, if you were going to compare somebody to food, that's like the worst thing that
For a
you
white
could do to
person?
somebody.
Yeah, you're just a dry-
bland piece of chicken.
Oh my
dude.
God.
That's fighting words.
That's worse than a
so
cracker.
you almost choked to death.
Sitting there eating dinner with the grandparents and my father. I think my mom and my brother were out of town. And eating chicken, man. You know, I eat really fucking fast. Definitely did not chew
Insanely
a whole piece.
fast.
Yeah, like insanely
Like,
fast.
Yeah,
like
he
prison
ate that
fast.
sub. Like he was
Swallowed
out
it.
and it was already.
He breathes
Was that a
food.
full? Like that was a full sub. Jesus, yeah, Publix.
He does not fuck around.
So I fucking scarfing my shit down. I bit off more than I could chew, quite literally. And I'm fucking Like, there's the most gut-wrenching sound you've ever heard yourself make.
Scary,
So
too,
I'm
because
fucking
you're
hitting
gasping.
my dad. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking choking. And he's like, quit fucking around. I was like, so I get up and run over to the sink. Nobody is big enough to CPR my ass, or whatever it's called. The
Heimlich.
Yeah.
Good luck with that shit. So I fucking make
You're
myself
trying to
throw up.
choke.
I tried to grab it out, and I fucking made myself throw up everywhere.
Nice.
Were you okay?
He survived, I think.
So you saved yourself while your family watched.
But in my
Crazy.
in my
Are you
fucking,
so mad?
in my moments of panic, I'm literally thinking in my head, I'm about to die.
This is
on
how
a
I die.
fucking piece of chicken, dude.
That's how I die.
Imagine
terrible white
Maybe
people
they were
food
right.
is
Maybe
what's
I
gonna
should
kill me.
slow down and chew my food
that
better.
thought. Yeah.
Dry,
it didn't
unseasoned
happen.
Yeah, fuck that. Not letting that stop me.
Yeah. What is that like after a near-death experience? I'll change my ways. I
Yeah.
swear.
I'm gonna eat slower
you,
from
God.
now on, man.
I swear I'll go to church.
I'll go to church
Just get
every
me out of
weekend.
this. Just get me out of this.
Just go right back to being a piece of
Yeah.
shit.
It's crazy,
Oh,
right?
the church thing, man. I was actually wanting to ask you about that. The whole, do we have to go to church? Like, in the Bible, it doesn't really
As a
say.
Christian?
Like, yeah, you're supposed to conglomerate. You're supposed to, you're supposed to hang out with other Christians.
Yeah, I'm brain farting on the word too, but
it
yeah,
commune?
commune. I guess you could
Congregate?
say congregate. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I went to college
So, like-
for. Just to learn
Hell
a couple
yeah.
words.
Yeah.
Love that. How much was that? 50 grand?
Oh, well, you're good at football. You can go for free,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got full rides, dude.
Hell yeah, dude. Fuck.
So the way that works, by the way, so if they don't have a women's sport equivalent to what yours is, and vice versa, if they don't have a men's sport equivalent to the women's, you get full rides.
Holy shit.
So until they come up with women's football,
Which would be pretty hot, actually.
well, the laundry
They do
leagues.
have the
laundry
They have
league.
the ones where they have the the
The
small.
laundry leagues.
Is that what it's
That's
called?
what it's called.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's kind
I
of
don't watch it.
Which, by the way, dude, I can't wait till like a fully bearded fucking trans guy gets in
just
there, dude.
wrecks
I'm
them all.
the highest
fuck.
rated
Just
left
clotheslining
tackle.
bitches, dude. Just fucking.
I couldn't beat up men, so now I beat up women.
Yo, dude, that would be amazing. That might be worth it. I mean,
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
have to do anything. You
just say it.
are.
Yeah.
I could go out there right now in as terrible shape as I am, and I would fucking destroy them.
dude.
Jesus.
Yeah, it'd actually
I
be
think
great
we
to watch.
actually, I think we all probably could. I think
We
I
could
think
try.
We'd
Let's-
have a great defensive
let's
line.
do that.
I
Yeah.
couldn't be able to catch them, but once I get my hands on you, I
I wouldn't be able to stand up
I catch
afterwards.
You slipping, dude. I catch you looking the other way. I'm
Yeah, but
bringing
if
you
you're
down.
if you're truly not trans, you would have to sit down for a little bit, right?
what do you mean?
I'm talking about you don't have that. What do you call that? Warrior's dick or whatever.
Oh, battlecock.
Battlecock. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't have battlecock when I'm wrestling around with some
Yeah,
ladies.
no,
Yeah.
yeah,
You'd have
definitely.
you'd have to tape that thing down.
I'd be getting hands.
They'd be like, "Excuse me, that's a penalty."
I'd be getting handsy.
Rape, number 10, free touchdown.
Put them in cuffs. Her.
I'd literally be the guy. You ever see that skit with Key and Peele, Slap Ass? I'd be
Oh yes.
Slap Ass. Come on. Like, no, you need to.
What-
you have a problem.
At
You
the
need to
end, he was
stop.
like,
"Come on."
"What was it?"
Slap
At the
Ass?
end, he was like, "One more time."
Yes.
Just
Okay.
please.
Yeah. Fucking winds up. Yeah. But no, in short, there's nothing in the Bible that says if you don't go to church, you're going to hell. That's crazy.
How did we?
No,
And the
it's
church
not.
is
happening.
Well, that was my question. Was
We do a lot
No,
of
but
twists
how
and
did we get
turns
so
on this
far
show.
chicken wing?
Yeah.
How did we?
We do a lot of twists and turns.
That was
I don't know.
crazy.
Yeah, we started talking about football. Sorry.
Oh,
All right.
yeah,
you
yeah,
said
yeah.
you mentioned college.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
And then battlecock.
But yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to.
I
do
love
that.
that term, dude.
It-
It was a
I didn't
good
come
one.
up
As
with
soon as I heard you guys talk about it, I was like,
Battlecock is great, right?
I told my
that's all
girl
grand,
about that.
dude.
She's
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck is that?" And
Yeah,
I was
they
like,
don't
"Well,
get it.
I was like, that's whenever Warriors are."
Yeah.
She just looked at me like I was
That's
stupid.
the- that's
Second
the
someone
boys.
says it, it makes sense immediately. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
Battlecock.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've
Oh, yeah.
all experienced it because you
100%.
play sports, running around,
You're like,
whatever.
"Oh, fuck."
Or even like you get into a fight, or even just a scary situation. Like
They
you ever been
get
like where you get
sucked
that
up.
deep like gut feeling of like,
Mhm.
oh fuck it. Those boys get put up quick. They're like, yep. They fucking
Save me.
Swords are flying.
Yeah,
Save
time
me,
to go.
daddy.
Yeah, fucking. It is crazy. It's great though. It's actually the perfect.
God thought
response.
about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was like,
the Lord
"Listen."
thought this through, and he's like,
He's a smart guy.
Yeah, very smart. Alpha and the Omega.
yeah. I just think that's funny that the term was Achilles' heel. It should have been Achilles' balls. You know what I mean? Like, It's the most vulnerable part on our body, and it just dangles.
Yeah, well, you can't dip,
You
can't dip a baby into the river by their balls.
I mean, she was trying to give him some extra length.
Especially those fucking Greek guys, man. They just had everything hanging out.
Yeah.
Fucking sword fighting. Oh my god.
Jesus.
Yeah, that actually in ancient Greek culture, that was a sign that you were a great lover if your dick was small.
Oh, I thought it was just like it means that your intellect was just
Smart,
top notch.
great love, like intellectually,
You're
you could
intellectual.
be able to understand.
I don't
Women.
know what the
of a
fuck
woman.
happened to me.
Wow.
Yeah,
No wonder
I
I'm
know.
so stupid
I'm not
with
smart.
women.
What a
I'm
great
not-
time to be alive.
Not very, not
like,
very
whoa.
handy.
Did you see how small his dick was? I bet he's great. You know what I mean? Like,
bet he uses-
Yeah, right.
I
Imagine.
would have killed
I bet he
it.
compensates with his mouth.
I would have killed it. Yeah. I would've killed it.
Fuck. That would have been a great time to live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't know how good they had it. You know.
Yep.
Now it's all just black guys. You know what I mean? They're fucking
BBC.
king, they're king of the crop now.
Oh god.
Another reason why I had to stop watching.
I did see though.
They're taking over the industry. It's not right.
telling you.
I'm tired of it.
They're taking white jobs.
I'm telling you, when I was a boy, and I first started to watch this stuff, because porn actually was kind of late for me, like because I grew up out in the country, so we had a terrible
yeah.
internet connection. So all I was ever able to watch was like HBO at night and shit, like Tits and Shadows.
Like
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
5-second
softcore
preview
shit.
on
You
the-
don't
on
ever
the
see
websites.
dicks.
You could
yeah.
see those too.
Even at that,
Girls
it was like
Gone
more
Wild.
of a pain in the ass because we only had one computer and it was upstairs
Joey,
in like
it's
a
my
loft.
turn. Get
yeah.
the fuck out of here.
It would have been impossible to try and do that. Like
Yeah.
it would have been very nerve wracking. And I had a big family. It was almost never a moment that I was home alone. You know what I mean? Somebody was always around, and it was just a loft. So I was gonna go up there and jerk off in a loft where you can like look over, see the family room like this. You know?
Well, that's how you keep an eye on them.
You know what I mean? Yeah. What's going on down there? You know? Yeah.
One's
So-
missing.
But like, and I didn't get my first smartphone until I don't know, probably 20. Like I think it was like 2011.
God, and that's when you went ham.
Oh, dude, it was on and popping, you know. But I remember it gave me kind of a complex at the time because I remember the locker room in high school, and I always, you know, you do self-estimation. You're like,
Yeah.
"Man, I'm not that bad. You know what I mean? Like you'll see a guy walk by and be like, oh, Jesus, you know.
It could be worse.
Yeah, you're like I'm somewhere in the middle, maybe lower middle in this room. You know what I mean? I'm doing fine, you know. But I remember when I started watching that, I'm like, Jesus Christ, every single one of these guys is fucking humongous. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck? Look how big some of these are. I found out recently, actually, that, yeah, the camera adds 2 inches. It sure does, because there's, and I was saying this the other day, there's a guy on Instagram that does, like, he, like, I don't know, like, quizzes himself, I guess, on, like, porn quiz or whatever. Like he'll literally see how quickly, like it'll just show pictures.
Oh, pictures of and
yeah, like they're fully clothed or whatever. But just he'll show a picture of like a
who it
person's
is
face or something, and he'll know. So
It'd
he
be way
did one
funnier
with
if you did it by dicks.
dude porn stars, and he
But
did like
with-
their sizes on each one of them, and like all of them were like 6 and 7 inches.
I know that dick.
Yeah, yeah,
Jeez.
just the dick. Yeah. Oh, that's so and so's.
You know, it's the gayest thing actually is to watch porn. So for this guy,
the same thing. Yeah.
yeah, it's just watching another dude. Like, you know, you try to picture yourself there, right? Typically, it's like I went to
I
FPV.
always-
I
yeah.
went to FPV. I
Yeah.
never try to like see a whole dude's fucking wash.
Oh,
I
you
think-
know,
I think most
First person
dudes
view.
do that.
Okay,
Yeah,
I don't know
we're-
why
well-
that took me so long to remember what that was.
Yeah. First person.
Yeah,
view.
you're just like you pretend you're the guy, and you're
Yeah,
like,
if-
oh, stepsister.
If
That's
not,
what I
you
would
end
do.
up with
Yeah.
the angle under the fucking guy's nuts, and you're like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, what's
Which
going on here?
is an awkward angle for everyone
It's the
involved.
worst
It's an
angle.
awkward angle if you're the actor. It's an awkward angle if you're the cameraman. It's an awkward angle to watch.
The guy who
as
came
the
up
viewer,
with that was a
You're- yeah, you're just
and
like
to
homosexual.
imagine where am I in this scenario? You know, what am I doing? Yeah,
It's cuckold is what it is.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, but so yeah, that's one thing. It's just I
Yeah.
got tired of just I was like, man, that's a lot of dudes' dicks in my brain.
yeah, really, seriously.
Yeah.
You guys are onto something.
I
with
went
this,
to
man.
lesbian porn for a little bit.
Yeah,
But then
it's more pure.
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Or just one. Just them. Just
Just
Alone?
them
one
by
girl
themselves. Yeah,
doing her
I
thing.
agree with that.
That's great.
Eventually I got tired of all of it.
I get it. Yeah,
One
You guys
dude,
are really.
I'm telling you, you watch one of those documentaries on the terrible shit that happens to them.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
in the industry.
I
Yeah.
don't want any part of that.
Yeah, I've heard. I mean, you hear like I think it was Riley Reid or something like talking about the industry. Mia Khalifa or whatever. Another one. There.
Pretend you don't know her name.
I actually never watched Khalifa very much.
She was
I've
before my
never
time.
I didn't
seen-
like her.
I've never seen a video of her. I've never seen one of her videos.
Yeah, I've seen her titties.
the old ones, but yeah, I don't.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jesus Christ, you go on Instagram, you'll see anybody's titties now.
Yeah, very true.
That is true.
Very true. Yep, but it's just they have a lot of bad shit that goes on.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched the documentary, but I just kind of want to stay away from that world because it was the biggest stronghold in my life.
For sure.
Was that
It's so easily accessible, and it becomes so easy to just
it's very bad.
do that. It's like,
Oh, dude, you go
Get this
2
demon
hours
out of
to
me.
find one
Yeah.
video.
Oh my god, yeah.
I've seen
You're just
so
trying to
many dicks at that point.
you're scrolling through.
Seen that
and then
dick,
they
seen that
do
dick.
they
Ooh,
do
a fresh new dick.
but they do implant those gay and trans stuff in there.
Oh,
What do you mean?
100%.
Yeah, and as you're scrolling through now, like if you just want the straight stuff, they still put like gay shit in there. They'll
been
put
doing
like the trans stuff. They've been doing it for years now, I think.
Forever.
I actually don't.
Yeah,
What
and,
site are you guys
and
talking about?
like in
specifically?
20. Well,
You may
YouTube-
also like. You may also like.
You
may
two strike
also
me
like-
as Pornhub guys. Very vanilla.
was.
no, I
you know.
actually liked XNXX a lot.
That's what I watch.
Yeah, that was my thing. Before that, there was a place called like something Gifts.
I saw some prolapses on that one. I never,
Oh, yeah,
never
you
went
never
on there.
wanted to go back.
I was like, this is not.
They got some freaky shit on
Yeah,
there.
well, they-
but,
It's not my-
but
you
it's
end
all
up with-
broken up into like categories.
There's
and stuff.
vomit, piss, like it
Yeah,
starts
there's
getting
some pretty-
crazy.
yeah,
So
there's
you
some
got to be
pretty fucked
careful.
up shit on there.
Don't even do it.
But
First
that's
of all,
the thing too. Is like,
No, I like
how
that
do you
though.
get to
There-
that fucking point?
That's
it's
what I'm
because
saying.
of all
You
that. It's because of
desensitize-
you
totally.
need to
I
find something
completely-
else new.
I completely get that, and like again, like I don't do it every day, and I feel like
That's
when
good.
you get to that point that like you're doing it every day, then you're like
That's a problem.
desensitizing
All right, let me-
yourself to like a point that's like,
Let me give you my.
you'll watch some shit that's
I'm gonna
you're
strangle
not gonna
myself.
forget.
What is
Yeah.
what is that?
Watching these
belt
two
around
guys
my
beat
neck,
each other
yeah.
up in a bathroom stall.
It's the only thing that does it for me now.
Oh Jesus!
Can't come until someone bleeds.
I think that's where I was at with the boys. Heads getting smashed. I was like, okay, all right, yeah,
That's
this is
hilarious.
nice.
You
guys
Super.
calling
It's
it
getting
that
dark.
guy's
Yeah.
This is great. I love this.
Yeah, my hedonistic stuff. Hedonistic?
Yeah, hedonistic.
It started very early. In kindergarten, so this is weird stories that I have, but I had a babysitter that used to babysit me, sister and a brother, and the neighbor, and she was a girl. So we all got together one time, babysitter was sleeping, and the older boy was telling us how to play this game. And we
boy.
were under some covers. And he was saying, like, you put that in there, and that's like a point or whatever. And, like, this is what you're trying to do, right?
How old were you?
I was like, this is kindergarten. So I was like
Holy shit.
5 or
Yeah.
something. But he was doing it with his sister.
Oh no!
And I was doing
This
it with the
kid's
neighbor girl.
fucked
And I
up.
just remember how the neighbor girl smelled. She smelled like armpits.
Yeah, well,
And
yeah.
so it was a little rough. But that's where I was introduced to that. Later on,
Wait, so I gotta, because you glazed over that a little.
yeah,
You got laid
at a very young age. But I don't think you can consider it.
No,
'Cause,
no,
like,
no,
it was just
no,
like,
no, no,
you're
no.
just like rubbing nubs, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if,
How cool were you, dude?
Oh, I was super cool. Yeah. I was like, oh, this
That
is.
is true. Like,
That's crazy.
He's the
Oh,
only
yeah.
kid in third grade's like,
You
please.
kissed a girl? You're fucking. That's nuts.
That's
Yeah.
nothing, dude. Yeah, so it was kind of bragging rights to my closest friends.
Where did he learn that from?
Where did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it was. He
he
was.
was
So
older
he
than you
was.
guys?
He was probably in third grade or something. I would say his sister was
Still,
probably in
man.
first grade.
I don't remember.
But
being,
that's the thing.
He was doing
These,
it with
like,
his
I think that's
sexual
the
at all.
beginning of where kids started getting really, like somehow we're getting access to it, like to this type of knowledge or whatever.
Yeah.
They probably seen like
Yeah,
videos or
especially
something.
nowadays, man.
Nowadays, for sure. I mean, you got to be really careful.
Dog, I can't not find porn on Instagram.
Oh my
We
god!
talked about
Yeah,
this.
the algorithm thing.
is bullshit.
It's literally.
I
out to
just
get
keep
you,
on
bro. Yeah.
blocking and reporting.
Oh,
That's what I
really?
do. Yeah,
Okay.
because I was tired of. So I got into the trap on Instagram where it's like nothing but ass and titties, and
Yeah.
I was just like, at first I was like, oh fuck yeah, I love this. Like love
Yeah.
watching this shit all the time. And then it just got to the point where I was like, man, I'm a fucking
Sick
sexual
of it.
deviant.
Yeah.
I'm just disgusting.
I'm there
Looking
too.
at women are beautiful, right? But
I'll even stop.
It's
you
too
there.
much.
To a point to
I
where
don't-
it's like,
I
it's
don't think
gross.
that's
They're
terrible.
being,
When you start paying their bills
yeah,
on OnlyFans,
I did that with
you've
two.
got a problem.
Okay,
And I was like,
Why?
why the fuck am I doing it? Yeah.
were they people you knew?
Well, there was one that I knew.
Okay, no, that's
That makes
reasonable.
sense, right?
That's reasonable.
But still, it's kind of, you kind of think of yourself and you're like,
You're late, homeboy.
nah, fuck that place.
What? It's all right.
Look, man, I never really cared about going to like the dinner thing.
That's cool, that's
I will
cool.
meet up
Yeah.
at the bar though.
Absolutely.
But I'll hang out. I'm chill. I'm pretty chill.
Dude, we should have.
You're cool.
We should
Yeah.
do the fucking live stream again, and then just have him voice call from fucking on Discord.
I got a lot of crazy stories for you
you're
guys.
talking about like over.
Yeah, I would love to do this again.
Absolutely.
Oh, heck yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely, dude.
That's-
You're like, and I kind of assumed this because like if you can get along with Austin, he's such an asshole.
Yeah, you can go
No,
on with
but, like,
anybody.
seriously,
Let's switch over to a story.
He has a very good judge of character. So like if
He does.
every time he's told me like, no, this guy's really cool. He's been completely spot on.
Oh yeah, he's really good. I mean, I almost fought him one time in the ditch. We
What
almost
things
got
happened?
nasty,
100
was
degree heat.
nasty
Yeah.
and dirty.
Middle
I
of the
almost killed
summer,
myself
dude.
that day too. Actually,
No.
yeah. I told
Not
you
'cause
about
of
this.
me, right?
Who you got
was
over
that?
there?
My brother keeps calling. What for?
Because of you? Not necessarily because of you, but it was
It
kind
was
of the
the catalyst.
the amalgamation of everything.
Fuck it, I'm ending it today.
Yeah, I was like, no, but I thought I was a piece of shit, because
Aw,
I started. Well, I was kind of in a sense because so Bear was going slow at doing something, and I was kind of getting irritated. We're in the ditch, man, and it's fucking gross in there, and you just whatever, right? So he was doing something slow, and then I kind of got on to him about it. And I realized I probably shouldn't have done that, but it was too late because he started yelling at
It's
me.
too late.
And then he's like, I'll punch you. I was like, fucking do it. Do it. And I just kept yelling at him, and he threw a water bottle at my chest. And I was like so livid, bro. I started like getting shaky, and I was about to cry. I was like, fuck this, I'm
fucking do
out.
this.
And then so I left. I went home. And this was after you sold me your
yeah.
motorcycle. So I left home. Left to go home. It's 30 minute drive or whatever. I'm fucking speeding, fucking doing this and that. And then I'm looking at every
remember
light
you
pole.
telling us that.
Yeah, I'm looking at every
fucking
light
wreck
pole. I was
this
just
thing
like,
into
let me
it.
just fucking go over. I get home, I get on the motorcycle, and then I start driving back, and it's calmer. I'm on the motorcycle that he sold to me. I was like, man, I really like fucked up. I was like, I basically was being a dick to Austin just for no reason, really. It really didn't. Like, I shouldn't have done it. So, I
but
shouldn't
it's-
have done it, but
it's hot out, and everybody, the temperatures and tempers
people
rise
don't
when it's
fucking
hot
get
out,
that.
dude. They don't
They
understand
really
what it's
don't.
like to be out there. The slightest thing will fucking
Oh, yeah.
set you off, dude. And that's
I've seen dudes get like literally beaten halfway to death
Jesus.
on the football field over like them stepping on someone's shoe
Mm.
after fucking conditioning. They're like, all right, I'm gonna fucking kill you now,
Yeah.
even though they were just best friends. Like it, dude, heat like illness is like the fucking devil because it just makes you
telling you, bro, it makes you
miserable
super
and
aggressive.
sufferable
it gets
human
into you.
being.
Yeah.
It really does.
Well, there was always a rule, right, with us doing summer work, especially too because summer work was like always our longest days too, because with Bandy, it was always like we did a lot of schools. So summertime, the schools were, students were out, schools were basically closed, and we would have like deadlines to be done by school starting up again. So it was always like that's when you
Crunch.
got your most overtime.
Yep.
And so you'd be working almost every Saturday and like 10 to sometimes 12 hours. And in that type of heat,
A
in
half
those
day.
type of conditions, half day. Brandon used to call it, hey, we're only working half day today. And that meant we were working 12 hours, half the day. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's just with that type of, conditions, man, you get real fucking shitty real
the
fucking
camaraderie
quick.
you get from doing that shit long term with people is
True.
like, is crazy.
Yeah, that is true because we all still talk.
Oh,
We
yeah.
haven't worked together like since that job, I don't think.
Yeah, it was I mean, we always said it was like the best crew. Like it was my best crew that
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I mean, I loved it. Like everybody out there was chill. I hope
It
you
was
get
the
Tay
worst
on here
job
and
I
Colin.
think all of us had done, but we also like revere it as like the best job because of the group of
The people,
guys.
yeah.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
what made it.
It was it was a tight type of. I still talk to all those guys specifically from that crew.
yeah.
And I didn't work with any of the. I mean, I briefly with Austin and briefly with What's his name?
Taylor or
Yeah.
okay.
No,
Colin.
Colin.
Yeah.
Taylor got moved. Well, no, I guess we all worked on the next job together, but that was basically
Oh,
a
yeah.
continuation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
another
fucking-
another underground.
That was fucking this guy Dave Rhodes, the superintendent. I remember
Let's
this
go.
is the hottest fucking summer. That's when I like officially made up my mind too. I'm like, I am done with this. Like I'm gonna take the first opportunity out. Like I'm done. And I remember I was up on top of like, you know, a ladder basically, like welding the top of this pipe, and it is so fucking hot. I am like soaking wet. And I come down I just finished the weld. I come down off the ladder and I'm like chugging fucking ice water. And the superintendent walks up and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck? Now I see why nothing's getting done on this job. You guys are just standing around all day."
Yep.
I thought he was joking, so I like laughed and I was like, "Yeah, right." He's like, "No, I'm serious. What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, "Are you kidding?" I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like I instantly lost
was
my
Davey?
shit. Yeah, Dave Rhodes. I instantly lost my shit. It was a big deal.
Yeah.
He was talking to Fob. They were gonna write me up over it.
Jeez.
They did not write me
I
up.
was writing up a big deal.
That guy's
Not there.
he's a piece of work.
Not a B&I. It's not.
You know what's funny is he's a nice guy,
it's a big
but
deal. But it's super easy to get written up when you blow up on a fucking superintendent.
oh yeah. Well, he was a nice guy. It's so weird. He has like
Yeah,
a weird,
Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's like sometimes he'd be real cool, real
He's
nice,
probably
and then
bipolar.
that day it was like, what
Maybe.
the fuck's your fucking problem? I mean, I'm
deal
literally
with-
soaking fucking wet, chugging water, welding hood's still on. You know, what do you
Yep.
think I'm fucking doing?
He fired me.
Fucker.
We
Yeah, he
deal with
did.
those
Well, no,
guys
he
now.
didn't.
He didn't fire me.
Yeah, that's actually a very funny story.
He came up to the job site that we were on, and he's like, "Hey, Adam, come over here." And I knew it felt weird because I already knew. I was like, "I'm getting fired," but there wasn't really a reason because I had a physical therapy that I had to go to, so I left the guys there like.
you, like,
once
fucked
a
your
week
back
or
up or
something.
something,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And so I told everybody. I told my foreman, Brandon. I told Davey Rhodes. I told Vic. I told everybody. And Davey comes out one day and he's like, "Hey, come over here."
Tell me about this. I still want to hear it.
He was like,
It's
"Hey,
the
you."
greatest.
funny.
It was yeah. He's like, "Hey, come over here." So I was like, "You're firing me, aren't you?" And he's like, "No." So we got to the back of his truck and he's like, "Here's your papers. We're gonna have to let you go." I was like, "So you are firing me?" He's like, "I'm not firing you." Yeah, he's like, "I'm not firing you." I'm like, "All right, bet." I left all my shit on the job site because I was like, "Fuck this. I'm not gonna deal with it." I went all the way to B&I, got there, talked to the two big managers. I won't say their names, and was like, "Look, man, if you guys want to fire me, go ahead, but listen that." I was gone for a reason. They were saying like, "Oh, you've been missing hours or whatever," and I'm like, "I'm not going out to the fucking beach and partying. You know, I'm not going to go fuck around. Like, if that's what you guys think I'm doing, then go ahead, fire me. If not, then fucking talk to someone."
Sued the absolute shit out of them if they asked.
Maybe. There was a guy that sued them because Yendries was talking some mad shit in Spanish. I think it was. Maybe not.
Sued him?
Maybe not. Not Yendries. There was a guy that he kind of looked like Elmo or like a Muppet. I forgot his name. Joel. And
Never seen a person that looks like Elmo.
bro, he was like Arab or Jewish or Arab. I don't know what he was,
Oh,
but
he's
he
covered in hair like Elmo.
no, but
Joel.
like.
God,
He was like
I know who
this
you're
white
talking
guy
about,
that you
too.
wouldn't even expect him to be that,
Yeah.
but he knew how to speak Spanish.
Yeah.
And so he sat
He
on that
listened to these
crew,
motherfuckers for like a whole week or something.
Just talk
yeah.
shit about him.
just
Yeah.
talk shit about him.
Useless white boy.
See, that's why I want to learn, so I can crack down on these
Yeah.
people thinking they can pull one over quick. on me.
yeah.
You have to.
Well, no, like honestly, I want to learn.
Cultural edge.
I feel like it's. Well, here's the thing.
It's not a bad
When
idea
you're a
to
white
live
guy
in
and
Florida
you
and
come
know
up and
Spanish.
talk to a Hispanic person who like works for the company. I don't say you work for me because you don't. You work for the company that I work for.
Right.
And I'm just the middleman.
Yeah.
I literally.
I try not to piss those guys off because they do things for me.
bad
for my
idea.
soul. It's
Yeah.
a really bad idea. Treat them with respect.
Right.
But I always feel like you kind of like gotta be, and then there's always a language barrier with our guys because like literally none of them.
If
speak.
you can speak fluent Spanish, they respect you.
Oh my god!
more.
Yeah,
they
Oh,
just do.
hell yeah.
They love
Yeah.
you. Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
why I
Wait.
need to get on Duolingo.
It-
Duolingo.
Is it Cuban Spanish?
It's a
everything.
mixture.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It's everything.
It depends
Cuban's
on the
hard.
trade. Yeah, it
Cuban's
literally
hard.
depends on the trade.
Go
Because,
go
like,
Mexican Spanish.
I'll say
They're
that like
they're the majority for sure, but
it's-
there's a lot of Puerto Ricans and a lot of Cubans.
yeah, and they're more in like the like
Management.
plumbing and
well,
Yeah, that makes sense.
I feel like
and,
all the managers are Cuban for the most part.
yeah,
too.
Cuban, yeah. But
Interesting.
then, lot of the Mexicans
have
and
an
then like
easier
South
time.
Americans are like
They have
block
an easier
and
time getting in here, like the Cuban guys, because they.
yeah. What is that? It
'Cause
seems
they're
like they
always-
don't have an issue.
Well, you say that, and then I talked to Jenry for like an hour, and he was like, it took my wife and my grandmother or my mother 7 years. He's like, I lived in America by myself for
Holy
7
shit.
years. I was like, what the fuck happened? Like, someone had to have dropped the ball.
Yeah,
Because my grandfather didn't even wait that long when he was trying to fucking flee.
yeah, but he was Armenian.
Wait, to
Beirut.
do what? For
To-
like a
to,
visa?
like-
To immigrate.
They didn't even get full immigration. I don't know if it is. I think it is technically a visa. So they're here based on that he got citizenship.
Yeah.
And he's sponsoring them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's at least how he.
Yeah,
explained
that's what makes
it.
sense.
7 years he had to fucking live by himself in like a one
Jeez.
bath, one bedroom deal.
Without your wife.
Yeah, he's like, it was terrible.
That's great. I mean, seriously, that's
I
like,
couldn't do it,
that's
bro.
embarrassing.
Honestly,
That's
yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, it
Most
sucks.
women won't do it.
No.
They'll find somebody else to fill the void, if you will.
I didn't say anything about that.
You
but
know
I
what
was
I mean?
thinking in my
Jesus.
head.
I'm just saying,
Jesus.
like,
Years?
it's like,
Oh man, I don't know. Is it like that for women? I thought it'd be crazier for him, honestly.
I think it's like that for all people, but yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like
I'd
women
agree
are the
with
same way. I mean, it's you know,
Probably
what,
not.
What did you say?
So maybe they had an agreement. Probably not.
I don't know.
It's the
definitely
emotions.
Like I notice specifically with all the Spanish cultures, whichever they come from, they're all way more traditional with their like. Well, I say that, and then they're traditional
Yeah.
with their
We know a couple
marital
of them.
roles.
Yes.
But it definitely seems like the Islanders have it hooked up to where they're just allowed to cheat, and I
Wow.
don't understand
Yeah.
that.
The men are.
Whereas
Yeah.
Mexican,
The men are,
but Mexican don't play that shit.
Yeah.
like they're like very, very big on like family and traditional,
Yeah, they don't
like
fuck
Christian roles or
They're
you know,
like
I've
Catholic
seen
or
that
whatever.
too. Yeah, it's very odd.
It's crazy though, right?
Yeah.
Like it seems like the island cultures,
We know some
they're
people,
more,
they're Cuban.
They're not as like.
And they would like openly tell us like, "Oh
Yeah.
man, I got this girl.
I
up
fucked
in
this girl
Tampa,
last
man. I'm-
weekend."
You
You're
know, I'm
like,
going
"Wait,
up there,
aren't
I'm
you
gonna fuck her." I
married?
was like,
Yeah.
"You're married with 2 kids.
Yeah.
This doesn't add
So
up."
what?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
one day I straight up asked him, I was like, "Aren't you worried that like all the time that you're not home, that like your wife's doing the same thing?" I just had to say it one day because I was like, "What is
Yeah.
wrong with
No,
you?"
she
Right.
And he's like, "No, she would never." I was like,
Yeah.
dude, there's
know.
no way. There's
It's crazy
no way.
confidence, dude. Yeah.
I mean, like you said, it's probably the type of culture, anyways. I guess
I'm
it's
saying, I feel like
their values.
the islands
Yeah.
more specifically are a little bit looser on that, whereas like people from Mexico are like,
don't fuck
no,
around.
this family is number one. You
Yeah.
don't, you don't
From
fucking,
how they
what are you
explained
stupid?
it-
If I cheated on my wife, she'd fucking kill me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like what you hear. You know.
At least our Argentinian buddy explained it to us.
Same
like,
same with them too. They're more traditional.
The Mexican people are like essentially like the South of the Hispanics.
Okay.
They're very
Yeah.
religious. They're very
almost
much more
conservative. Like,
conservative.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
and
That's
they work
true.
real fucking hard. Like they don't fuck around.
oh yeah, they fucking work hard.
I love fucking Mexican. I really do.
I
We
do
say
too.
it all the time. I love Mexican.
I heard a really funny joke. Why? Because they say so. Like Mexico abolished slavery like 100 years before we did, or something
Really?
crazy.
No shit, motherfucker. They got tired of not working.
Yeah, and then so he's like, they were just standing. They were like getting tired of them doing all the work.
Yeah.
Like, man, I wish I was out in those fields right now.
They got bored.
Yo, fuck that. Watch out. Let me show you how to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, they get crazy about their work too. If you're not doing
They take
something
pride
right,
in it, though.
yeah,
They
yeah.
do.
That's
I love
the
that
thing
shit.
That sucks about
That's-
the border, though, is like I don't care about Mexican people coming here. I would prefer if they were documented just to be safe and just so and not give them like free shit because that's kind of crazy.
No, this is the whole thing during the last 4 years is crazy. That's not sustainable.
No.
You can't do that anywhere.
No.
That doesn't work.
People
Just
have to be
letting people in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that's not even the cultural
does that
thing.
make any
That's
sense?
it's a look at
Doesn't.
Europe. They're fucking going bonkers right now.
They do. Oh
I mean,
yeah.
honestly,
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
take the
I've
fucking
seen
I'll
that.
take the Spanish people over the fucking
Oh,
Muslims any
100%,
day,
yeah.
bro.
Here's
Like
my
their
main
shit is
concern.
fucking wild. Dude.
I agree.
You put,
Wild.
You put a Muslim guy, you trim him up, you trim the unibrow a little bit, give him a nice mustache instead of the
Sure.
beard,
Yeah.
and you dress him in the right clothes. It's a little hard to distinguish sometimes. My cousins
Sure.
look Mexican, they're
Yeah.
Middle Eastern. Sorry, no offense.
Put him in
Jesus
a, put him in a
Christ,
shopping. Put him in a
Where
shopping
am
mall
I
full
right
of
now?
women
They
with
can
yoga
sneak-
pants
I'm saying
on.
they
You'll
can
tell the
just fucking
difference.
sneak across and like people like generally the idiots that are working the board. You
Yeah.
think they would fucking be like, oh, those guys are speaking Arabic? No,
Yeah.
they'd be like, oh,
Another Mexican.
Another Mexican guys just coming here to work. It's like they're not here.
I ain't heard that type of Spanish before. Come on through.
Come on through. Nice accent you got right there.
But like seriously,
On the lay.
That's
On
like
the
my
lay.
main concern is like, what if fucking like these terrorists just start coming through the south?
They have
border?
been.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what that lady said. It's tens of thousands.
It doesn't
by now.
it doesn't make any sense. There's this guy that was going around with like petitions for liberals, and he was like knocking on their doors. You probably seen it.
Oh, to let them stay.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like, "Would you let these people stay? Like, are you cool
So,
with them
yeah.
jumping up? Yeah, of
Absolutely.
course. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got
Yeah.
this family right here. Like, whoa.
Not my
Not
house.
until it comes to your
Yeah,
doorstep.
that shit turned around real fucking quick, didn't it? Yeah. No, I meant you thought you meant in Texas or something in the South, not here. Yeah.
Bro, the ones that went to Martha Vineyards,
Ooh, yes.
so jealous of those guys. I went up there on my
So
Harley
funny.
ride.
beautiful, right?
Beautiful.
They
I
ain't
took
fucking playing
I took
around.
the Harley on the little boat and then went across.
Dude,
and
you're
it was
talking about the
beautiful.
trip you took from
To Maine.
from down here all the way up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he fucking rode his bike from
my
all the way from
God,
here
you're
all the way to
crazy.
Maine.
Yeah, I roughnecked it, bro. I didn't have a windshield, so that was
Yeah.
the worst. I was hitting like 85 most of the way, bro.
Bugs,
Just
dude.
You're just
I was
fighting the wind the whole
eating it,
time.
dude.
Like that wind is trying to push you.
Oh
off
yeah,
that
your
bike.
neck and
yeah.
your shoulders. Oh, I was fucking
Everything's
Is
sore.
that what roughneck
And
is? Like, is that
that's what I
they
call
and
it.
what nobody talks
Makes
about
sense.
is your ass goes numb after what would you
Oh,
say?
I can
Probably
imagine.
Probably
couple hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My ass goes numb driving the fucking gay ass Forerunner. What do
Yeah.
you like? Yeah, I get it, dude.
That's
It's rough.
Your once your gooch goes full numb and your balls start to tingle, you need to pull off.
Yeah.
That means you've lost circulation in your balls.
Is it bad for your prostate?
Well, luckily, I think
yeah.
so. Yeah, I
It's
think
really bad
I
for
think
your
it probably
balls.
amped
Yeah.
up
They
my
made it kinda
cancer.
flat.
Yeah.
You have cancer?
I don't know, but that
Brackish
Harley did not
Bandits
help.
Exclusive. You heard it here first, folks.
Butthole cancer.
Asshole cancer.
Damn it. No,
Prostate cancer ain't no
luckily
joke,
I,
dude.
I get to stop every like 2 hours, I think, to
Yeah.
fuel up. So, but
And you
like, I
gotta
would stay off that.
circulate.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
stay off the bike for about
Yeah.
20 minutes each time.
They say you're supposed to take a break every couple hours because that circulation. Same with these dudes that do like the biking, like cycling. It's even worse for them because all that pressure's just centered on their fucking gooch and asshole. You know what I mean? So they have like there's like no circulation
I
in
know
there.
I've told you this. I had a buddy in high school. It was like freshman year. I transferred. I went to a school in Asheville, North Carolina, at like the end of my freshman year. And we're in fucking class, and they passed out these fake nut sacks for learning about testicular cancer, teaching us how to feel for lumps.
Oh no
Oh,
shit!
I need one of those.
Where did you keep it?
Yeah.
My buddy Tate Brown. It looked like silly putty with some hair stuck on it. It was very real. It had some veins in there.
Dude,
Fuck.
how do you take that seriously,
yeah.
dude?
Well, You're
just,
what
like,
are you
slapping
doing,
that thing the whole
dude? Yeah,
time.
what are you
So
doing
here's, like-
handing this?
here's
This was high school or college?
This is my
Freshman
morbid
in high
story.
school? I
It was
wouldn't
like
be able to keep my cool.
Friend Tate Brown, he was like the first
Tate
one of
Brown.
the first guys that I met, and he was like really super nice. Like he was a smart ass, but he was a really nice, great kid, man. And he was fucking around like the whole time. And then I shit you not, I think like our sophomore year of college, he ended up getting diagnosed with fucking testicular cancer.
Jesus.
No shit.
And I immediately, the second I heard that, I immediately was
Poor
like,
guy.
"Oh my fucking god!"
I need to start checking my fucking balls.
Yeah, where's that thing at?
Where can I get one? No, so like it's only I started freaking out because I was like,
If
I've
he,
gotten hit in the nuts a lot. Like I probably need to start. I don't know why I immediately thought that, dude. It's only prevalent from the age of like 18 to 25. Once you're outside of that zone, your
Yeah.
chances drop
It's
like 80%.
What is that? Yeah,
Your
it's
sperms.
It's gotta be hormonal.
Your
in some
sperms,
way.
right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, it's got to be something to do with
It's
that
probably
because
your most-
during
your
that
most
time,
testosterone,
yes,
right?
yes,
Puberty
it's got to
and
be.
shit.
It's gotta
Makes
be.
sense.
Because it doesn't make sense otherwise. Because all the other cancers are way that.
Yeah, your prostate
your
one is
likelihood
like-
goes up the older you
Yeah.
get. You know, it's like from 40 on. It's like you're basically you're gonna get one of them.
you know what's, yeah, it's
Which
like,
is scary as fuck. Dude.
Yeah.
Everybody is getting
Prostate
cancer. I feel like
and
nobody's
breast.
talking about that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
breast cancer's been
Dude,
terrible.
yeah, our
everywhere.
boss, our boss, I don't know
Oh,
if you were
yeah.
in the office
Yeah.
when he said that about his ex-wife.
Yeah.
She's 33. She's got stage 4.
Jesus.
She is on her
On her way out.
Like 33. How the fuck
What-
does that happen so commonly? Like,
Where's
that?
the end game with that? Because it's like in
Cancer,
your,
I don't get it either.
like it's in your
Lymph
tissue,
nodes.
right? And then
So with
just
breast
makes your
cancer,
whole body
especially,
sick.
with breast cancer especially, the big scare is that it's so close to your lymph nodes, and your lymph nodes is like I don't know the exact
This
anatomy.
is
Maybe you can help me
crazy,
out.
but-
But once it gets to your lymph nodes, it's like
Your lymph
it's like
nodes,
end game. Like it'll travel throughout your body
Because
crazy
so
fast.
the cancer spreads to like
yeah,
and
so the
your lymph
cancer will
nodes
start
are,
in
like,
the muscle
super
tissue.
important. People do not educate you at all in this.
No.
Your
No.
lymph nodes are like essentially what like helps produce and fight off like infections,
Yes.
and cancer, and shit like that.
yeah.
So once your lymph nodes are smoked, even
You're
if they
done.
extract them all, like
That's what they did
you're-
with my mom.
you're
They took out her lymph nodes
you're
on.
very like liable to just.
My
get
mom had
sick.
breast cancer.
Jeez.
and like
That's what they did. They
So your immune
preemptively.
system ends up kind of just
It's
becoming
part of it.
trash.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
part of it. Yeah, and then it helps literally spread it throughout the body super quickly.
Yeah.
because cancer takes over your white blood cells or your T cells.
Yes,
I'm trying to.
I think it's white blood
It's
cells.
extremely common to what AIDS does, but
Yeah,
it like replicates your cells and then destroys it. So like your body doesn't naturally try to destroy it because it identifies it
As that
part of your
different cell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
A
like,
cell
oh,
that's
that-
okay.
He's cool.
Yeah,
you know?
little bit.
It's literally like picture a dude just like throwing on like the glasses and nose mustache combo
Yeah, and
and
he's
be like,
like,
"Oh, that's
I'm
just
here for the
Frank."
party.
Yeah,
I know that guy.
No, that's all good.
Let him through.
Yeah, it is wild how that shit works, and we can't figure it out. And I gotta say,
I think we already did.
how many
Oh,
trillions
buddy.
of dollars are we in at this point toward cancer
Everybody
research?
knows that's
and
where
we're
the money's
still
at.
doing the same shit we did in the 80s. Nothing has
We
changed.
cured AIDS with Magic Johnson. We 100% have a cure. For
I mean, we
fucking
essentially
cancer.
did cure AIDS, though,
Yeah.
because we're at the point now that the
not even
average
transmittable.
person can live the rest of their life
Yeah.
with
With
like
it,
little
yeah.
to no showing
And, like,
HIV.
It's like
Wow.
one pill a day now.
So
But
what-
can they
what, we
still?
still can't figure out
But they can
cancer?
still transmit it though, right?
it's really hard.
It's gotten to the point where they can
Really
be
hard.
so low now, like the whatever HIV count or whatever
Yeah.
in their red blood cells is so low that they're even
Uh.
considered non-transmissible.
Whoa.
like to the
Yeah.
point where they could literally give you their blood.
They can
And,
live
like,
out.
Wow.
Yeah, there are people that
Wow.
have been diagnosed with HIV that can now donate blood.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
So we've essentially beat AIDS. I mean, it's still, you'll have cases where whatever, maybe somebody goes unchecked. I don't know. There's always odd
Yeah,
things.
right.
But like, we're still at the point with cancer where it's like,
Can't
who
figure it out.
knows? Yeah. It's
We're
like,
just
dude,
aiming. We're
Yeah.
aiming particles to try to fucking kill
yeah,
them.
well, maybe.
Well,
yeah, we'll
we-
shoot you up with some radiation.
What
and
was it?
Don't worry, that'll take about 10 years off your life as it is. And then that with the chemo, we'll poison you and hit you with radiation. And if that doesn't do it, we don't know.
We'll call it Project Proton. There's a building that we helped facilitate, create, whatever.
we
Yeah, we.
was I there for that?
No, no, you weren't. I
I
was
built-
drawing. I was
I
drawing.
built Galasano for everybody.
I was drawing.
So,
Yeah,
You
You're
built
welcome.
it all.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. He was there.
Single, only welder there.
I was.
I made that
was.
system work.
I was
Sounds
for
like a bad-
a while.
a bad
Yeah, it was
business
shitty, dude.
Method.
That was Ainer's first job.
It wasn't my job.
That was Ainer's first job. Like,
Oh
before he
yeah,
was
I did
foreman.
hear about that. Yeah.
He was like right before they gave him the truck and everything right before he got the title. So that was terrible. That was horrible. I was the only fucking welder up there. Okay.
Proton. They had this
So-
crazy place called the Vault.
So that place is gonna fall apart, is what you're telling me.
Probably, yeah.
Probably. It's not great. I wouldn't.
Springing leaks
I
everywhere
wouldn't-
right
it's a
now.
Children's hospital. Children's research hospital.
That sucks, dude.
I know. I did what I had to do, dude. Scariest one of the scariest moments of my career, though, for sure, was so the scissor lifts. Right? You're familiar with what a
Oh
scissor
yeah.
lift is? And then they have the front deck extends out.
How
Like,
high were you? Maxed out?
on the 8th floor over the elevator shaft.
Hell
So
yeah.
8th floor is just straight down. And I had to reach a pipe that went over the top because it was the top floor. So
Yep.
they had these pipes that went over the
So
top
you
of the
had a ladder
elevator
leaning
shaft.
off the
I
side,
had
too?
I had to extend it all the way out. And what's really fucked up is when you do that, the weight distribution's fucking weird. And it says, yeah, you're fine. Like the end of that can hold about 300 pounds. And I wasn't as big, but I was still like, dude,
All my
fuck that.
shit,
One of
yeah.
you guys stand on the back. And they're like, I'm not fucking
Even this
standing
thing
on
out.
that thing if it falls. I was like, fuck you. You know what I mean? So I'm like leaning over the edge of this railing.
You
You know what I
feel it
mean?
moving?
And like, yeah, it's just bouncing
Imagine-
and like
y-
moving.
did you
with
have
my
the
every
controller
movement.
with you?
I'm fucked, dude.
Did you have the controller right there? Like if you accidentally bumped it, it's like
Yeah, it would go. It would. It was literally just 2x4s. Yeah,
I'm
if I
not
had
even
bumped
kidding.
it, it was so sketchy.
I really think
You
I
wear
would
the
go up
harness?
there and sit there for like 2 or 3 hours, and then just go back down. But guys, everything's done. Everything's good.
Yeah,
Water
That's all good. Yeah. Well, that was the
Trust
thing
me.
too. You said, "Are you wearing a harness?" This was always one of the dumbest fucking things to me. Yeah, you are wearing a harness.
But strapped to
You're
the machine.
chained to the fucking thing. So when it goes down, you can't even try to grab something last minute and save yourself. It's just yanking
Going
you down
down
with
with
it.
the shit.
Yeah, I was like, this is fucking retarded. You know. Yeah, because those fucking scissor lifts when they lift up, they sway.
Oh,
and they
fuck yeah,
bounce
bro.
back.
You
It's
ever
like
been
a
on one of
wall.
those?
I've never been.
Oh.
I've been on not the scissor lift, but I've been on like a lull. That
The boom.
The boom.
Yeah.
where you stand on that. That's
Those are
fucking-
even worse.
I don't like that.
The
Those are
bouncy
even
on
worse.
that. Yeah.
We had 3 people up there, and like you could literally lean, and you like you were saying,
You could feel it.
rock. It's like
Yeah.
Fuck no.
I had to do one of those in St. Pete on the police station, and that was when I first met Twitch. You remember Christian Twitch?
Yeah.
It was when I first met him, and I was like, he seems pretty cool and calm to me. I don't know
Really?
why they call him Twitch. And so he's up in the boom with me, and every little movement you can feel in that boom. I mean, it fucking sways with the wind, you know? And he is like fidgeting the whole time, and I'm trying to weld, and the whole, my hand is just doing this on the weld. And I'm like, hey, man, you got to hold still, you know, like underneath my welding hood. I'm just like trying to weld. And then he stops, and he starts fidgeting again. He's like moving around the thing, and the whole thing is like moving. And I'm trying to you're trying to hold that arc, and it's like impossible. I'm like, hey man, you gotta stop moving, dude. And I don't know him. You know what I mean? By the 3rd time, I go to start the next one, and he starts moving
fucking
again.
around.
I flung my hood up.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, if you move one more fucking time, we're going down. You're getting off of this motherfucker. Do not move again. Like you're fucking me up, man. Oh, sorry, man. Sorry. I said it 5 times, you fucking idiot. Yeah. I was like, that's why they call you Twitch, huh?
Yep.
never again.
Still, yeah.
Never again.
I thought that was funny too about trades. Like everybody has a nickname. Almost everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah, sure you did.
Well, it ended up being douchey.
Yeah.
I got it tatted.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, do you really like?
Yeah, he's the douche.
I'm the douche.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon called me a douche.
Yeah.
He's like, stop being what?
Dude,
you don't got to be so douchey about it.
What
I
made
loved it.
that so hilarious is because normally your boss saying that something like that to you, whatever. What made it so hilarious is this guy was a fucking tyrant. Like he was the douchiest.
He was the douchiest.
About everything he said. Like even if it was just like a correction or like he wanted you to do it a certain way, he would talk down to you like you were a fucking retard because you didn't know that you were supposed to do it the way he wanted you to do it, kind of guy, right? Yeah. So like he was the epitome of a douche every day.
Came
Right?
by, said to do
Literally
something.
screaming at the top of his lungs at you because it was one of those metal things
It's
that
the
sit on the
hose.
side of the road that have like the reflectors on it. Got all fucked up. It wasn't even us. It was like the road guys or something. And he just like saw it near the lull, and he was like operating the lull.
Don't
He was-
run over it.
dude. He was bringing in they were
42-foot long sticks.
42 foot long,
20
inch
20
pipe.
inch.
20-inch pipe.
Holy shit.
The weight on that, and he was bringing 2 at a time. So every single time he
I was
would
a
come to
badass.
too much of an abrupt of a stop, the lull would
slide.
tip forward. The back wheels would come off, and then he would like lift the boom up a little bit, center out the weight again, and slam back down. And be like, "Yeah, we're good." Like, dude, it was the sketchiest, and you were slinging that shit, dude. Just
I was-
fucking. But yeah, so he was coming in hot. Get the fuck out of the way. You know what I mean? Like he's dropping that pipe, and he comes in, whatever. He drops the pipe. He's doing good. Brandon just starts losing his mind. What the fuck? I said, don't fucking run those road signs over. God damn it, we gotta fucking pay for those. And it was the end of the day. You know, it was just one of those days. You're just like, I didn't run it over. That shit's been fucked up for 2 days. If you were out here once in a while, you know that.
Oh, yeah, I had to go
The
off.
whole mood on Brandon's. He's like,
Yeah, he switched.
all right, man. You didn't have to be so douchey about it. And we all
killed
started
me.
laughing. There was okay, yeah.
Yeah, all of a
He's
sudden,
the
I'm the
douche.
douche.
Yeah.
you got fucking balls, dude.
Yeah.
Because I would love.
Bro, I was hot.
I've come across a lot of bosses where I've wanted to say the exact same thing. It's like, dude, that's been like that forever. Where the fuck have you been?
And that's what I try to tell you guys about when I do shit in the office in the meetings.
It's your inner.
That's the world
That
that
you
I
came
come
from.
where it's like we're all just men out
Our
here.
shit's
Like,
so pussy, bro.
Really?
You can't
Oh,
say
dude.
shit to anybody.
So
they will. You will be fired on the spot if you call motherfuckers out.
Yeah.
For their shit.
We've seen
Not
it.
like people at our level. We could say whatever the fuck we want to to each other. They wouldn't care.
but like
You can't say shit
You
up.
say it to
someone above you.
like our area
Literally
manager.
You couldn't be like, hey.
Can't call them out on their bullshit.
I've had a couple tiffs with the area manager in the morning, and nothing like too bad. But there was one time in particular where he was just hammering on us about like something to do with hammering on the trades, and I just called it out. And I was like, no, you don't let us do that. Like
We've tried.
you make everything
Yeah.
better for them and undermine us constantly.
Interesting.
But it was a little bit more spirited than that, obviously. You know what I mean? Voices were
He
raised.
gets really mad really
But-
quickly. Did you know that about him?
This guy?
Yeah.
No. Bear?
And you can
So,
see
yeah.
it because he gets really red.
I
He
love
gets
it.
Really red.
Yeah, whenever it's not directed to me, I'm like, oh yeah, this guy's hot. This guy's hot.
The fuck did you just?
I love it. Yeah, he gets mad at inanimate objects, and I love that shit. He'll throw shit and break shit and be pissed afterwards.
That's
To
why
like,
I can't imagine him doing drones, dude. because
oh, I'm
you're gonna
scared to like, yeah,
Yeah.
just slam that thing. It's like, fuck.
Go on Amazon, buy another one.
Yeah.
Super calmly.
All right. Yeah, he chipped your screen. Was it at your house? We were playing Warzone or something.
Yeah,
He
dude.
got mad and he like threw his
Tarkov,
headset.
and you
Oh, I
fucking
killed
team
him.
killed the shit out of me, dude.
Love
I'm in the
Tarkov.
office. All right. No, I'm in the office. I'm in the office right over here. All right. Turns around. Whoa! Oh fuck! Did you guys? And I'm like, God fucking damn it! I took my
sound
A.
like he was a mile
Bro.
away when he was screaming. That would make it
I
even
took my
funnier,
A40s
dude.
off and just like slammed them into my desk, and they
Oh,
popped up and
God.
chipped my monitor.
I was so quiet.
You're like, oh fuck. Oh, that office.
And then like later he like calms down. He's like, it's silent for a moment. He's like,
Fine.
I fucking chipped my screen.
You've never felt more retarded in your life until you freak out and smoke a monitor.
Yeah, I
You just-
definitely
you
was like,
admit you
all right,
do
that
it,
was a
and
little
the
much
second
over
you
a video
make
game.
contact, you go, oh, fuck.
Bro, Tarkov, when we first started playing it, like almost broke friendships sometimes. Like
It got
like
crazy.
when Colin got us, bro. Like I was done. I was like, okay, like
Never playing
like
with you
me, our buddy got us. It's just us three. There's no one else around.
Oh,
That was
God.
like director's office.
Yeah, I mean, we're just like in a warehouse together,
Tarcone.
just us three. Nothing's going on. We're behind him. We're all together.
Turns around.
And he just turns around.
Smokes
And
us.
we're like, yeah. He's like, is that you guys? And we're like, yeah, that's us. Yo, is that you? Yeah, it's us. And then he just, pop, 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 pop. No, Colin, it's us. And we're just like screaming at him both at the same time.
He
And
got us
didn't
good.
stop. He literally killed me and then turned and killed Rudd. Like multiple
So he
shots.
had to be fucking
He
with
knew.
you guys.
No, he wasn't
I
fucking
mean-
around. I don't think he was.
You let us know, Colin, if you did.
Like, yeah, let us know, man. Like, he just saw red. Like, I don't think he heard us. Like, he just was like, I'm not dying today.
Yeah, I think he was.
Bro, that game will,
It'll
like,
He had
scary.
PTSD from the last
Oh,
match.
yeah.
I'm not asking anymore.
You know what was
Yeah.
funny? I did that to him on Lighthouse or Shoreline, path to Lighthouse. Like immediately when we spawned, like 40 seconds in, I think.
Yeah.
I turned around and killed him.
Oh, yeah. Well, you
Yeah.
motherfucker.
gotta
Yeah.
get your lips.
No, but on like I
Well,
didn't know.
And that game,
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
no,
I
yeah.
fucked up.
He's like, oh,
I
know
killed
it
him
was
a
you.
few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we all had team kills.
It's
And that's-
funny.
I
it
like
just
fucking
gets-
around too much for that game.
Yeah,
Go shoot us in
and
the leg
that's
or
the
something.
Thing, though, is
I
like
wouldn't
it
shoot-
depends.
well-
You get to a point to where you don't care, but we were all still learning the game.
Yeah.
and we were just getting our
Our-
fucking
our
dicks
gear
knocked
was
out.
Every
disappearing.
gear that you guys got, you
Yeah,
were
it
like,
was
oh,
so
God.
precious.
Yeah, gear.
Yeah, it was so hard to get.
The
That was
funniest
part of
shit-
what makes that game so rewarding to play
He's
the
tried
loop.
Gear
so
fear.
hard to get me on there, and the funniest
I
shit
know.
he's ever said to me. I was playing that Gray Zone game. It's like a knockoff.
Yep.
He's like, now remember, Grant, this gear is not your gear. It's Gray Zone's gear.
It's just
It's
your
just
turn.
your turn
Yeah.
to use it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It was like
I
the
like
smartest
that.
thing I've ever heard. I was
Yep.
like, yeah, it's a good point.
And it is, man.
For the gear fear.
Yeah, for gear fear,
Yeah.
like just remember, like
This
no
ain't
matter
your
how
shit.
much you like this gun that you just spent all this money to build, it's not yours.
It's not yours.
It doesn't belong to you. It's just
The
your
next
turn.
guy's gonna
Yeah.
really appreciate it.
Yeah.
He's gonna attach 20 fucking lights to it and piss people off.
Yeah.
That's a good time too.
Yeah. No, honestly, Tarkov is still to this day the greatest game I've ever played. It's just
That's
it's
where
a
evil
lot.
comes from.
It's a lot. You got to be like dedicated to play that game, bro.
Yeah,
It's like
PVE though is so beautiful.
that. Honestly, that's what I keep trying to tell him. Is PVE is like it alleviated. Like
so
it is
much.
for casual.
Still sucks, but
You still die. You still
Yeah.
get popped in the face by
Yeah,
a
that's what
scav
you were telling
randomly,
me.
and
From
you're like
300 yards. you
yeah,
just
and it
don't-
adds that element of surprise where you're like, fuck. Like you still get pissed, and still
Mm-hmm.
making it out of a raid does have that rewarding feeling of
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yo, sick, dude. Yes, barely made it out. You know what I mean? That shit got crazy or whatever, you know? But it's like the aspect that would just break your soul is like you'd be doing good. You got this task item that you've been trying to get all fucking day. All right, we're almost out. We almost got it. Like we're done. We got it, baby. And then we'll be walking, and I just get popped in the head out of nowhere. Oh my god! What the fuck? What the fuck just happened? Did you shoot me? No, I don't know where that came from, man. It was, it's chaos. I'm dead too. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck. Like, I hate this game. Let's run one more.
one more. Yeah, we used
But
to
yeah.
play that like as soon as finished with the 12-hour shift.
we
Just
go
get on
frustrated.
We would go-
shit out of
yeah.
ourselves.
That was
Yeah.
our life for like 8 months.
For real, bro.
That's why I had to take a break from competitive games. Is like I get home from work and I'm already pissed off, and then I get on and I just make
yourself
myself
more mad.
It's
Yeah.
like, what am I doing?
These
Definitely.
kids, man.
That's the way Warzone got for us too. Because
Yeah.
like the same guys on that crew, we all started
Call
playing
of
the
Duty's
original Warzone. But the original Warzone was great.
it was.
it-
I
we
liked
just-
it. I liked
It
it.
started
It's-
off with normal 9 to
Yeah.
5 working Americans,
And then the meta and
then
the fucking
kids started
streamers.
playing.
Yeah.
and they ruined everything.
Yep.
Fucking
yeah,
kids.
it got to be
they
where
need
you're
a
like,
like.
somebody's just flying around the room, and then you
You
die,
know
and
what's-
you're like, what the fuck was that?
The one good thing
Nicki
about
Minaj
this
just sitting
whole
on your face.
Yeah. That's
I
what
got-
it is now.
Damn it! Fucking unicorn gun got me. That's great. No, they're the whole license ID thing to like play games now.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if GTA 6 is gonna do it, but they did it with one
What?
game before where
License
you
ID?
where you actually have to like put in your I don't know if it's your license or like
to
you,
prove that you're of age.
that you're of age.
Good.
Yeah. So I'm
Really?
thinking I kind of hate it, but at the same time, it would be good if you decided to put like a playlist of like these are only for 9 to 5 guys.
Yeah.
30-year-old men and up.
Like servers.
What is your
Yeah.
occupation?
Yeah.
I'm not a Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'd
I'm
be
not a fucking
fantastic.
streamer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I work for a living.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
life.
they'd sneak in there. They'd fucking lie.
Get a couple.
Oh, yeah,
rats in
something.
there.
Playing
Yeah.
in bot lobbies.
or
Yeah.
at least age. I think age would work a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
Like
True.
26
you could
and
narrow
up.
it down a lot better.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. When there's nothing more frustrating than playing. I played Valorant at like pretty high competitive level. I don't know
Really?
if you know what that game
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. I played it.
And I'm terrible now. I was really good at Counter-Strike. I was like global elite.
Yeah. I started playing that. I love
So
that one.
fun.
So good.
There's nothing worse than like a 12-year-old kicking on the mics. It's like, dude,
Shut the fuck
you
up.
might be good, but you can't talk, and
Yeah.
when you do talk, I want to fucking kill myself. Just please.
Yeah.
And then second to that is girls, because girl gamers ruin everything.
Really?
You can't say anything to them.
Some of them are. I know what you mean.
So many.
I don't
some are
know.
cool.
Valorant.
Some are cool.
I feel like the ones I've met are
yeah.
cool.
Some are cool,
And
but
Tarkov, mainly. Like
No,
where
no,
would you-
I
if you
think
run
it was
across a girl in
Warzone.
Tarkov, it's almost guaranteed that she's going to be pretty.
Warzone?
cool.
Yeah, yeah, Tarkov
Probably
for sure.
Not bad in Warzone because there's so much shit talking and terrible things said that they're like, whatever.
Yeah.
Games like Valorant's like super big on being like PC and politically.
Yeah.
They monitor voice chat. So if you
That's crazy.
get a little hot,
Really?
they'll ban you for voice
You,
chat.
you know, what's the Marvels one? The new
Marvel
one?
Rivals, I love it.
You know, you can't say like free,
China.
can't-
free
Or
Taiwan.
say Taiwan is a country.
Yeah.
It will literally blur it
Isn't
out. and
that
say, That's
insane?
inappropriate
Yeah.
text.
That's crazy, but that's.
still playing
but
it.
you can say free Palestine.
Yeah.
You
Sure.
can,
Yeah.
100%. It's fucking stupid.
Sure.
Back to the women because I hate them.
I love them.
So the ones in Valorant, they're like pampered e-girls. So like be like, hey, like next time could you maybe rotate? Like you gotta be so fucking.
Yeah.
Hey, I love you. Like I'll pay for feet pics, but like if you could just
I'll pay. For
Play the
feet
fucking game.
freak out and be like, you have a small dick and you're a loser and your name's Bald Man, so you should kill yourself.
pics. Damn. It's like, yo, how did she fucking know all of
I
that?
gotta quit
You
making
gotta stop
fun of
putting
myself.
that, yeah. Putting that out there like
Bald
that.
man.
I'm Dutchy, baby.
Dutchy.
Dutchy. Douche. Yeah, I love it. Gaming's fun, man. Until it's not.
I don't
Until
know
it's
how
not.
people don't do it.
Until it's not.
I know.
We have coworkers who like just go home.
Yeah, what do normal
I don't know.
what do
It's
normal
weird.
men do?
Well, dude, we like especially people that like grown adults that work and then just like don't really have any other like crazy hobbies that take up most of their time.
Yeah.
Right. They just go home, and they don't have kids.
Interesting.
It's like, what are you doing then? You're
Even
just
the ones with
Sitting
kids,
there
watching TV.
litibulating?
Yeah, yeah, that's what Colin does.
even
That's
the
what
ones
Colin
with
does.
kids, It's like what? Those kids don't need to be watched 20. Your kids are fucking 12 years old.
Oh, yeah, at that point.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little ones, yeah, it's a little bit more time consuming. But once they're, my 14-year-old doesn't want anything to do
I'm
with me
about to
anyway,
start
yeah.
making some.
Are you really? You gonna try to
in
put
about
one
a
in there?
year from now, year and 3 months
You
roughly.
need to
Responsible.
you need to wife that shit up if you're gonna bring children into this
Oh,
world.
trust me, that's happening very soon.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
You
Dude, are we
fucked
getting
up.
the scoop? Are we getting the
You
exclusive?
fucked
Well,
up.
hopefully she
Oh
never.
no, Grant. He'll actually fucking do
He's
it.
gonna call you. Every
He'll actually
day.
fucking
Hey,
do
Oh,
it.
this guy?
Hey, did
Yeah.
you do it yet?
Oh, I'll tell you, it's in
You should do
April
it.
though.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, when you go to the
Uh-huh.
dude,
Yeah.
let her watch this episode.
I know you can't
You
watch
better
this
hope
right
she
now.
doesn't mind it.
She doesn't want to watch this. I'm saying a lot of things I don't tell her.
Yeah, it's,
She'll never find it.
We almost named this podcast Frankie Doesn't Know because he specifically said he didn't want his girl to watch this podcast.
You know, we say a
I
lot
thought
of.
that would have been great.
Wait, does
Now
your
when I
wife
say
watch it?
Retard.
She's seen bits and pieces. I don't think she's ever watched the full episode.
Okay, because there's some shit you guys say, and it's just like.
I don't. There's nothing I've said on here that I haven't.
Like-
Yeah,
said in
that's a
front of
good.
her.
That's
Yeah.
good though.
Like what?
That's really good. Yeah, like what?
Like
Yeah,
what?
like
Like what?
What? What?
Hmm? Yeah.
What
No,
do you
you
thinking?
said
Oh,
it. You gotta
who,
say
me?
it.
What are you thinking in
What's
particular?
the worst thing you think we've said?
You mean like racist stuff? She's
No,
heard
no,
me say
she
it
knows
way
that.
worse.
No, my girl, anyways. Are we talking about mine or yours? No, she knows.
She knows about me.
Yeah, she knows about me. No, I've told her so many things. Like even that story about the whole kindergarten thing.
That's an important life building.
Is it weird if I
story.
say? You know,
if you
because
say
I was there.
If you say you are one,
I was one.
but you were also a kid.
Yeah.
Oh well, that doesn't count.
See, yeah,
Dude, we talked about the age of consent. You were in the clear on that
Yeah,
one
you
by,
were
by
clear,
a mile.
You're clear. You're all
Holy shit.
clear.
yeah. I was in kindergarten, but like it was like that Adam Sandler movie, you know, where he has to go back. Have you not watched that
He
one?
has to go back.
The
one where he
Billy
has to go back
Madison?
to Billy
Yeah,
Madison.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, but I mean, you were also a kid, and that's an important life building skill that you
Yeah,
established.
but no, I was thrown into that, man. So that whole thing was fucked up. That's kind of what brought my deviancy to like the
Yeah.
next level. It was like crazy.
Well,
it
that's
got
what,
worse.
oh, trust me, it did. No,
was
yeah,
sticking my
I
dick
did
in
want
everything.
to. I did want to continue.
I never stopped.
Yeah, I saw trees with holes, and I was just like,
I would fuck.
How many points is
how-
that?
Yeah, see, and that's so that is funny though, and they're dude that but like I've always thought right like. Yo, why were the black kids in school always like way more sexually advanced?
Oh my god.
Right? Like
That's
you'd be
kind
talking
of-
to a black kid in like 5th grade.
They
and
already
you'd be
know.
Like, yeah, I already got my dick sucked. You know, and you'd be like,
why?
What?
Yeah, why?
How?
Yeah,
He lost his virginity at like 6. I was like,
That's what I'm saying.
My
dude.
boy.
like, what are you talking? He's like, I've been fucking since I was 6. I was
Bro.
like, okay, like what do you mean by that? And he's like,
6 years
she's
old.
like a 12-year-old girl. She's in my neighborhood.
Yeah,
one
and
day
they're
we hooked
always
up. I was
older.
like,
Yeah, what is that? They're always older.
I was like,
Yeah,
you
I
were-
don't know.
You were taken advantage of.
You were raped, I think.
Oh my god.
you're sexually
He's
molested.
like, I was 6, and then it happened again when I was 8, and
Yeah.
then 12, and then 15, and I just haven't stopped since.
I'm
I
out
was
here
like,
fucking. Yeah.
huh?
That's what I'm saying, dude. I don't know, like, but there is a thing because I'm telling you right now, especially at 6, I'd go as far to say 10, even 10. I mean, there was girls in my class that I knew were like cute and I liked them and whatever, but like,
Oh, I didn't know
like
what the fuck was going on.
sexually, I don't
you
know. I
didn't.
just
You
like,
didn't
wasn't-
understand.
Well, I just wasn't thinking about things in those terms. Like, yeah, I'd fuck her. Like, I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know. Do you know
I
what I
want
mean?
to kiss
like,
Judy.
In fifth
I wanna
grade,
kiss
I
Judy
knew.
really bad.
In 5th grade, that was the first time I masturbated.
American Pie.
Yeah, see, that's
Yeah.
whoa. That was like way
In
well,
class.
Actually, that
You're
wasn't
telling
too
me-
far
In
behind.
class.
You're telling me you beat me in the penetration game, but I jerked off before you.
Really?
Dude, I had
5th grade? You were before 5th grade?
my mom was genuinely worried.
I did it in my class, by the way.
I started having.
What? Oh, I think I
Oh my god!
Sorry, I had
You're
to.
savage, dude.
Got one
Oh
out of
my
me.
God.
It wasn't just me either. There was a circle jerk.
There was a group of guys.
There was two other
time out.
guys.
What is a circle jerk?
Well, 3 would make a circle, right? Or a triangle.
Yeah, we could do it right now. We could show you.
Wait, hold on.
No, I'm not into it anymore.
Here, put one of the.
No. We touched ourselves.
Rudd, put one of those cupcakes
Oh,
on the
a
floor.
black
That's not
white
a circle
a
joke.
black white kid. He was an albino, I think. He brought
those are
Vaseline.
interesting.
Yeah, he
Was
brought.
it big?
I don't know. I wasn't looking at his. I think
That
we were
was
all.
very
I
good
think
That's a smart answer.
so. I
Smart
think
answer.
we were all smart about it. We're kind of like just keeping an eye to the direction of the teacher or
class is
whatever.
crazy,
so look,
though.
yeah, we were in
That's
class.
crazy.
Say this is class. Teachers up here. We were in this back corner where there was like computers. So like you couldn't really see us.
What was the stimulus?
We played
What,
this
like,
game.
got you guys,
Look,
like,
listen. This is crazy. This is crazy.
wound up like
it was
that?
Animal Planet, animalplanet.com. And this isn't where it goes. Animalplanet.com has these games that you were able to play on there, and there was like this beetle game that you got to play. I hope someone remembers that. But one day we accidentally got onto a website that I thought it was called Girl Snake Island, but later on I think about it, and it's Girls Naked Island. And it was like a porn site that we were able to see.
We didn't know.
No, yeah.
And I was just fine on the
And
computers.
so we're like, oh fuck.
Well, this
and
may
so
have
like
been
we
before
we-
firewalls and shit.
yeah, so well, it was before all that, right? Before they probably thought about that. So we like turned this was 2005 or something.
yeah.
2005. So we had the computer turned. There was like, I remember the scene perfectly. It was a girl in a car sucking dick or whatever. And then there was a whole bunch of other stuff. But then we were like, oh, this is what like this is. Like that's
I would've
where
been so shocked by that at that age.
that's something in our brain was just like,
I gotta
oh,
fucking-
like
so here's
yeah, I gotta
make
let
this
loose.
out of me. Yeah.
I'm just gonna explain
hilarious,
this to you.
kinda.
So your teacher knew, and I'm
At the
sure
end, they did.
she
They
was
found out.
100% aware. And what happened was, is she looked over because you were retarded back then. When you're that young, you're retarded.
Oh yeah,
So
probably.
you're thinking like, there's no way. There's no way
She doesn't know.
This is a foolproof plan.
What do you do as the teacher too?
She
Like,
100%.
Oh well, she
saw
told the
that
principal at some
Oh my
point.
God.
and said, "I don't get paid enough."
Listen, this happened a few days. Like it was like
Oh,
every
Jesus
morning.
Christ.
Yeah, it was every morning. It wasn't just
No,
one
no,
time
Girl
we got
Snake
caught.
Island.
It was the third time she was probably like,
Yeah.
I got to do something about
Maybe.
this. They're gonna start any day now. They're gonna
Someone's
start
gonna come
pumping
in.
loads.
Yeah.
Those kids are getting cum all over the keyboards.
So we got switched to a different classroom. So it was found
They
out,
separated you guys.
separated us, or not us. They took us out of that class and they put us in another class, but still together.
It is so,
And so-
funny. Like, how do you deal with that as like the school?
Well, that's
like,
how they tried to deal
these
with
kids are
it.
fucking jerking off in here.
Well,
What
they
do we
did.
do?
No. They never
kids are
found.
so
So they
stupid.
never found out about the jerking off stuff.
Oh,
They just
they
thought you
just
were
found
like
out
porn.
about what
They
site?
just found out about the
Oh,
porn. The jerking off stuff happened after.
Can I tell you something?
Hmm.
They knew about the jerking off stuff.
They may
I
have
hope
known.
not. 'Cause I don't think so. Because
Actually
they
should
definitely
check-
would
I
have
actually
grabbed
should
us.
check my phone battery. We've been going pretty long.
Check it.
Yeah, it may be dead. I think it was only at like 75%.
Because I'm telling you right now, every time I thought I was getting away with something, my parents have now told me, dude, we knew about it the whole time. And I'm just like, I was like,
It'd be
oh,
weird
really?
if a dude, because the other teacher was a dude, so it'd be weird if he just like kind of left us going at it, you know?
Where are we at?
240
Where are we at percentage wise?
Oh, I can't check it without touching the phone. It's still on.
Fuck it.
So we should wrap up sometime soon. In case it dies.
It's
I
a-
don't
it's
know.
I could talk all night.
Yeah, but I started having pews in like second grade. My mom had to bring it up to the doctor. She's like, I'm concerned.
Oh, really?
This kid's got fucking hair
I had-
coming out.
Yeah,
of
but
his
I
did
had
she
art
tell?
there.
Did she say your like background? You know, like this is his genetics.
He's
Like,
Armenian.
Yeah,
so.
so
Well, my mom,
kind of normal.
My mom looks like a actually.
You want to
Do
point
we
that
point
out
it
out
out?
loud? Yeah.
This is my mom.
Oh wow.
That's
Hi.
an little Easter egg that Olsen thought was really funny.
It was funny.
Yeah, she just looks like a normal
She's just
white woman.
overlooking your shoulder and
Yeah.
everything. you say.
She's just listening to every
Yeah.
terrible thing he's
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
We're not gonna go into detail about all that, but yeah, dude, and yeah, it was a very weird thing for me as a kid because I felt like I was on display. She's like, "That's not normal." And the doctor's like, "Nah, it's not."
Look at his
That's
dick,
not.
doctor.
Wow. Hey, can
hair
you check
all
that?
over it.
This is ridiculous.
He's got hairs longer than his dick, doc. There's something
This is
wrong
new
here.
science
I
here.
realized that my hair on my head crawled down to my back and my ass, and then down the front, obviously down to my.
Which is so weird.
Your hair
what-
just
what
starts
purpose does
migrating.
that serve us?
Well, you know, we needed to stay warm. Yeah.
But like if you, but I'm saying well, you don't need to stay warm on your head when you get old.
I guess not. Oh,
You need to stay warmer on your body
yeah.
and face.
Well, this is where a lot of the blood needs to stay, right?
Think about where your hands go the second it's cold as shit outside.
my dick.
Dick and
Armpits.
pits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dick and
Pits?
I never touch my dick.
yeah.
I don't want that to be
Are
cold.
you saying to warm them up?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, your
Dick
hands.
and pits.
I don't touch
I
mine.
guess.
You
I
never
like-
been asleep in bed and it's fucking cold as shit. You put
Yeah,
you put
yeah,
your-
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
like your-
also,
it's like your core
I
kind
also
of.
don't think I've ever been cold as shit.
Well, that's that little bit of Viking DNA in you.
I'm gonna say I don't
Drew-
really get cold. I mean, I get cold, obviously, but
You're such a man.
Florida weather sucks, by the way.
no, it's not my point. I'm saying I'm like a fucking one of those dogs with like super like thick furry hair, and I'm just stuck in Florida. I'm a husky. I am
Stuck in-
husky, and I am a husky. I'm a husky that's stuck in Florida.
Ugh,
This heat, dude.
that's the worst.
Working out there with you guys, holy shit!
I
I'd be
bet.
sweating by the time I got out
I
of my
know.
truck.
I know. I've
What's the
seen it.
temperature in Georgia.
Oh, beautiful, dude. It was
Probably.
66 last night. And then, so 66 there compared to here is just like completely different. We got wind out there. It was 71.
We got wind.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
wind
there's
out there.
wind there. Yeah,
There's actual wind. You can
There's a
actually
breeze,
feel a
it cools
breeze.
you off.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we have the Gulf. Dude, I swear that's a fucking myth.
That's
not
a
real
bullshit ass.
thing,
Yeah, dude. Like FGCU, there was no wind.
No.
Brackish Bandits?
Hold.
I'm
Thanks for
Adam.
watching. Okay, so my phone ran out of storage somewhere along the line there. So, and then this is our second time trying to redo the outro because it ran out of storage again while we were saying goodbye. So we'll make this one short and sweet. It's been a great episode. We're definitely going to have Rudd on again. Grant is still gay, but
Yes.
we love him.
Yep.
Sponsors.
And yeah,
At least I'm not trans.
thank you to our sponsor. And at least Grant is not trans
Thank God.
yet. I'm just saying, dude, if the fucking lingerie league comes calling, man, you got to do it. You got to do it for
I'll
the
answer
rest of
that
us,
phone
dude.
call.
Just fucking
You're gonna miss this
clothesline
one
these bitches, dude. I know. We got to hurry. So anyways, you guys want to talk about something for 30 more minutes? Fucking every time. All right. This has been Brackish Bandits. Thank you for watching. And remember, Christ is King.
Christ is King.
Christ is Lord.